everybody! Welcome to the Jumper Punch.
The Jumper Punch this week.
Jumper Punch. The original Jumper Punch.
We're back.
We're back.
Like the Blues.
Mate, you've come back at the right time. If you haven't been here, where have you been? I'm Rocco. That's SEN's very own.
I know, yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah,
and
not too bad.
The Jet Setter is back. Mars is back. Welcome back, buddy.
How are we? Good?
Looking good too, mate.
Wait, look at him. Have a look at him.
You're looking good, man. You're looking fit. I think you've been refreshed.
Yeah, I have. I have been refreshed.
Look at his hands. He's black.
He's black.
Can you say that?
Refreshed.
Yeah, I just did.
When did you?
Brown, sorry, he's brown.
When did you go?
I went before the Collingwood game with them.
Yeah.
Collingwood. Oh, so we were in the middle of a vergonya, mate.
Right.
It was bad. Na merda that was.
It was pretty bad.
Remember when we were in that room, in that Collingwood game, and I was screaming into the pillow.
In the hotel room,
did you watch the Collingwood game there?
Yeah.
Screaming in the hotel room.
That's his last memory of me watching a Carlton game.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, it would have been.
And then I went to Sydney.
Yeah, because then then the Sydney game we watched.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yes, sorry, yes. Then I left. Sorry, it was the Sydney game.
That game.
Collingwood, Sydney. That was bad.
And then, then Melbourne.
Even worse.
Essendon, I did watch that on the train. And then there was the Essendon game. I was hoping the train derailed. I was somewhere in Italy.
That was it. That was it. The Essendon game. I
still remember
the
where I
lowest
was.
you could ever possibly be.
11th of June. I would have been going from
Italy.
Sardinia. Would have been on the way to on Sicily. I would have been in Sicily.
As far away from the MCG as possible.
That was western or eastern, which way you want to go.
Can you put up now? We've got the controller again. Because have you been watching the show? I can't see shit from here.
Why?
Put number
How many clips he's got?
Put number 2.
Not 1.1.
No, not 1.1.
Oh, you want number 2?
Number 2.
Number
because
2.
You
need new batteries, man. Oh, that's a bad connection, man.
That's the best.
What a fucking
screenshot of that.
At Tomorrowland on the fan cams.
No, wait up. How can I switch it? I can't. Can I switch it?
Look at that in the back.
Oh, wow.
Still a lot of work to do, but what a
Two dirty gringos.
Oh, wait up. Look at this dog.
Batsy the dog.
Oh, spitting on it.
Well done. All I got to say is enjoy your time in Australia. The Blues have won, but I got this for another 3 days.
Enjoy.
I'll get the race dunnies back on. I'll make sure I'm not on any gear. There's no gear here.
There's no gear here. That's probably the best fan cam I think we've had this year.
That was funny, man. It was fucking
It's actually Blue Broad, on Blue Broad, at Tomorrowland.
After beating Collingwood.
Were you off your face there?
No, just drunk.
Just drunk.
Oh, a little bit tipsy.
Where did you watch it?
We watched it in the tent.
Yeah.
So we had the phone, and then we had the Bluetooth speaker. It sat on the Bluetooth speaker.
What was it? Just you 3? Just you 4?
Just us. So we're in the tent, us 4. My brother, Brendan, and Dean.
Yeah.
And then we had it set up, and those two the night before, and in the week leading up, were we're not going to say anything. So the best team wins. They did a mutual agreement, so no one died. So it was alright. So as you could see,
I wouldn't be able to
because
handle
Collingwood. So I was in the middle. I was on the bed. The other two on the sides diagonally, and we're just watching the game.
How good was it?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Yeah, that was.
I sat there in silence.
Yeah.
By delirium.
That was so good, man.
Silence by delirium.
It was unbelievable. But yeah.
Well, this week we had a bit of a bloody winner too, didn't we?
It was a good win.
That was a good win to this week.
We finally beat them.
It's okay.
Now, it's about the kids, isn't it?
Yeah, to a certain point.
It's about me too, but it's about the kids that are loving it. So everyone have a look at this. This was sent in to us by one of our fans. Have a look at this.
Yeah, that mouse is cool.
Here we go. We're getting there. We're going to have trouble. Here we go.
There we go. Where's that at? Where's that
Is that
from?
Michael Street? It looks like one.
Look at it.
Or Sydney Road.
Could be Sydney, right?
And look at the bear.
Decked out in official apparel too.
Loving it.
You still know the one, the words.
She does a big walk. Now,
Who sent that in? Who sent that in?
wow, it's from Rich, and that is Emmy.
That's from Rich, and that's Emmy.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Now, you know who Emmy is?
Who's Emmy?
Emmy was the one
Oh, she was on the microphone. Yes.
Where?
on
at
the
the
ground at the
MCG.
Gold Coast game.
At the MCG. I can't remember who it was against. Who was it against?
Melbourne.
Hold on.
Melbourne.
Might have been.
Oh,
Might have been the.
Nah.
Oh.
I reckon it was the Gold Coast game.
Might have been. Might have been. I think it was at the G.
It was at the G.
Yeah. I think it was
So
at the
that
MCG.
was her, and so she was on there, and he said,
Because I think he tagged us in something a couple of weeks ago saying, "Oh, this is my daughter."
yeah, and then he sent that.
That's fantastic. So who was it? Rich,
and that's Emmy.
and that's Emmy. Okay.
Emmy, and I
okay.
said she's a star. She got on there, she got on the mic, and then she asked for the jumper. Remember, she asked.
"Oh, she asked for Sammy Walsh's jumper. He didn't give it to her."
No, but I think they gave her
Gave her
another
something.
jumper.
I did that.
He wanted the match worn one.
And, all right,
yeah, they would have sold that like Carlton does, but yeah, it's
of
alright.
course, make some money
Leaving
out of it.
Carlton,
So that's Emmy.
yeah.
So that's what it's all about,
That's
mate.
grouse.
So
That's
was
good.
really
Grouse.
That was really good. But hey, I reckon it's time. You've missed this, haven't you?
Oh, I didn't eat any of it before.
What's that?
I never ate it.
Yeah.
No, you haven't
touch
eaten any
anything.
of it. And you haven't had a 95. Hey, how we going? Yeah, it's a late one, I know that. Yeah, cool. You got a joke, have you? Alright, let's hear the joke. What's the difference between a goal umpire and St Kilda?
Oh, my father's got more flags.
Goal umpire's got 2 flags. That's a good one, yeah, I know. Hey, shit ass. Alright. Let's get some. Oh, yep. Mars is back. Mars is back. So let's get some food.
We're back for the finals.
And
Till.
some back for the finals, yep. And we'll get some, some coffees. All right, done. Yep. All right. You're gonna have to pick it up.
I'll go pick it. Just before you mentioned that, there was a good joke. The Lebo
There's
boys.
another one, yeah.
The Monday Blue. Joey's.
yeah.
Is it his cousin?
No, it's his brother.
His
older brother.
Yeah.
George.
Someone
Oh, is
asked.
it?
Yeah.
The Monday
That's my
Blue.
best
Yeah.
mate's brother.
Brother,
Older
yeah.
brother.
Yeah,
George.
he's sick.
Good bloke,
Sick.
yeah.
They're
They're,
Lebo,
they're
yeah.
Syrian.
Oh,
Twisted.
They're Syrian. They don't
Sick
have
puppies.
a country.
They
They actually go. They're actually funny on
They
something.
don't have a country.
Oh, serious.
But he's like he
Yeah.
laughs when I say that. Maybe
Yeah.
others. I'm not offending anyone, but yeah.
Nah. They're actually,
Actually,
some of their TikTok shit is funny.
What was the joke?
All Lebos.
What's the difference between a bra and St Kilda?
Yeah.
A bra's got 2 cups and support.
That was a good one.
All right, time to get the food.
Fuck, aren't they the epitome of Melbourne, the Carlton
Oh, yeah.
supporters,
That's full
northwest
on,
suburbs?
full on red bloody walk, mate. They really. Hey, look at this. This is what we've been waiting for. Ow.
Coffee, man.
The coffee.
You know how much a coffee was in Dubai where I was
Oh,
staying?
it's like
$10, bro.
$13.
Ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, man.
The best thing was sunscreen. Have a guess how much I nearly paid for sunscreen. I had it ready. I had everything ready to go pay for it. He had 368 dirhams up.
What?
What's that?
So I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, huh? And I put in the translator, the converter. $150.
Nah,
What,
bro.
for sunscreen?
I
Nah.
swear to God. I swear to God.
What type of sunscreen was it?
I don't know, but I said I'd rather get cancer than
I was going to say, I'd rather fucking
put
have
sunscreen on. I didn't buy it.
rather have moles cut out.
I didn't buy it. I was out there in Dubai something
Alright,
like 4 to
okay.
5 hours and fuck
Nah,
beautiful.
that's it. I'd rather go to Peter Mac for a year.
No, seriously.
No, that's ridiculous.
I
man.
said you got the wrong
So they'd
number.
rather
in there. I'm like,
people
I told
die.
him to scan it 3 times. I'm like, scan it again. I'm like, it's wrong. I'm like, I got the Coke and I'm like, scan that and put the Coke as it through.
All right. Which one do you want? Because
Which
You know
one have
what?
you been drinking?
Uzo, or we're going to have...
No limoncello because we're not celebrating
No,
yet.
no. But which one are we going to have one of these?
Whatever.
Do the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I want to see how you do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Mo. Catch a tiger by
tiger.
the toe.
If
you want to let him go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Grappa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
we
only...
used to say something different.
Come on, man.
You can't say it anymore.
Yeah. Trigger.
A lot of things you can't say anymore. Why do we keep saying that? Just say it. Who cares who you upset? Does it actually really matter at the end of the day?
You don't have to skimp on this one. I was going to come back with a glass in my hand. I drank consecutively.
We're going to need it too, because between yous don't want to know what time it is at the moment.
Maybe they do. For people who say,
I'm telling you,
what you should support the club.
10 past 12.
Anyone that says, the sound wasn't that good, go and get stuffed, mate, because the stuff we're doing in the middle of the night trying to get this up.
Oh, yeah, this is
why don't we
great.
actually, can we, just before we get onto this, introduce this. I know you did on the fan cams, but people might have missed that.
Wow.
You don't have to tell the backstory behind it, but...
We're reserving our spot in the finals. Right? I found that. So if anyone asks, I found that.
We'll fold that up and put it away.
Headphone users, sorry. We're going to make the finals today.
Reserved.
I like it. That's something I would do.
No, that's sick, man.
What happened to you,
threw
man?
the ones from that time.
Oh,
Is that the Bulldogs game?
Western Bulldogs game. I threw about 6 of them off level 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Teague.
Was this year?
Nah, man.
No, that was the Teague days.
4 years ago?
No, we were at the game with him, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nah.
and then you let... Yeah, bro, yes,
You left.
yes.
Oh, did I? And then you started from and then...
You just threw them all off.
Yeah, I got really...
Salud.
Cheers.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Carter.
Bentornati.
This is good one. Oh, yeah, it's good, man. Oh, yeah.
Now, since you've been gone,
Reminds me of Tomorrowland.
proudly brought to you by Schnitz, Northland.
That's what I
They got
meant.
Schnitz over there?
Nah, man.
Nowhere there.
Cotoletta.
No, they got coteletas.
They got nonnas, mate.
Proper.
That's Schnitz. Now, first of all, mate,
Yes, sir.
17% off all subs.
Yep.
25% if you're a member. Now,
Fab.
let's go into the first one. I've been used to doing this. You're a bit slack. Well, let's go to the first one here.
This
What
mouse is... Oh, no, it's okay.
No,
the mouse
it's
is
working. Basic instinct. Now, we'll leave it to him. Who's the basic instinct now? Because every week it
Well,
changes.
we kind of change. I don't know. Like, we asked Ange.
What do you
who
got?
else did we ask?
Rolling
I reckon
nicknames.
it's the rolling Schnitz.
Names.
Yeah. Like the rolling all Australian team.
Yeah.
The rolling all Schnitz team.
That's it. Who's the basic
Alright.
instinct this week?
He's not going to give it Newman. You say Newman?
Well, it's yours. The
yours.
floor is yours, Senator.
Oh, okay. Well, the basic instinct. Ooh.
It's the basic instinct of the.
I'm going to give it to Newman.
Yeah, I think
Alright, I like
that's
that.
a good one. I was thinking Newman too.
Just say,
He doesn't do too much. And
No.
fucking good has he been?
Nah. As good as it gets.
Mate.
As good as it gets. How about, I've got something, you're going to, wait a second, you'll see something.
Okay.
What about this one here?
Plain and simple.
It's plain and simple.
George Hewitt.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I
Yeah.
that, Just
Not
plain
too,
and simple.
too much malakias, just
Yeah,
handball, or just
just
kick
get-
it.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't get
I
noticed.
like that
You don't
one.
notice him,
Nah.
No.
but he does his job.
Yeah.
What about this one here?
Australians.
The Aussie.
We keep going to the same bloke, and I mean, we haven't got that many.
Who? Ollie Holland.
Nah.
Could be.
It could be.
I was
Yeah,
going to
could
say, Holland's
Yeah,
could be
could
the
be.
Australian.
He looked like he'd wear like a.
He's
What's
perfect.
that
Australian.
hat? What's that hat called with all the
Oh, the cork.
Oh, the cork hat.
for the flies?
Yeah, no,
he'd wear that on
He'd
the
be
farm.
there. I could see him there.
Yeah, you could
running
see him on a
around.
farm.
Yeah,
Like Fife type. Where's
Yeah.
he from? Is he from Melbourne or like WA or something?
I don't know.
It's a good question, isn't it?
No. He's a
From Melbourne,
big
like
boy.
Geelong?
I reckon he's Vic country.
Yeah, he looks country.
He's a big country.
He looks like he'd be on a farm
Good old country
with the
boy.
blue healer.
What about these ones here? You haven't been here since.
Did I tell you that joke about the country members, Rocco? I told you that one about the politicians and the country members about Gough Whitlam.
Oh yes.
Have you heard the one about Gough Whitlam?
No, you.
Oh, for those who don't. Anyway, let's get into the schnuggets and then I'll tell the
First
joke.
of all, the schnuggets. You haven't had the schnuggets.
No,
Look
he
at
hasn't
that.
had one.
I just had one. He ate them all. One
One
shot.
I did.
Oh, remember?
Before you like got a chance to like even sniff them.
He was popping them down
Like
they were nice.
like ecstasy tablets.
Yeah,
now,
they were nice, mate.
like I've been saying,
Have a little bit
and
of sauce.
look, we might be getting a
What's
call
that sauce?
from.
What is this? Sweet chili.
Nah,
Nah,
that's like
that's
sriracha.
yeah, that's like a hot one.
Oh, is it?
Now,
Yeah.
It's like a chili mayo, like sriracha.
I always say you've got a decision to make in life. Your lips and arseholes,
Oh yeah.
or you want breast. Now, some people like the lips and arseholes, so you go to the other fast food. But I'm telling you, mate, we get handcrafted.
We do.
Like, they look little schnitzels, man.
They are.
They're grouse.
They're the best.
Look.
You put on 30 kilos eating them.
Look, see how,
could have
look,
a
look at the
bucket.
chicken.
Look, over
It's actually got fibres in it.
It's got a bucket. You can have a bucket of
The
them.
chicken, you can actually see the fibres.
Now, with it 25% off, how much do you reckon you pay for them?
I don't know, under 10.
$5.64
For how many?
for 6.
That's pretty good, $1 a nugget. Where do you get that?
No. Oh,
You get the Vergonia of the Macca's one, 24, and what you pay like $12, but you get cardboard.
no, you're getting your lips and arseholes.
Oh yeah, lips and assholes.
Yeah. The
No,
rats that
you
crawled
know.
around in the thing, they just pick them up
Nah,
and
these
throw
are
them
better.
in.
These are grouse.
Actually nice.
To go up and get it.
They're not too salty either.
How do you get your 25% off?
If
you
you're
become
a subscriber.
a member.
member. A subscriber is 17.
Yeah, he still knows. He's had like 20,000
So become a
standard
Mars.
drinks.
But you can see now, you become a Marv,
That's $3.99 or $4.99? $4.99.
become
A
a
Roccagella.
Rocco, the
Yep.
Roccagella,
That's $7.99.
$7.99.
And then
You get
become
to get it. And we're
$4.99.
gonna next week we're gonna announce the next person to come on the couch.
Oh yes, we are. Yeah. I wonder who that's going to be. Actually.
And I think we're gonna be doing the kicking comp on the bye. Now we've already got
Oh yes. During the
we've already
season,
got
yeah,
two
after the
people,
season.
but what we're gonna do is we're gonna announce
Add-
another couple.
yes,
So
I
we're
reckon
gonna
that
have a
works out
big
well.
kicking competition.
Okay.
So make sure you get on there and make sure you our email. What's the email?
The jumper punch at
Make sure you
gmail.com.
what?
Make sure you get onto our email.
Email, yeah.
Yes.
Message us at
Yeah, like if you got any sort of-
gmail.com.
That's
Come
the
on,
one.
man.
That's it.
I'm refreshed. You guys look dead, you know. Nah, you guys are right.
Hey, I'm not, mate. I'm fresh. I have. Can I just say
Let's
before
not
I got
talk-
here?
Let's not talk while we look dead.
I'm alright.
Can I just say before I came here, I had the freshest. I've just freshly shaved.
You are.
We should spray like
Beautiful.
You are.
put alcohol
You know what I
on his
get?
head,
You know what you
it'll
get?
burn.
No. You know what I get? Beautiful little bit of the Nivea, the sensitive
Oh yeah.
cream.
You put Nivea in there.
And I just rub it on the skull, and it makes it nice and smooth,
No,
and makes
it's
it so you
shiny.
don't get beautiful,
It's shiny.
beautiful.
It's shiny. We probably need to like put a bit of bloody powder on your
Yeah,
head
I
just
know.
to take
Ever
it.
since
like
ever
Judd.
since I went to head shave,
It's like Judd, leave it.
Okay. That's the best, mate. Once it goes off, man.
Juddy.
And mate, you really needed to do the head shave a while back.
Did I ever? Sometimes you just can't hold on to things in life, Rocco. Sometimes you've got to let go and cut the cord.
You know, seriously, if you stayed like that,
It was the worst.
I like it.
if he stayed
Like
like
an
that,
idiot.
mate,
The screamer.
you would have never had female company
I
for
know.
the rest of your life.
I know.
That was like, but
You never
now
know.
you're
Some
like,
women have got weird fetishes, man.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know.
That's true. Anyway,
Air fetish.
Merino Brothers. Merino Brothers.
See, if you spend over $60, you get next day delivery. and
Proud
free.
sponsor of Banana of the Week.
Yeah,
Top
got a
Dog
good one.
Liquor. Proud sponsor of.
Oh,
goes
I
round.
saw Lyndon.
Oh, did you?
I saw him at the game.
I've never seen him.
Right.
Did you?
same.
I've
Yeah.
never seen him.
He sees him
Lyndon.
every time.
Saw Lyndon
he
at the
stays
game.
there for 8 hours after the game.
Yeah.
No, not after,
Digressing
before the
and that.
game. Before the
waits.
game.
Yeah,
He
he
waits
waits
for
here
people
like
to
He was
say
in
hello.
he was in America
You know,
again.
he's like one of those kids waiting for the hand stuff.
standing
You know,
with
with
me.
the players, and they never
Who?
get it. And he, got one. Yes, mate.
Standing
me.
outside gate 3 waiting.
Me. The fuck?
One of those little kids. Please hit my head.
What
I'm never
about
washing
this
hand.
one here, North Seafood Bar and Grill?
Oh.
You've missed
How
that
good
for
was
that.
Ange last week?
Oh, he was fucking great. Proud sponsor of Legend of the Jumper Punch. Yeah, that's how he set the whole one.
Yeah.
And this week, you know who got on this week?
This week,
Yeah.
last week was Matthew Allen.
Yeah, and this week, number 5.
Who, Judd?
Membership player.
He'll get it. He'll eventually get it.
Oh, Andrew McKay.
Andrew
Or
McKay. We talk about that too. So
Yeah.
everyone make sure you catch that. Now, so that's 8 p.m. Wednesdays.
It's a good get. It's a
Yeah.
bloody good get.
I'm telling you. And now,
Does he
listen.
still work there?
Nah.
No,
Oh.
no. So this interview was
That's why we're over the
that
game.
good. This interview was that good. It's a two-parter.
Oh wow. How long was it?
Over 2 hours.
Fuck.
I'm telling you, he goes into everything, but we'll talk about that. But anyway, the other show is, of course, Blue Sunday.
Yep.
With
Peter Brown.
Peter
Brown, Joe, and Vince.
Luciano.
So everyone have a bit of a look at this.
Start to put some scoreboard pressure on. Everyone else lifts around, and then other people that are perhaps not quite in the game start to become relevant in the game, and then they can start to contribute either with tackles or smothers or blocks or things like that, so that it actually creates more pressure on the opposition backline in the first quarter and a half, and then the ball was coming out too easily, and then they were getting caught out of position. The same thing happened with St Kilda in the second half. They were coming up the ground and they were getting caught out because of the turnover, and like we were saying before, the hunting impacts and stuff like that creates opportunities. And you could see early in the third quarter, you could see that they were starting to look inside again and starting to take a couple of risks. Okay, a couple of them didn't turn, they got turned over, and there was opportunities for St Kilda to perhaps put more scoreboard pressure straight on after half time, but it didn't come, and then Carlton were able to do that. The Connings goal out of the pack, whilst people have a look at that and go, shit, that was arsey. No, what they did was that actually sparked them a little bit, and they actually created opportunity from that.
Yeah.
He was spot on. Exactly. Always spot on. And always a little bit critical if he has to be, even after wins.
Good.
He looks at it.
So what?
Because you can't just rest on your morals.
All you do is call it as you see it.
That's it.
People agree with it or disagree with it. That's the beauty of it.
But the other big show.
Oh, mate, you fired up big time, mate.
Now, last week I felt a bit sorry because no one else could get a word in, right? And I just had to... Anyway. And this week's going to be worse. I'm telling you now, it's all over. Because I saw Manny today, and guess what?
He's still alive.
Yeah, and he's trying to make
Is he
excuses
limping
now.
like Dacos?
Oh, man, he's not only is he limping, he's walking a little bit funny because what I did to him last week.
Upper piece.
And
Right. So let's have a look at what happened last week.
Poor Manny.
What happened after the game? Nothing. Zero. I send him a message, and his comment was, "You were lucky." That was his comment. You were
I love
lucky.
how he shakes his
Then
head.
when I
It's like,
said,
you know, the Judge Judy
"Meet me
defense.
outside,
They're
you
like,
fraud," the bloke was already in the train. He was one of the guys who left early. Perfect. So what you're saying now is that he acted on his free kicks, correct? So let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at the first one. Oh, look at this. I'm clearly around. There's goal number one, mate.
Yeah,
Let's have a look at the second one.
Show the angle
Oh,
you
look
want
at
to show.
this. Clear mark. Clear mark. There's goal number two. Tell me where the acting is, mate. Let's fuck off, Maynard, you dud. All right, let's go to three. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, clear around the neck. There's your goal number three.
what do they call it? Rear naked
Let's have a look
choke.
at this one. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, clearly
Yeah,
great.
Left arm around his Guernsey.
That is a clear free kick. And let's have a look at number five. Oh, look at this. That's absolutely smashed you. Tell me where free kicks, Manny.
Rocco,
It looks
because
good to you all
because you just want to
fucking
sit
week.
here and
Let's
talk.
have a look at this one here. Mason
You
Cox.
have to check his
Look
number.
how
Then
smart
you got
are
subbed
you.
off.
Oh, we're looking at a number, are we? We're trying to be smart. Who are you?
Try to lift
Well,
free
let me
back.
show you.
Just said
who
24,
this is.
24.
Let me show you, Mason
Oklahoma
Cox.
State.
Bang! Let me show you, Mason Cox.
Yeah.
Bang!
Yeah.
Let me show
Fantastic,
you,
Rocco.
Mason Cox. Bang!
Good to see that you're
Let me show you, Mason
No
Cox.
worries.
Bang!
You guys just beat us this second game, so we beat you. We slaughtered you.
All right, so
for the
I'm
first
glad
game.
you could say that.
You won
Get a
the
word.
Let's have a look at how
Collingwood
we just beat
excuses.
you.
Now you just
Oh, look at the flipper.
Disposals, 363 to Carlton, 338. While you've had more disposals,
Whatever to the word.
Efficiency, 75 to 73.
Yeah.
Now your efficiency's a lot better.
Have you heard of
Well,
these?
maybe we had more free kicks. Wait a second, no. We had less the free kicks than you. I'll tell you where we beat your shit side. Clearances, 31 to 41. Stoppage clearances, 19 to 28. Contested possessions, 109 to 142. Tackles, 54 to 64. Tackles inside 50, 7 to 13. You didn't just beat us. We dismantled your shit side.
Hey, Rocket.
Did anyone speak on the show?
No, it went on for about 45 minutes where I just went on his rant. Yeah.
Just lost it at him.
Yeah.
Did Quinn just rock up for the sake of just showing his face?
Yeah, they didn't say nothing right till the end. So, and
Because they lost to Melbourne that week, yeah?
yeah, so no, they lost to.
Last
Yeah,
week.
they lost to Melbourne, yeah. So anyway, look, it was a bit of fun. This week's going to be worse for him because I'm just going to... So everyone catch that. Forever Rivals, 7 p.m. on the Wednesday.
You should have heard my dad after Collingwood lost to Hawthorn. You saw the video I sent you?
I did hear your dad and we can't put that on camera.
We can't put that on camera. No, we cannot put that on camera.
That was very good. All right, guys. We are here for one reason and one reason only. All right, Carlton and St Kilda and Carlton. It was at the bloody Marble Stadium on a Sunday, and we slowly dismantled them. We did just a little bit at a time. The score, what was the score?
It was like a lab rat.
54 to 73.
54 to 73.
8-6 to 10-13, and I will confirm that. I haven't looked at it. I just know it by memory.
Nah, and it's up on the screen, but
8-6 to 10-13. Yep.
So there you go. So that was good. So we'll get into that now.
Yes.
One thing we've missed
Yes.
since we've been gone is
Ba-ba-da-ba!
Mother's Journal.
It's back.
Hey, this is especially for Mission Brown over there.
Hey, Jimmy Marone.
Jimmy Marone.
It's gone quiet.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, no, before we left.
Yeah,
you
before we
slayed
left.
him. All right, so where am I going from? Mummy.
So you got here when?
Yesterday.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning?
5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you must have been jet lagged.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Well, for the people that, I don't know, it's an ATS, 84 or 94, he reckons I sell cocaine to fund my whole trip. I do, bro.
Who said that?
ATS 90, 84.
Where was this?
He's in my inbox. He lives in my inbox.
Does he?
I live in his head rent free.
Who?
This bloke who watches the show, man.
Oh, is he like, does he like you, or is he just like, is he a disliker?
Well, I don't know. I think he likes me, but he dislikes. But I think he wants to be part of like us and
Who is he?
Yeah, this bloke, Ats. Yeah, Ats. Look, he just like.
And you respond back to it?
No, never. Oh wait, we.
Oh no, he does. Yeah.
No, I don't respond to him, Ray. Mars, you will happily eat your words about forfeiting the season if we win this weekend, bro. The 13th of July. That was against
July.
Port Adelaide.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
so we won that. So he's come in right when we started a winning streak,
Yeah,
right?
well, that's
anyway,
a lot of people.
that's
We'll
normal.
get into
Bet you're glad Carlton did a forfeit the season. Hey, bro, make sure you get a serving of humble pie over there. Hey, bro, how many bags did you sell to pay for that trip?
Oh, he's a taker.
Hey, bro, I baked you a humble pie yesterday, and now you're back in Melbourne. Can you please deliver? I'll give you my address, bro. Seriously, come to my front door. I seriously live in Gladstone Park. Come find me, bro, and leave that on there. I'll come to my front door, bro.
I reckon it's Mars Smokes Ganja.
I think it is.
I reckon it could be. Maybe it could be Mars Smokes Ganja.
Ats
Sounds like a piss take.
Ats is like a character from Top Boy. It's like a UK show about like gangs and all that in London, and they sell cocaine and shit like that. And he's a little kid. He's dead though. He dies on the show. But anyway, but yeah, you come to Gladstone Park and you come knock on my door. If you inbox, I give you my address, bro. Seriously, because I love it.
I love it. We love the messages.
I don't shy away from these people. I love these people.
That's what makes the show.
Oh yeah, I've come back. Fuck, we're on 7 games in a row.
It's the best, man. And
Alright.
jump straight on.
So we're from we're going to do it Miles' journal. We'll do it. We won't do it it's 3 months, man. How can I fit, how much can I fit? So
it's not about the game, just in case you're wondering.
The game, it was kind of like Carlton season. I was sleeping for the first half. Then I woke up and it just, oh shit, everything ignited. Goals galore and just shit was happening.
Yeah, it's true.
It was exactly like Carlton season.
That's exactly what's happened.
Played like dog shit in the first half. I thought they were alright. And then, they just come to life. But anyway, so I started, we did England together.
London, as everybody knows.
London, yeah,
and I came back and
I'll never forget.
He started.
You got darts?
Yeah, we're at the
went
darts.
to the darts, man.
How good was that?
There was the lady next to us. There were a few
Bro, they were tanked.
They were gone.
They were tanked there.
God.
They were tanked.
Mind you, as well, for those wondering, chicken chips and a Petty Mac, 50 Australian dollars.
Wow.
It's because of the conversion rate. So you're going to get missiled everywhere you go in Europe, right?
Get reamed.
But, bro, the darts were sick.
Yeah, the darts were amazing.
The best thing, obviously, that we did was go to the Arsenal.
Of course.
But that feeling being inside there, it's something I can't...
the Emirates. Yeah, it's out-of-body experience.
And they won that game?
Yeah,
5-0.
5-0.
Yeah, it was a good win too. And they had cash on there, we won. And,
yeah.
Fuck, that was a good day, bro. Fucking over 3.5 goals, over what was it? Arsenal into over 2.5 to win, and just.
And we met. And then the night out we had.
Yeah, that was fantastic. We were with his mate from SEN, Jordan Canales.
Shout out, he's leading our World Cup call.
Women, yeah.
The World Cup call at the moment.
He's a good bloke, man. Top bloke. Usually, like people that come into the inner sanctum, you kind of like not judge, but like you go. He's this bloke, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know when
it worked out alright.
Nah, he's top bloke, quality bloke.
And you also met the bloke who does the Arsenal
Arsenal fan, so Don Robbie.
Yeah,
Turkish, did the show to all the guys.
Lee, because he has.
And then Lee, we became fucking.
Yeah,
now we're fucking very good friends with him.
Yeah, so
I love that.
When you come to London, don't book accommodation. Stay with me.
Yeah,
I love that.
So yeah,
and you went on the show, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
On the Invincibles podcast. That was good, man. It was fucking quality. And then they left, and then I went to Paris.
Yes.
I went to
other people.
They're pricks there. Fucking pricks. They're rude. They push in line. I'm serious. I'll give you.
He hates the line pushes.
I can't stand. So I'm a CUNT of a bloke, right? I know that, but I've got manners around people that like don't push in.
I hate line pushers.
Be clean. Yep. Just like little shit
that
like that, yeah. But
things.
Line pushers, I had a go at
because
one
you wait all that time, and someone comes and pushes in.
Yeah. So, but anyway, off the people for now. I went to the Louvre, which is it's like an art gallery there. I spent 7 hours in there. I did the whole Louvre. Massive. If you like art,
you enjoy it?
Yeah, I like that stuff. So I'm into that stuff. So yeah, that was really good. Saw the Mona Lisa. Like people were pushing for like a selfie in front. I was just slating them all.
That's only small, isn't it?
Nah, it's probably like that big.
Okay.
Alright, it's that big. It's big. Like I got like good picture of it. I went in front of it, I got my picture, and then like I pissed off. But I wasn't there for that. I was there for other things.
Was there any protesters there like glued themselves?
No, I wish there was, man. I would have decked them. I would have helped security. Man. But no, there wasn't any of that. And then I went to the Arc de Triomphe, and then I did the Eiffel Tower. But then the next day I went to Roland Garros, so the tennis.
Oh yeah.
That was.
I actually saw.
I did like main centre court. I did the second court. I did outside. I watched Diminal get rolled by some Argentinian. That was grouse. But I think Australian Open's got over them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Australian Open's the best.
As far as the whole event.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Well, Roland Garros is probably.
Yeah, it's good, but they're like limited. Like they limit the tickets, so it's not overly crowded. It's crowded, but not overly crowded. But
a bit more prestigious, isn't it?
Yeah, I did like a dinner there and all that shit. I just wanted the ticket for the centre court, so I got that. But yeah, that was really good. And then I went to Disneyland. One thing is, if you go early to everywhere in Europe, you will do what you have to do. If you get up at like 9 a.m, like I get up at like 5, but if you get up at 9 a.m, you'll get everything done. These people are lazy. They don't wake up until like 11 a.m. They get there. I did one ride 4 times in 30 minutes at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I did like 27 rides.
And that's huge at Disneyland, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the one in the biggest one is in Orlando in
America.
In America, but this is like
bigger
Japan.
than the Waverley car park.
It was. It's sick. It's sick though. If you got kids and all that, and you want to go, you go. And,
Nah,
you know,
Disneyland was sick.
you see
I've been
Walt
to
Disney
Disneyland in
and touch
LA,
up and
man.
that
Actually,
shit,
my
yeah.
daughter's there now.
Actually, I did say with
Yeah, she's
with
in
the
Orlando though. She's in America.
What's the
That's
boyfriend's
the
name
biggest
again?
No.
Is she in
Taylor.
Paris?
What's
No,
what's
she's in Orlando.
Taylor's
Yeah, in
boyfriend's
LA.
name again?
No, isn't it?
LA. No,
Yeah.
it's in Orlando.
No, LA.
There's two.
is
There's
in-
two.
we
Aren't there
in
two?
Omaha or
Oklahoma. No.
Florida?
no.
No.
Anyway,
Anyway,
off that shit
Whatever.
country.
it's in LA.
Yeah.
What's Taylor's boyfriend's name again?
Jaden.
Jaden.
Oh,
That's
I thought
right.
he wasn't
Yes.
going to remember that shit. Yeah, far out.
Actually-
How drunk are you,
And
man?
you know why they've gone there?
Oh, Taylor Swift.
yeah,
That's right. Yeah. He's gone there for Taylor Swift.
No.
Well, he's gone.
He's gone there because she's
in.
Well,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Good boy.
a
Happy
banana,
wife, happy life.
Nearly.
a banana you follow.
So then I left there.
What do you do?
That's it. I left
That's
there.
a
I'm
good
going to cut
habit.
it.
Twiddle thumbs, mate. Twiddle thumbs, mate. Twiddle thumbs,
It's under
mate.
the thumb, man. That's what you do for a woman, yeah?
Everything you got to do, whatever you
Love,
can.
man. Love, bro.
Yeah.
So I left there, left France, and then I went to Milan.
Wow.
I watched another boyhood club. I've been AC Milan, going into the San Siro, and I watched Zlatan Ibrahimovic retire. I'm actually on their footage.
Yeah.
Oh
If
wow!
you
On
see
their
it.
footage. Yeah, I'm on.
Can
their
we get
footage.
that up? We'll get that up.
Yeah, I'll just put a little
Right.
clip in the thing.
Go up.
Yeah, I'm on their footage.
All
And,
right,
bro,
yeah.
the whole stadium was crying. And as you do, if you love soccer or football, you know, I've been following so I was crying too. Everyone was just crying.
Really?
Yeah, I cried. I cried at the Arsenal game before we left. I didn't want to leave the stadium because we were singing London Forever. Yeah.
Oh, it's goosebumps. It's like as soon as it's literally
like-
it's automatic goosebumps.
I'm not going to put on the same tier. It's like below it, but it's like you'll never walk alone.
Yeah.
It's actually goosebumps.
And like I didn't want to
Oh.
leave. Like those, like I teared up. Like I had the glasses on, like no one could see me, but I cried.
Are you one of them? You cry, but you don't want to know what to
No,
know.
like that, but at the AC Milan game, it was like that was unreal as well. That was like
right?
being in the San Siro because they're gonna tear it down. It's like I always wanted to go there as a kid. So the
Was
Giuseppe
it the same
Meazza-
feeling like when Judd went down?
Oh, you can't. There's something indescribable about these European stadiums.
You know what it is? No, it's not. It's not indescribable. It's like going to Prince's Park, and you have that feeling when you're at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when we went there, I described it as you're being at home. It's like fucking hell.
It's like-
it's a family. And it's all it is like Arsenal supporters. It's like when you go to Prince's Park, it was just Carlton supporters.
And we've lost that now.
Yeah, that's what that's why I love Geelong.
Yeah.
Because they said, no, fuck you, we're going to keep it and we're going to build the stadium and we're going to, make it
That's
bigger.
something you can't.
You can't replicate that. You can't.
And you know,
50,000 screen, like we're gorillas, like at Arsenal, 60,000.
and it's our home.
Yeah.
Like it's ours. Like you're walking into our home. Like now you go to the G or whatever.
The
You
way
know-
it opens up, like, because I mean, it's literally houses, just
Yeah.
suburb, it's just
And then
suburban, then just opens up.
Yeah, unreal.
It's a feeling
the
you
other-
get, like even talking about it, I get goosebumps. Like seriously, I got like goosebumps. Like you can't, I haven't felt that, like the last time I felt that was when I was a kid at Prince's Park. Seriously.
Yeah, no.
I haven't
I've
felt
always
that ever
said,
at the footy.
No, you don't feel it anymore.
I don't feel,
You know,
maybe if we play a final, but it's like, it's not.
No, but it's still not. You
You
know
don't-
when
it's like it's a fabric, it's a fibre that it's
you're right,
embedded. It's like fucking. I wish we had this.
It's like
again.
we'd never been to the stadium, but it's like we'd been every week.
Yeah, it was amazing.
You're part of it. And you know where I felt, not that I felt it, but I felt that it was similar with the Sydney Cricket Ground. When I walked in there, it just felt
all the Sydney and all the Sydney supporters.
It just felt like you were in their
You're
home.
in their home. Yeah, you're going into their.
And it was old, and it
territory.
was just like you could feel like you just could feel.
That's why people say the away games are hard, mate.
It's got history. There's
It's got
something
it.
The
about
away games
it.
are tough.
It's unbelievable.
Some they took away.
So
from
yeah, I
us.
did that. Did Milan, and then I left. I went to Sardinia. Yeah, always wanted to go there as a kid.
Yeah.
It's somewhere that not many tourists go.
Yeah.
In Italy, so it's the island to the left of Italy. If you got the money or whatever, we got the time, go to Sardinia.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And then I went to
What's the place in Sardinia, the beach that everyone goes to?
Ooh, where?
in Sardinia.
I went to Porto Cervo, which is at the top.
There's another place that they all go to. It's got a nice name. You know what? I'm going to Google it. Go on. Sorry to interrupt.
And then
you.
I went to Palermo. So I started my whole tour of Italy by
And you were by yourself?
I was by myself at this point in Milan, and I met some bloke that sat next to me. He was from Amsterdam, and he lives around the world. He works for like Patagonia, and we were meant to meet up, or we didn't meet up. But like you meet these people along the way.
That's the best way. I'm telling you.
It was fucking awesome. And then I went to Palermo, and then I went down to Taormina.
Taormina, good old Taormina.
It's very, very beautiful. Now it's like condensed with Melburnians there. It's like Melbourne there at the moment. When I went, there was no one there yet because it started June. Weather was like 35 degrees every day. And then I went to Messina. So this is where I start the leg of the tour, where I go to visit all my nonnies' hometown. So I went to Messina. That's where my mum is from. And then I went across. You take the ferry across. I forget how much the ferry is across. It's a 20-minute ride. It was like $2.50.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if I wanted to go high or low.
$2.50, bro. Like, unreal. And then you go across 20 minutes to get to the mainland. And then I went to Bagnara, Calabria. So I met some family there from my mum's side. That's where my nonno's from.
How good's the food there?
You can put some pictures up, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
But you weren't
Different
putting
level.
up pictures of the food, yeah.
Fresher.
Mate. You can't, like the only place you can replicate that is being at your nonna's house.
Yeah.
Like there's no restaurant in the world in Australia that you can't replicate the food down there.
Right.
Like even the street food and all that. Like you're seeing like things and you just go and eat it.
Yeah.
So Bagnara went there. Then I went to where Nonna Marinella's from, our nonna.
Oh, yeah.
Lamezia Terme in Calabria.
And then she's from like Nicastro, a little town there. I had a cornetto, which it's a filled croissant.
Like a brioche.
Warm.
Like a little brioche.
No, it's a croissant. I got the pictures, and then I had I forgot. It's like a scroll. You would have loved it. It was like warm and that. And the guy comes out and he's speaking in Italian. He tells me, "Yeah, go sit outside. It's a come like an Alpine." He's like, "No." So you sit outside and like it's all like.
Oh, I love it.
The place I was thinking of in Sardinia, Costa Smeralda.
Smeralda. Yeah. I went there. I went from there as well.
Costa Smeralda.
And then so I went there, and then I worked my way up. Went to Tropea.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit further up of Calabria. What a place. I got like drone shots and all that. Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, yeah. So you did the whole drone thing?
Yeah, I did the drone, yeah. I did try to do most of it. And then I went to, where did I go after that? Fuck, it's so many places. Because I was, at this point, I was doing like day by day, waking up at 4 a.m. I'd drop my stuff off at the, like every single place I was staying, and I'd leave it there. I'd say just bring it up to the room, whatever, and I'd go walk for like, I don't know, 15, 20 Ks. I just walked the whole city.
Yeah, that's the best way to look at it.
Because they're little towns, yeah. Then I went, I went to Napoli.
Oh, you got to go to Napoli.
Fuck, they're crazy there.
They're
crazy there.
Oh, God, yeah.
They're crazy. And I just got there a week or 2 weeks after they wrapped up the league, Napoli. So there's shit everywhere.
Painted blue.
Yeah, everywhere blue. It was like fucking...
So Napoli as well, for those wondering, their dialect in Italian, you can't understand
I couldn't understand it. I could a little bit because we watched a show called Gamora.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
It's saying about that when we do our market cuts.
Yeah.
We're going to go into a bit of that.
Okay, all right. Oh, there you go.
And we'll make you understand how different one dialect is to another.
Ridiculous.
Some of the stuff I was saying,
you just
what
look
are
at
you
them.
saying? I'm like,
Right.
okay. Like that. And then I did that, and then I went to where our nonno's from, who I'm named after, Massarosa. So that's in...
Was your nonno Mars?
Marcello.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be smart.
And my dad's is after our bisnonno,
Yeah.
Gino.
Yeah. So I went to there, and mate, if I could live anywhere in the world, it'd be there.
Would it?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Like being there, like, so I picked up why they are like they are. So, and then the one that touched me the most is obviously Nonno Marcello, is that the way that he built the beach house is the way that they would build the stuff out there.
See?
And the way he set it up is like the same.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like
You brought a little bit of home.
It's touchy, man.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's unreal. That's unreal. Yeah, that's
Crazy.
good. That's good. That's good.
That's right. It's your life, mate. It's
That's
everything.
good, man. Like family and seeing like he
Then,
amazing.
he met his brother, Nonno Marcello's brother.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Fuck, it's exactly like him.
Really?
It's fucked.
And there's a little So our bisnonno.
If you put it up, you can put
Yeah,
it
we'll
up.
put, so
There's a
our
plaque.
bisnonno, who we never met,
No.
but we just hear stories about him. He turned 100. And he got the letter from, you get the certificate, Comune di Masarosa, blah,
did
blah,
he?
the letter
I was
from the
gonna say a letter from the
representative.
Queen,
Yeah, it's
but-
crazy.
It's like the same thing, yeah. And just going there, like, it's like fucked.
Milan, he went to see our cousins in Milan.
Yeah, I stayed there for like 5 days. Yeah. So I did all that. We went to Lake Como together and all that. So it's just
Zio Giovanni is that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just reminded like of who he was.
Yeah.
It's like fuck.
Crazy.
So I did that, and then left fucking Italy. Then I met up with mates. So I went to Greece. Athens was the first.
We
and-
saw that.
Yeah, that's so that part of the trip. So I did that. It was like party, and then I went to Italy. It was like culture and all that.
Yeah.
And then I went to.
What about the video you sent me? You were stirring me up.
Oh, hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
We're listening, Rocco.
Everyone doing the same. Hey, listen.
At the pool.
Fucking, we were, man, Greece, it got to party atmosphere, party mode, and that's when it was a drink in my hand every day for like 50, 60 days.
Yeah.
Like, Greece was crazy, to say the least.
Yeah.
I stayed up one night until like 8 a.m. I stayed up for like 48 hours twice.
Yeah, it's gross.
No gear as well, just drinking. I was happy that I was away from Melbourne, Australia.
That's not us, man. We don't do that shit.
No, don't do that. But yeah, then I was knocking on doors as I was going back, and I FaceTimed my boss. He was losing it. I FaceTimed Michael. I was doing it, and I've gone into my mate's like room. What are you doing? He's giving a missile too. Bro, some of the shit that happened, and then so after Greece. So you meet these people along the way, and like we told some bloke that we met, he's from Sydney. I call him Roxy Kebabs because he looks like he's from Roxburgh Park. He's not Lebanese, he's Palestinian, but he looks Lebanese, yeah. And we told him we told him to come part of our trip.
Oh,
so he joined us for another 5 days, and he came.
Was he on his own too?
Yeah, he was on his own.
Oh wow!
So we told him, you want to come on it, come with the boys, and we did Rome, Florence together. We did Nice. Nice is beautiful.
Nice is nice.
Nice is nice.
Like David Neats. Nice and neats. Nice and neats.
We did Monaco as well. I went to Monte Carlo, went to the casino there, and did the track of the walk. And what else? The best place in Italy that I went to was Florence.
Yeah.
Please.
Why?
Just like there's got an aura about it because it's an old city, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where
the heart of the home of the Renaissance.
Yeah.
The Renaissance era. You think about
they speak fluent Italian.
This place, right? I know we're going, but these places, the history, like the people,
so
and
rich.
the art, and
It's so rich.
It's incredible. Leonardo da Vinci,
I know.
Michelangelo.
People know who these people are,
like
No, I know who they
Caravaggio.
are,
but
but
you don't. People just don't understand.
nah, because they're so far. Like
We're
so far away from it,
and
and also
we don't learn
get
about
upset. People were getting upset about what pronouns to fucking use,
Yeah.
and you've got this history
Yeah, it's
that has made us today that people are just forgetting about. I just
going through like all those places. Like Florence was my favourite. I would go back there again and spend a lot more time there. But you go through these places and you eat their regional dishes.
Yep.
And you taste it, like the cacio e pepe in Rome.
Oh.
You got arancini or aracinette in Sicily, like Calabria.
Yeah.
Man, like I had the best dish I've ever eaten was in Viareggio, which is it's in Tuscany, just outside of like the Tuscan hills, where our nonno's from.
just to the left, towards the sea.
It's on the sea. It's on the sea.
Yeah.
Mate, it's a carbonara, but al mare. The freshest fish I've ever eaten, but in a carbonara sauce.
From the sea, correct.
Mate, it's the best dish that's ever touched my mouth. It's probably, it was fucking seriously better than my nonna's food, man. It was that good, man.
And
Like, I can just remember the taste.
And this is the thing. That's what brings us all together: the food and that. And if like
But the people too, there, like going
No,
to
the
those, like I love the smaller towns because
of course,
because there's no tourists there.
exactly.
And you can you feel like what that city is about or that little town
100%.
is about. Like you're walking through it, like you say you chow and you have a little conversation and you go to the next person or whatever. And it's like, it's something that you need to do. If you're like from like a European got heritage or anywhere in the world, you got to go and see where.
Go back to your roots.
100%, man. Because you feel at home, even though you never...
Like, we're Australian, we're born here. We're proud to be Australian. But like, there is like... There's a certain aura. You feel at home. Yeah, you're like, wow. And people go, oh, do you get sick of the food because it's repetitive? And it's like, but you don't eat the same thing. You're like, you're on like a journey. It's like amazing. Food, we did wineries. We went out to nightclubs in Florence, walking home at 5 a.m, meeting the... Like, you got women here, and mind you, the Italian women...
They're a different breed, aren't they?
No, my head was on like a gyroscope.
Where do I swivel of the camera here?
Where do I look? But like you go, and then I went out with Luca, which is our cousin's. Like in Milan, crazy, letting off fireworks. Nothing. There was no event. They're just letting off fireworks on the tram tracks. I'm like, what's going on here? They're just.
And
crazy.
You know what? I reckon you would have felt safer there walking home at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I did. I felt like nothing was going to happen to me.
Safer than Reservoir, I'll tell you that.
I would be scared to walk out in Melbourne. You know that like, nothing's going to happen to you. Nothing. Everyone's like, but it's like going like where Connie's from. So seeing like their kids there because they're like Oliver's like 7 or 8, something like that.
Now, 8
and then you got the little one Layla as well. But seeing them go to school. And like all these kids, like they got to wait for their parents to go and pick them up or somebody they know. But the kids, how they converse with each other, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the kids in here, they don't know how to speak to each other. They all got phones in their hands.
That's right.
They've lost. They don't know how to say hello. These kids, like they got the expressions they use is like I couldn't believe it. Like being there is like. What the hell? These kids are smarter than us.
Yeah.
But the way that they use the language, it's like it's even when we went to London too. The kids that are like 6 years old, like they sound so smart.
Yeah.
Like the way they pronounce things. And
here things seem just too regimented and sanitized.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the problem,
it's
right?
It's organic over there.
What is the culture here, as well? You know.
Well, where's the culture?
You know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you've got this whole mixture and plethora. It's like, you know, when you say the minestra of merda. Not that I'm saying in Australia.
No, it's not.
But you've got all these things. What's the one thing that whereas Italy, it's Italy. Greece, it's Greece. England, it's England. You know?
Yeah.
Australia's how old? It's only, Australia as a nation is only 200 years old, is what we are now.
And that's why.
But it's only like 100 years old, let's be honest.
But the
when
best
we come
culture...
over 70 years.
That's right.
What's the most interesting culture?
It's the indigenous.
It's the indigenous culture. Is the most interesting culture in Australia.
Years and years. It takes generations.
They've been here for 50,000 years. These people.
That's right.
And then I did. So after that, did Greece. Greece was like another one. We were just getting pissed and like partying every night was a party. Yeah.
No.
After Greece, couple mates. Oh, we did Rome and that. Did Nice. Nice was beautiful. The people in France, Nice. Tip-top food there is unbelievable as well. Monaco, they worked their way back here. Florence did that. Rome, they did that. And then we pissed off to Amsterdam. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan. We were there for 3-4 days. I don't know what it is. Maybe if you like doing like zoobies and all that stuff. Like zoobies. Like fucking... that too.
that, Rocco, not that.
Yeah, we went past the red light district and I'm like, yeah, it's like a novelty, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't like do any of that.
A lot of those places are like
it's a novelty. But I felt like that city it's like a copy paste city. Like you go through the canals, you go, and then you do the streets again, and it's the same thing over and over again.
You do one, you're doing all of them.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean that's what I mean. It was like it felt repetitive.
Yeah.
Like it was nice. You can do Amsterdam in one day. That's what I would say to somebody. Then we left there, and then we got to the mainstay of the whole trip is Tomorrowland.
Yeah. And we saw a bit of that.
Right. You don't need to go into detail with that. So.
That was unbelievable.
Party night and day.
It's like going to a country. You don't even have to go to any countries. You go there and you can. That's your trip done.
Yeah.
If you love EDM music, you don't even have to love EDM music. The people there are amazing. Like everyone comes together.
How many people?
Like every day is like 130,000. But the way that it is organised, I tell you what, Australia can learn a thing or two. Just any event that we organise, mate. You don't wait for it. Like a beer or a drink, you wait like 5 minutes max. The most I waited was 10 minutes, but I ordered 2 jugs of like drinks like that.
So what is there? Is there bars everywhere?
Bars, food. The food's like amazing. You got like there's just stages everywhere. Toilets, you never wait. There's people cleaning the toilets after you get out. It's like, mate, it is. It's the most well run. It's like a country.
I definitely want to.
There's people.
I want to do that.
So the average age is like.
Check him out. He was just about to say there's old people there.
There is. 25
What are you putting me for?
Mate, I saw somebody 70, 80 years old there.
All right, and again, now you're involving me in that.
Yeah, I'm being. You're old. You're not young.
Leaving, Rocco.
You're young in age. You're young in your feeling.
He'd fit in now, I reckon, too.
I definitely want to go.
But it was amazing. Going there and doing the 2 weekends there. Then in between that, we went to Poland. We did Auschwitz and Birkenau.
What was that like, by the way? Auschwitz.
Like
that would have been harrowing, I reckon.
I don't know. Yeah, it is. But being there is like because you're stepping where like fucking one massive piece of history is. You know what I mean? And you can't erase it. It's being there's like wow.
Yeah,
not in meaning like fuck, like this isn't like it's just like wow, like what fuck. This is where it all happened, and you go past. And you just see it and you go, shit.
Yeah.
The grand size of it all, and I mean, that's only like one part. It's like, it's huge, man.
And that was just not the only concentration camp.
Nah.
Yeah.
Scattered
There's
through
like
amazing,
four, like, there was like this 3 Auschwitz, or 4 Auschwitz, she was saying. And you go into the chambers and all that too, and it's like,
Yeah.
I think what I found amazing too.
Can't even imagine that.
Was, when all that happened, I think initially when the news reports came out about it, people thought it was like that can't be true. Like it's not a,
It's not a thing.
But
so
thank God for America.
So we go from the height of Tomorrowland weekend 1, and then we go to like Auschwitz, and then brought us down, and then we ended it with Tomorrowland weekend 2, mate. We now have Saturday is now known as Cup Day.
Why is that?
Because we're collecting cups. From 3 o'clock in the day until all night I was collecting cups.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like, day 13, like a cup snake. Yeah, I had 320 cups by the end. I went from the top of the hill into the mosh pit, to the front of the stage. Seriously.
It's a mess.
He's got the hat.
Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
it's a cord hat too, I like it.
Yeah.
And did you finish off in Dubai?
So I went to Dubai for like 6 days.
Just to relax, huh?
Yeah, just to relax. Fucking hell, man. That's
another place.
That's a wonderland over there. If you got coins, but you don't even need it. But being there, like I got off the plane, it was like 40 degrees. So I'm there in their summer, it was like 50 degrees if it was outside. Insane. But just being there, like people go, it's manufactured, it's this and that. But I look at Melbourne, like it's manufactured.
Everything's manufactured, yeah.
It's like the only cities that are like older. Like you go to Europe and all that, and you know they're
how old's Arabic history, Arabic cultures.
That's right. But being there, it's like everyone's like friendly there, nice. Like like people give it a perception that it's like but it's it's like amazing there. You could probably live there. You could live there.
We know a few people that live there.
We do know a few people that live there.
Ramo was on the couch.
Ramo, Rash. Someone who lives there is coming on the couch next week.
I would go
Someone
back.
else, that lives there, yeah.
He's got his fucking Dubai centre. He's got fucking dolphin gear on, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
I would go back there. So, I would go back.
I've never been. My missus has been, but we want to go.
Yeah,
when we go to
it's
Europe,
pretty
we want
sick.
to go to Dubai.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Like you're paying. Like I stayed in the Atlantis, so I stayed in the Palm, and then I stayed in the Royal. I did the double. So there's one there, and then they built the new one that's right next to it. So I stayed in the Royal as well, man.
Yeah.
The service in there is.
I can imagine.
They do things properly over there, don't they?
Was it a 7
So
star?
it's a 5-star, but it's claimed to be 7-star. The services and all that, it's got 7 stars. They got the Burj, I think it's Al Arab, which is the one with the helicopter pad. That's 7-star. But people that were staying in, I spoke to some people. They said it's better than the one, the Burj Al Arab. And then I went to the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like 150 or 60 stories up.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's an amazing city. Amazing city.
trip.
Yeah, it was. If I could, you need like hours to like the shit that got like. I've got like over 40,000 photos and videos.
Well, this has been the travel show.
Yeah,
Mars's journal.
Getaway with Mars.
Well, we've got how many? We've got like 2.5 months to catch up on.
Yeah.
So.
I would say if you're young, like,
do it.
Just go.
I've been saying. I say to my son. I say, man, you got to get out there and travel. And
Terry is the biggest advocate for that.
100%.
Biggest advocate.
I would actually. My thing would be stuff university. You finish high school
Well,
and go away.
can I just say something?
And then when you come back,
Obviously, you need the
Mate,
money or whatever.
let me tell you
If got-
fuck the money.
Yeah, I
The
know, but some
universities
people,
today,
But you don't need the money,
can study
mate.
the
abroad.
universities today are corrupt.
Yeah.
Not corrupt financially. Well, to a certain point they probably are. But mate, they don't. They infect the minds of people now.
But it's.
But the
I
thing
don't
is,
even think about it. It's not even about that. For me, it's about like I'm going through this kind of now. Like what they do, Liz, and you haven't got kids, but what they do, I don't know if you remember this, but at 15, 14, you got to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life.
yeah.
For the rest of your life, you better decide now.
You got to have kids now. You got to do this.
No, but not only that, what job you're going to do for the rest of your life, you have to know by 15 because you have to do those classes and that. And I'm thinking, like, how do you know? How do you know? Like, go out.
Well, he went from wanting to be an accountant to fucking working.
But this is what I mean. You just don't know, man. And as soon as you go travelling, and especially travelling on your own, you learn so much about yourself.
Your people skills becomes fuck it.
And
really,
then decide what to do. And if you can do it, I'm telling you, man, because this would anyway.
What a journal!
Yeah.
What a journal.
That's the best journal we've had.
Yeah, it was fun. But
All right.
That's
Thanks for joining us.
That was Getaway for Channel 9.
All right.
Oh, yeah, we'll get it. We've got a game.
We
got a game.
We do have a game.
All right. So we defeated St Kilda.
We've got stats.
All right, let's have a look at some.
Yep. So we're on the right. St Kilda's on the left. 56 inside 50s to 44. Hit-outs were even. Centre clearance. Look at stoppage clearances.
That was the big
A
one.
shellacking.
That was a big one.
When I kept
to 16.
looking up at the scoreboard and I saw us doubling their numbers, I go,
What's the most for the year? That would be nearly the most.
scratching my head. I go, how the fuck are we losing this game?
Yeah, well, this is the whole thing, man. And we'll talk
That
about
nearly
that.
the most for the year.
Be close to it.
Marks
Close to
and
it.
then
It's
tackles.
ridiculous.
I mean, they had 53 by half time.
Us or them?
Them.
Tackles.
Yeah.
Oh, they brought the heat.
Oh, they were made.
Oh, they brought the heat.
But
Yeah.
They 53, and then after that, we took over, and then the tackles inside 50 and all that. So, listen.
How many times have we hit the 400 disposal?
I think we've hit it a few times.
Maybe
But
a
we
couple
were
of
hitting
times.
that when we were going in that
In
four
the back,
patch,
yeah.
overusing the ball.
That's
and
the way they were using
Yeah.
the ball.
Yeah, so
got a few numbers here that I jotted down, which were really interesting. The one thing I wanted to say just before we get into the depths of this game is that, well, we probably are now. Did you feel, and I felt at the ground, and I felt that St Kilda, and I didn't know whether to really go with it. I thought, fuck, they're playing it just. I didn't like the way St Kilda was playing. I liked the way we were playing. I was frustrated at half time, but my thought process was if we can just clean up a little bit.
100%.
My other thought is it's getting hard in here, so I'll take it. The other thing I was thinking, and this was the first time we've been in this situation, right? Is that going to...
No, it's good.
He's getting...
I've got it, man. It's good today.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at it.
I don't like
Look.
it. No,
What do you want? I want
that.
on the thing.
Clip it on here. Trust me. That's
Doesn't
it.
like it, man. What do you
I
mean?
don't like it because the buzzes. It does. Yeah, just clip it.
Can I
on.
put it here?
No, it'll buzz.
Where do you want it?
Just clip it onto your t-shirt. Doesn't matter.
Now it's fucking buzzing.
Just clip it like this. Right.
Yeah, it can just hang.
That's it.
There you go. All right.
It'll be
Is
fine.
that comfortable or uncomfortable?
Nah, that's fine.
Anyway. He's spazzing out.
Because you're the one too, man. When if you hear that buzzing, man, you freak out. You go, "Oh man, there was that buzzing."
Oh, no, relax.
Anyway.
Relax, man. We're winning. He's talking.
Moving right along.
I wasn't the one who undressed.
I saw. Did you see his eyes when
Yeah,
you started?
fucking hell, man. Like a death eyes, man.
Because I'm the one who edits, and then I've got to fucking
Anyway.
go crazy trying to bloody.
I just lost my
clear
train
up
of
the
thought
buzzing.
here. Ah, yes.
Let's stop. Oh, yeah.
At half time, this is the first time we'd been in this particular position
Of course.
in this run,
Of course.
right? So the questions for me, there were other questions being asked, and I was a little bit pessimistic. Like, oh, can these boys respond? And I was a little bit worried.
I think everyone thought the same.
I kept saying, mate, we're playing with a bar of soap today.
Yep.
And then Dow, I was getting frustrated at Dowie because he had a couple of turnovers. And on the fan cams, I said, the problem with Dow is now, because the microscope is on him and
Every
has
little
been,
thing.
when he does something great, all Australian, he's the best player, I told you. Then when he does something wrong, and that's why he should be in the VFL. He shouldn't be on the list, right?
And that's what.
So I was erring.
There's no in between with him.
I
You
was
say
erring.
Dow, no in between.
I was erring towards that side, the pessimistic view with Dow. When people had to go, oh, geez, your tweet aged really well, blah blah blah. Mind you, he was about to be subbed off.
Exactly. Voss said he was about to sub him off before he kicked that goal.
He was all right. He was good. He had a good. He had a great moment. He had a great moment.
I reckon he had a great last quarter. I'm going to
Yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah. No,
I'm
no,
gonna
he
say
took-
it was
mate,
great.
the
I'm
pre-
telling
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah,
if
no.
you look at his possession.
No, I agree.
But up to then, he was he did what
He did what we know he's capable of, which for me is not good enough.
Yeah.
Right? And they know it's not good enough. But you've just got to deal with what you've got. And they did, right?
Dow
They
is
did.
Dow. Dow
Correct.
is not Chera. Dow is not Walsh.
Look, when I watched the replay back and looked at his game, I was probably a little too harsh with the tweet I sent out.
think it was
probably a little bit too harsh with the tweet I
Bro,
sent
there's a lot of players that do that every week. for
correct,
Carlton.
exactly.
Every
And that's
week.
why-
You know who the culprit is of that? I'll tell you, but no one says anything. Is George Hewitt. He's the worst at it. He can't kick.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
But he was good this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but this
Yeah,
week,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But I'm saying, like, people, because it's not a top 5 draft pick or whatever.
Yeah,
Dow
yeah,
was,
yeah, of
and
course,
you, like,
of course.
You don't have all
Yeah.
those connotations. That's why he doesn't get it. And Dow gets it. But
Yeah.
look, I thought he was all right. He wasn't like.
No.
But when he had his moment, he took it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I said.
and then, you know, people were quote tweeting me and
whatever,
saying, oh,
piece
yeah,
of
this
shit.
aged really well. I'm like, mate, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, you know what it is. There's a lot of
he
people.
supposed
Yeah,
to
no,
do?
but you know what it is. You got a forum that you speak to now.
Call it
People
as you
know
see
you,
it.
right?
That's okay,
Call it
that's
as you
fine.
see it.
I don't care.
But you put your neck on the line, and if he proves
Hey.
you wrong, he proves you wrong. Good.
One thing
can
is
only call what you
you
say.
got to put your balls on the line when it comes to that kind of stuff, right? Whatever.
yeah.
Great. Okay.
Cares?
An Essendon supporter out of all people quote to. All I tweeted was, this is what I tweeted, right? Paddy Dow's close to the never again file. I said we've been.
all right.
Oh, you know what? I'll read out word for word what I said, and people can make up their mind in the chat, right? People can make up their mind.
Yeah. And look,
I thought we'll finish before we left. When
Yeah, and-
when the Essendon go,
I'll tell you what I said.
Finished. Don't worry about the season. Forget
Paddy
about it.
Dow, close to the never again file. Lads playing with a bar of soap today. Half forward line non-existent, and the long bombs to Charlie when the scoreboard doesn't go their way continue. Basic skill errors.
Yeah.
Was that right? Probably after half time.
100%, and I mentioned that too. Like I was saying,
They
to
turned
Dylan,
into the
I was
first
saying,
half of the
why
season,
are they
bombing down the
Why are
line.
they bombing it? Especially St Kilda put
Right.
the extras there.
Yeah, and that was St Kilda forcing us to play
100%.
that way a little bit as well. They stifled us, right. Now, the Essendon supporter quote tweeted me the first time I put out, that's a disgraceful tweet, that's terrible, blah, 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 blah,
I'm
blah.
not wishing death upon him. You're just observing.
I said
You're
he's
seeing
close
what
to
you
the
see.
never again file, which he is. He's uncontracted, didn't have the greatest first half when I was watching
Did
the
you
game
respond
live.
back to him?
No, before.
I was going to say, don't respond back. Just
I
put your tweet
I
out.
barely
and go.
respond back to anyone on those things. I'll put
Yeah.
it out. People can say what they want, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing that I looked at when I watched back the replay, I thought, oh, he was okay. He was all right. He was good in that first half. He was okay.
But he's
Okay.
It wasn't
No
the
knock,
worst.
no real knock,
It
right?
wasn't the worst.
The
It was
worst
only
was Fogarty.
well, yeah.
Yeah, he was a ghost. Then when he kicked the goal, mate, he was a fire starter. He was the one. The goal on the run after a series of handballs, bang, it all starts.
I think he needs that though.
Yes,
He needed
it
that
all
goal.
starts.
Because he hadn't kicked a goal yet.
And mate, if there was a camera on me during that moment when he kicked that goal,
Mate, you were pumped, man. It was one of the biggest
It was a big raw.
raw.
Oh, and then
Huge.
The Essendon supporter then quote tweeted me again and said, you don't get to support him when you're, when you've just done this to him, disgraceful. What kind of a supporter are you? Blah, 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 blah. But this is the thing. They just look at one chasm and one little thing that you've said and they go, ugh.
It was good. Yeah.
So
No,
anyway,
all right.
so that was that. Mate, Paddy, if you pull the Carlton Guernsey on, I love you.
Of course.
But loving you doesn't mean if I think you're playing poorly that I ain't going to give you a clip, or you're playing well, I'm not going to hug you and say,
As I always say, it's like you're expecting better of him because you know he can do better.
Of course.
You know he
well,
can.
Voss said at half time in the press conference, he said, he goes, I went in at half time and I asked the boys, how do you want to play?
Yeah, I know. They did.
How do you want to play?
And they responded.
What do you want to do?
And that was the main thing. They responded. The way I saw that first half, I looked at it different because Dylan was freaking out. What are they doing? And I go, mate, and I truly believe this, right? their first half wasn't as bad as everyone thought.
I think St Kilda didn't take all their opportunities to put us
They
away.
didn't take-
And mind you, the one before half time, the Ollie Hollands, bro.
Yeah.
I think that kind of not helped us, but if it goes in at 28 points, it's a bit of a mindset thing going, okay, fuck, it's nearly 5 goals here, and you're going,
so that,
do they have it within them to get it?
So that
4 goals is kind of nothing, 5 goals is nothing, but it's just a mindset.
Yeah, no, and look, and that free kick could have gone either way. They could.
It should have been a free kick, but we all get it. Everyone gets those moments. It happens every week.
But you look at one free kick in isolation.
No.
I don't get.
But they had their chance in that second quarter to put us away.
No, they did
multiple times.
They did.
But
we had their chance to like start.
But the first quarter, we should have been like 4 or 5 goals up.
Now this was my worry in the first quarter, and it shouldn't have been because we're in a different mould right now. When we had all those inside 50s and all those entries for no score, for no goals on the scoreboard, all I kept
needed the nourishment.
That's all I kept thinking was, I was like, oh no, please boys, don't go back into what you were doing weeks ago, please don't. Then the second quarter started.
Bomb.
We go 3 goals behind. 4 goals behind. I'm like, oh,
but we kick. But the thing is, they kick goals back when we need to kick goals back, which was good.
We got a few that were very important to just keep us there.
We're on the coattails. We're hanging on. We're going like this. We're like, oh fuck, we're here. We're still here. We're not going away yet. We're here.
Then when I said, and I kept turning to Macca, and I kept turning to the people behind me. Go, the goals that they were getting, St Kilda. Long up the line, mark, out the back, mark.
2 kicks it out.
And I'm just thinking to myself, where am I sitting here? We're stuffed? Or if we actually get, all it was for me, and you said it too, is just getting the basics right for long enough. Not fumbling the ball.
That's right.
Hitting your targets. And defending contested situations, which we didn't do in that first half for a bit. And credit to the Saints.
No, they definitely got outmarked and that. And
the first half they were good, man.
Yeah, but what I said before you go into the second half, that first half, right? We did nothing wrong.
No, they were just better.
As in with our intent.
Every kick that we missed, every handball that we missed, they were all there.
They were on it.
They were the right decision. The execution wasn't correct.
Yeah.
But we did exactly right. There was that one with Doherty where he missed that one.
Inside,
that was the right kick. He didn't execute it properly. There was the one where Dow to Fisher. That was the right thing.
Is that when he fumbled it? Yeah.
Everything was right. And I just said to Dylan, if we just keep doing this.
It was also the perceived pressure that St Kilda were putting on them. They're going, fuck, man, they're all over us.
But the worst thing we could have done was not continue
to do it.
Yes.
Because the game...
That's what I was worried about. But because they've built up this belief with the amount of wins, that has come to the fore, clearly.
100%. And that's what happened.
The goal that did it for me was the Motlop one on the run. I thought, okay, now we got something on here.
Oh, yeah.
Now we got something on here.
That was important. That was it.
We got something on. Owie steadied us.
Owie kicked the 2?
One.
He kicked the one.
But he had a couple of shots.
Yeah, that's right.
As the third quarter went on, I grew in confidence.
Oh, 100%.
And I think everybody did. And I think the boys did. I think you could tell. Did you? I was at 3/4 time. I had a few people messaging me. I'm sure you would have had the same. And they're like, I go, no. I go, no, we'll run over the top of them.
I said it.
It just felt that way.
Yeah.
It felt that St Kilda was there to stifle us.
But the thing is, they already gave the best punch in the first half.
And that's the whole thing. They gave the best punch.
The best punches in the first half. And we were just there. We hung around like a bad smell.
Would you say, and I'll ask this question to everyone in the chat too to get them involved, was that the best win this year under the circumstances?
So I said this on the fan cams and that. There's a couple of...
Best win.
A couple of... line in the sand games.
Yep.
Collingwood was definitely last week.
Collingwood was the best win all season.
I agree with that.
All season.
I agree with that.
So far.
This is second best win. But the second best win.
But the way we had to do it.
Just as important.
Yeah, the way because we couldn't.
Just as important.
We couldn't kill St Kilda.
And the other thing
another roadblock.
And it was an easy, like, you lose this, and then the momentum, you're back to like 8th spot, or maybe out of the 8, whatever it was.
Well, 50's on the lot. How much do you want it, boys? How much do you want it?
We've got to win because they keep winning.
We're behind. The other thing is they kept Charlie. They fucking had 4 men on the bloke, man. So they had a plan we went around that plan.
You had to.
I think
We had to, and we did it.
I think the past, I'll put them together. The past 2 weeks has shown a bit of character because we're missing
100%.
some big players. Yeah,
And this is the
Chera,
other thing.
Walsh, McKay, Kennedy, McGovern. So you got like
Structures.
let's say 4 or 5,
best players,
best
mate.
players, right?
They'll be in there.
And the character that they've shown to
100%.
the players that have come in and stepped into their roles, and they've
Fantastic.
just done
Now,
what they've
this
had to
just
do.
shows something.
This is
right?
it's like a bit of the Collingwood of 2010.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
When they had a lot of
yeah.
injuries, and they just had players that come in.
Richmond did it
the same.
also. They had a lot of injuries, and they come back.
They're building character now, and
100%.
They're on the right
and this
path.
you know what this is almost like too? The Doggies when they won
Yeah.
their premiership.
With 20
they went into that.
2016.
They stumbled into the end of the
They
season.
had a lot of injuries.
yeah,
in
they were
that year.
fucked.
Then they had the best finals.
Hey.
The other, them playing the way they're playing. I've lost my train of thought there.
Who Carlton?
Yeah,
the
no,
way they
it's
were
like-
playing,
No,
they're
I
playing with
wasn't-
freedom.
They're playing with friends.
That's what it looks
that
like.
structure.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They've got this system now. What I've noticed is, like, for example, Dow, right? Dow comes in. Now, we're not expecting Dow to be a Walsh.
No,
to be a thing.
he's not that player.
Just do what you've got to do.
Do your stuff to the best of your ability. Like
Fisher was the perfect example.
Yeah.
Come in.
I was just going to
You
mention.
just got to fill that role.
yeah, he was good.
Just fill that role. That's all we're asking you to do.
career
Not to
best
do
game.
anything else. Fill that
What
role.
did he have?
Listen,
30.
we've got this role
Fantastic.
to do. This is how we're going to play
But
our
he's
game.
30,
right?
felt like 40.
He was fantastic.
Smothers,
especially
small
for staff.
stuff.
Fantastic. He was
Mate,
fan-
this
phenomenal.
is- when you
fantastic.
break down the game simply, this is how we play the game, right? This is how
Well,
we play.
most teams play like they all kind of the best teams all play the certain way.
And it's all closely
Zonal,
similar.
pressing.
It's all,
At the moment,
it's so,
this,
it's so
and at the
close.
moment, it changes every year or every 2
it's just
years.
personnel. It's all cattle. It's all belief. If
But the
you
way
have
I
belief
see
in
it
the
is,
system.
we've got this system, right,
Yeah.
where we play. Everyone's got this little spot. Hey, all you got to do is you do this bit here. Forget about everything else.
Yeah.
Just do this little bit here. Can you come in and do that?
Yep.
Yes. All right. That's all I want from you. I don't want you to do anything else. Don't worry about anything else. And that's what they've done. You see everyone that's coming, man. Every week we're losing players, and someone's coming in to fill the role. Someone's coming in to fill the role. And I think they've bought into it. And we talked about this before. Something's happened
Yeah.
6 or 7 weeks ago.
Yep.
We probably won't know the full extent of it until someone gets interviewed in
You know
years
what?
to come.
They might not even know what it. You can't really pinpoint an exact moment with these things. It might have just been a build-up of everything.
I think so.
Well,
I think
how many losses in a row?
I think
We
so.
lost
And
8
we-
of 9. 6
And
in a row.
I believe sometimes, and Mike Tyson once said this, that you've got to hit rock bottom before you can rise again.
Well, the season was over in round 13. It was
the
over.
season,
It was done.
not only the season,
Players were traded.
players were
Everyone
over,
was gone.
coaches were over,
That's
everyone was
Memberships
over.
were being handed in.
That was the
rescinded.
one thing I always said that you could never do is get rid of Michael Voss. You could never get it.
And we've been saying it all year, as scathing as we've been about the appointment of that, at the end, once we appointed him, he stays. That's not the
And
issue.
my fear with the whole nuke scenario was I feared
They would feel
gravely that they would
Pressure. Yeah.
sack him.
Yeah. And
Right.
the board wouldn't.
And the thing was,
But they
it's
were-
like, but if you make that call, you've all got to go.
Of course. But they were 2 weeks away from that happening.
If that.
You lose to Gold Coast and you lose to Hawthorn. I'm telling you what,
If
you
they
think.
lost to the Gold Coast, it was over.
I'm telling you, and
Because
then
they had
mate,
the bye. You
Anyway.
got
they
2
get the
weeks
bye.
to
I'm
go.
telling you,
But
well,
we're
you
not
reckon
there.
they're going to survive?
The way that they turned the season around was
Amazing.
It's one of the biggest
unbelievable.
turnaround we've seen.
Amazing.
It was
But
like
we
the
knew-
Richmond.
I
But you
can't
know
even
what?
remember.
We knew they had it in them.
It was like the
Yeah,
Richmond game.
yeah. They're capable. That's why we got so frustrated.
And you know who I've loved? He's taken a step back, but he's doing the little things. He's
I know
simplifying
what
his
he's gonna
grips.
say, yeah.
It's a fantastic role.
He's not being a dickhead.
Fantastic role.
He's not taking
been a
on
leader.
85 players.
Don't need you to
He's
do
bringing
that.
his best players into
You know
it.
what he's done?
I love this version of him.
Well, what he's done now, he's bringing in, he knows that you can't do this on your own. A
Impossible.
great leader puts the right people around.
You delegate.
You delegate. Now, one of the symbolic
Yes.
moments
Yes.
I find was after the game. The interview between Dow and Ting, where he went, if you watch him, He goes, and this kid, he came in and he
slaps
gave him a
him,
fucking slap to say, mate, it was almost like, fucking well done, mate.
Yeah.
Well done.
Like, I knew you had it in you to do this.
And
proud
if
of
you look at Dow, right, he was like this little kid, which he is, right?
Yeah.
But you look at him and he was like this little kid to say like, and then they asked him and he goes, listen, I was asked to do some things in the second, you know
Work
what
on
I
my
mean?
craft in the VFL.
And and it was almost like, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Now you're giving me that, and that's what Cripps has done now. All of a sudden, you know, he's given that responsibility, and a few other players, of course, have taken on a little bit of a bigger role. Even people like Cunningham.
Yeah,
Well, I wanted to mention a few names. but
Wiedering.
It's funny how...
Wiedering.
He was dead.
Do you know that
Wiedering was dead.
We haven't lost since Cunningham come in, but the other thing is, since Wiedering has turned it around.
But that's the player that I thought he is.
He was.
Well, he was.
He was.
I love
But
what,
now he
was.
is.
love
He
what
was.
Aaron Hamill said when Weering was going through that patch. He kept mentioning my man,
Have a
my
drink.
man, my man, my man.
Why?
Because I reckon you've
What?
bitten your lip or something.
Have
Why?
you? You're bleeding.
Yeah.
You're bleeding.
Yeah. Unless it was, did you eat some sauce?
Probably sauce. Probably the
I
sauce.
don't bleed.
No, well, yeah, I saw red on your neck.
Kill it, it bleeds.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Weering, yeah. So Aaron Hamill mentioned. He said he's not your man, Jacob. He's our man.
yeah,
This is a team thing.
that's right.
This is our man, not your
Yeah.
man. So this
That's
was
right.
this was the whole thing about that self-preservation mode. Oh, if I look after my man,
Yeah.
they can't question me.
And I think,
They were all playing like that.
but that happens.
Care factor.
Of course, after 8, what was it? How many? We worked it out. 8 out of 9 games we lost.
What's care factor? Cover ass to retain employment.
100%. And that's what they were doing. And then when they've turned this around and said this is about us now, they've changed it.
I will say the
I'm
best.
clapping spoil.
Yeah. Smothers, tackles. The one thing I'll say is last week there was an article that came out on Jacob Weering. Now he was on SEN. He was on Crunch Time with Jared.
Yeah, as he does. He always does that.
Yeah, he always does. Yeah.
does
So
that.
he does mornings. And then
some
he does.
mornings thing,
Well, the
yeah.
Crunch Time would just so
The
happen to be
mornings he
that.
always does, yeah.
It was the best article and the best interview I've heard from a Carlton player in
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
10 years. Because you know what it was all about? Honesty,
Yeah.
accountability, taking onus for poor performance. You know what he
course.
said? He said that game against Collingwood, the first time we played him, he said that was the worst game I played.
Of course.
That was the worst game I played this year. When have you...
He's never been like that.
Tell me...
But not only.
But he-
Tell me this.
But they're always lying. Remember, I told you. You just have to be honest
When
with
have
yourself.
you ever heard in the last 10 to 15 years a Carlton player come out publicly and say, I had an absolute stinker?
No, I can't remember.
When?
I can't remember.
Oh, and then it so happens that when I had these honest conversations that I didn't like, which is what he said, quoted, oh, look what happens to the form.
Yeah. It's been like, it just bloody
Your
hell.
best friend is public accountability.
These people standing up, taking accountability.
And this is the thing, and we kept asking, what are they scared of? If you tell us that you're playing poorly and things are not going well, and
You
this
can,
is
but
what's
we can
happening,
all see it. Just
mate,
be honest. We want you to be honest.
Here.
It's self-preservation. It has to be. When you are performing at your you know, like at your highest level, and when you're not doing what you're good at, like they just weren't playing.
No.
It's about it has to be. It has to be about
I
self-preservation.
think they're a bit scared as well.
Of
They
course.
were scared.
Like, and the problem was, it's not even... They're scared about making mistakes, of course.
Of course.
That's what they're doing. So when, you know, like, you don't want to do something because you don't want to be the one making that mistake, right? Where now it seems like it doesn't matter if you make that
They
mistake.
don't
because
care.
they don't care. No, they care, but they don't care.
Oh,
but
they care.
Yeah,
of
if
course.
that makes
But they
sense.
know somebody's got their back.
And not only that, if you make a mistake, don't
Yeah,
worry.
all right.
It's all right to make mistakes.
No one's perfect in life.
We make mistakes. It's about the next one. And I don't know what happened.
Embrace your flaws.
What is perfection?
Well, perfection is when we win the premiership
Yeah.
this year. That'll be perfection, and then you'll forget about all those
So
mistakes.
it's a balance between your ideal is
Correct.
having the perfect game, right? Because you need to have that as your ideal. Yeah. You may actually never reach that.
No.
But there's also a situation too where if you have that ideal, you're going to hit such a high standard that sometimes you might not reach that standard. And if you don't, you might be demotivated by it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to come back a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
And it's that. So the goal, like the star stays there, but you're like that, and you might come back.
It's all right to have that standard. Like
you have
that's
to.
your standard. Yeah, you can't have a standard.
You know what they say. You gotta aim for the stars to reach the moon. You know what I mean? Like, or else you're never going to get there. All right, you want to see some highlights?
Yeah, of course. Well, we got to. Absolutely, we do. There was plenty of them.
The first one. This is where it all started. First goal.
This is pretty. You know why that frustrated me?
Why?
Motlop.
He'd stay down. Yeah, he didn't have to go for it. He's got a good pair of hands.
But that was in the first quarter. Again, we were doing these mistakes in the first quarter. Like, we just went away from what we were doing in the last 5 or 6 weeks. Yeah, this is... that's it. So that was the first
Great goal for Martin, who's been phenomenal.
And that was good. And then it came into again. Look at this.
But look what happens when you find that little short option and half forward.
Quick
bang.
football.
How's the kick?
Quick football. You don't give the defenders to settle. And they can't get back.
Charlie played a different role.
Well, he's kind of playing that role where he has to be McKay and himself. He has to work up the ground.
I thought he was great.
Roll back, come up, 100%. And then go.
I thought he worked his ass off.
I'm telling you, we don't give enough credit to McKay when Charlie was out. Yeah. That was McKay every week. Yeah, when he won the Coleman too, every week there was 3 players.
But the difference was when McKay was doing it, we were losing games.
Yeah, I understand that.
And so we're a lot more critical now. We're winning games. He's doing well. Oh, that's
correct.
Great. So, but you're right.
You need both of them.
We did hammer him a bit.
Fucking oath, he copped it. People gave it to his
I like the fact. You know what I like the fact that the coaches didn't try to do anything. I mean, they would have tried to free him up to a certain bit.
Just let him play his game.
But I think, and I hope this is right, they would have just told Charlie,
just keep going.
You deal with it, mate.
All right, but he
outworks his opponent anyway.
Yeah, I know. He could have dropped his lip.
But and he didn't.
No,
and that's the type of player
so impressive.
He's turned into.
But I would have just said to him, "Look, you're going to get your opportunities."
Turned into a leader.
Yeah,
he's turned into a leader.
Well, he's the forward leader.
But if you were Michael Voss, what would you have done
with him?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have changed it.
No, nothing. I would have said.
No, that's what I'm saying.
There's nothing you can do.
I would have just said,
if they're putting an extra man on there.
Just keep
going.
So
now you've got to work around.
But you wouldn't even have to say because he knows, mate. I'm doing this for my team. This is for the.
So now what you say the rest of the team is.
You'll get your opportunity.
You know that's right. You know that there's going to be an extra man there. Let's lower the eyes. Let's open. There's going to be
the ball is going to go in your forward line at one point of the game. It's never not going to go down there. You'll never see it.
You know what I noticed too about Charlie, and he did this last week, right? And he's done it a few times. He did it last week. Gets held a little bit.
Yep.
But keep going.
Yeah, no, I know.
If you keep on, he will do something at the end, and he did.
Something will happen. Everything always happens around. Something will happen. That's the player he is. Once he got the most score involvements in the AFL.
Yeah,
I think he does.
His ground ball goals are ridiculous as well. He plays tall and small.
He can play on the floor, which is
he's the best in the competition.
Yeah, no, he's the best forward in the comp. It's not even.
But then we got this bloke here.
Motlop.
No.
What highlights this one?
What was this one?
This is Motlop. Yep.
That's what you had there.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right.
Wadering marks.
No,
this one.
Yeah, this one. Oh, yeah. This I just wanted to show you this first.
Good mark this.
There's one.
Yeah. That's
now, and I only put 2.
He done like that.
But there was like 8 of them that he
eyes for the ball only.
Mate, the ball was going back and mate, there's no spoils.
That 10 weeks ago would have been looking at the man first, not the ball.
He's so confident now.
Bigger than
he was so important.
It was fantastic. His ball use has been so much more.
You know what? I think he has confidence maybe in his body now.
Full of
his confidence is skyrocketing now. And listen, Ramo, when he came on, he said, we were talking a bit about this, and he said, that shit, look, last year, he got injured first of all,
That's
right?
what I mean.
Shoulder.
I feel like he's got confidence in his body now.
He lost a bit
trusting himself.
But then that shit that happened with him.
Yeah. I would have knocked him around. Mentally. Yeah, fucked him.
Like he said, man, if you lose $500, you're not going to sleep this week, right? Mate, if you lose a couple $100,000, whatever he lost, and he's thinking for his family, his future and that, like, I'm thinking, like, you're not going to training, you're not thinking properly. The coach is talking.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking, I've got to talk to the bang man. I don't know what's going on. You're not getting it right.
You're not focused on football. Yeah. Football's the last thing you worry about. You don't care. You go to training, you don't train well, nothing.
It's hit, and it's no surprise we're winning games and he's playing well, you know what I mean?
Well, I think all the leaders are playing well. That's the thing.
Yeah. Doherty, all of them.
I don't think one of us had a real bad game.
They've all been strong. That was
a lot of them have been strong.
That was Dowd and Motlop.
Dowd and Motlop goal.
Then we had this one,
on the run, out of the pack.
Yeah, this
is good, man.
Yeah.
That's a good goal. But they're the type of goals you need. Just opportunistic. Just take your opportunity and bang it.
We were really down at that point. Like, that was probably the worst part. Like, we were down by 22 points. We needed something, and he pops up, you know.
But you need those goals. They're just bullshit goals. We don't get them, but they've been happening. You just make it happen.
The only
make something
criticism
happen.
I've got of TDK is, mate, he's got to clock some marks.
Yeah, he does. And he knows that.
If he can do that, I'm telling you.
What is he now, 24, 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his time. He's been good.
No, he's been good. Now, this was the one you were talking about.
Yeah, this was the moment. I think this was the moment. This is the moment where the crowd really got into it. It's a great goal.
And look, Charlie does the right thing. He tries.
He didn't know whether to come forward or go back.
He goes, mate, I've got nothing to go to.
Yeah.
I'll just go for goal.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to go back yourself.
He's got a bit of talent, that kid.
That's what. But that's the thing that the Collingwood players do.
100%.
If they just take their opportunity, just go. You know who does that? And I can't stand him, but he's good at it. Is McCreary.
Yeah.
He does that type of shit.
What's his ability? Pin the ears back and find the big sticks. It's a good finish.
Back yourself.
It's not an easy finish, running at full flight, 50 out with blokes coming at you.
And when we needed it.
Yeah. I like the fact too that he just had one decision in mind.
This is it.
Go for goal. So De Koning kicked this
quick inside, bang.
Yeah, how's the kick? That's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Brilliant. You know who does that the best? Well, he's been doing that for 15 years. Tom Hawkins.
Yes.
And Tex Walker.
Tex Walker's ridiculous at it.
Well, as I say something about the best forwards can do that.
Yeah.
They got that ground, their ground kicking, the field kicking. Sorry, is that immense?
And then we go into the last quarter, right? And we're thinking, all right, we need to. I was confident. But this goal comes along, and this was a special goal. And I'm telling you, we haven't lost since this bloke come in.
Yeah.
Oh, you get it?
No, they don't really panic there, do they?
No.
It's a good goal. Very good goal. Yeah. Just noused to where the goal is.
Yeah.
You understand where it is.
Contorted the ball.
Yeah.
Now, if you see inside the pack there, mate, they weren't doing this 8 weeks ago. First of all, they're spreading a bit more. They're giving themselves some space, and they're using that ball, mate. Look at that. They're always looking for someone else to handball.
He's got
that
the craft to do that, though. Those type of players, they can. But the thing is, you expect that of him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard goal, mind you, but they can do that. They're the players that can do that. Most of them can all do that.
Of course they can.
But it's just the way he sets it up so quickly. It happens in 1 second.
Yeah. Cunningham, was he who you were talking about with Fab? When opposition supporters are like, we talk about 100%. David Cunningham, they're like, who the hell's that?
100%.
But that's
100%.
That's why we talk about him.
And just to all the Richmond supporters, remember, right? That's the pick.
Chris Yarran.
Chris Yarran.
It is, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. That's the pick they gave us, and that's who we always thought.
He's becoming that player.
He's becoming that player.
He's on the journey,
mate.
Yeah. He's just one you hope that
can stay injury free.
Touch wood that his body stays right.
Fab was holding this while we were talking.
Oh, really?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
And then this is Dow's goal.
Wow, this is it. This is it. Look at this.
Good on you, mate.
That was nice.
It was a good raw.
Yeah, God.
One of the
I will say, and I want to commend them, the cheer squad's been fantastic the last couple of weeks.
And
they've been so loud.
Not only the cheer squad.
Everybody.
So, when you weren't there, right?
No.
In the last few weeks and this week, I'm telling you, when Cunningham kicked that goal and the crowd.
Oh yeah, ridiculous.
Gorillas.
It lifted.
It's like
it
a zoo.
lifted it was insane.
But that's what the Carlton crowd should be. That's what it used to be, was it not? We're gorillas.
And you know what you hear in the cheer? the arrogance.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
It was out there, man. It was out there, was the arrogance, you know. And when he kicked that goal, I actually, because the other ones, you know what I mean. But that one there, I stood up, turned around to everyone. Fucking
it's fuel to the fire. Then the players feel it too on the pitch, and you're walking on
cloud nine.
Yeah, you're on water, walking on water. You're like nothing can touch you at that point. You knew when Dow kicked that goal, it was game over.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. Kerno's goal.
You knew once you got in front,
Charlie's
it was game
goal.
over.
Not that one. The one before. One before.
We need the next one.
Once you always knew.
The one before on the left. Yeah.
His own?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now look at the moment from Akers here. Wins a hard ball, and then a bit of poise, bit of composure. Give it to the bloke in the easier spot. Yeah, big goal.
And what we missed there, and then his brother's the one pumping the arm.
Just going for another year contract.
Hey, listen, I had a few messages before the game, and I won't mention who they were, and they were going, you know, I can't believe they put Fisher and Kerno and that. And I just wrote back and go, first of all, what choice did we have?
Who are they going to put?
Right. Second of all, this is perfect. We need to see what Fisher's all about.
Mate.
And the second one, at the moment, the way how thin our midfield was.
Well, what are we going to do?
Kerno's the perfect replacement.
Correct.
At the moment, we needed a strong body in there just in case, you know. Yeah. And look, he only come in for 10 minutes.
It's the thinnest part of the field for us now.
And I thought it was a good move, and it was, mate. He's done some good stuff, and then came this one here, man.
Yeah. How's it, mate?
And Kerno was involved. Look at this.
How's it finish?
Gee, and look, the bounce worked out his way, which is
always going to go in.
But I knew it then. I knew it then that I stood up and I told you. I had a few words with a couple of 70-year-old people that I let them know. And then I suppose
the zoo, the enclosure.
And this is just for
look at them, gorillas everywhere.
It's kind of like, I think you get this feeling that everyone knows.
And Newman just spent.
Everyone knows that.
There's a different feel about it.
To quote Bruce McAvaney when Ryan Houlihan kicked that left foot snap against Essendon in 2001, there's something happening here.
There's something happening here. You feel. I'm telling you, it's different to last year. Because last year we're
falling over.
We're falling over and just trying to get over the line.
And the rhetoric out of the club was doing my head in.
Yeah. Now it's different. It's just the way they're winning the games, and it's their style. Again, I was so happy that they just kept on doing what they had to do, man. Don't change it. And in that first half, there was a little bit of kicking it long, like they kind of like they were forced to.
Yeah.
Right, there was a little bit of that, and I did say, man, they've got to stop doing that. Just got to stop doing that. They're doing it a little bit too much because you could see that they got the extra man there.
There are a few moments in that. I mean, it's easy to see when you're up on level 3 rather than at Island. But there are a few moments
while I'm eating a pie.
Exactly,
man, I'm like an expert up
there. There are a few moments
moments
out of half back where we were running towards the wing and the option opened up in the middle, and I'm like, swivel your head. I'm like, inside, and then Saad did it a few times where he didn't see it. A couple of other times.
You've got to fall into that trap.
Yeah,
because the thing was,
but it's stopped now. It's like
it stopped and it come back a little bit, but they readjusted. And it was some of those. It was some of those like Doherty.
Yeah,
mate, he was huge in that last quarter. Cripps was huge, Dow naturally, but it was those. Wiedering took some big marks.
Those are the leaders. Yeah. They're really,
as you said,
become leaders.
It wasn't you couldn't question the intent.
No. And you know what? If they had lost playing like that, I wouldn't have been upset. I wouldn't have been upset.
Like obviously you're upset with the result, but like you're not upset with the way that they played their
because if you're going to lose and you die by your sword there, mate, fucking just keep doing this, mate, because what has got us here is that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you play a game and you fucking hit 5 or 6 goals and you're playing one way and then you try to save it and you go, we got here for a reason, and now
Yeah.
you're trying to change. Don't change it. So, and look, Voss again has to, mate.
Be credited.
Mate, he's been so good, mate. He's been so good.
There are a few things I want to mention with this too, just before, and I want to get onto Voss because we raised this before we went on air, but I was just looking at the numbers and like the contrasting styles, and the first quarter was exactly the way I wanted it to pan out. We pinned the Saints in the back half, in the back quadrant of the ground, and it allowed Sinclair and Hill had barely impact.
Yeah,
they didn't have the impact on the
100%,
game,
no.
right? And the reason that they haven't had the impact on the game is because our half forward line has been so good
They
defensively.
make him accountable.
There's a passage of play, and I sent it to a few people during the Collingwood game. It was when the scores were level. It was about 4-5-29 each of two. It was during the second quarter.
Yeah.
And Jack Martin was the deepest forward for us,
Yeah.
but we were in defence mode. Excuse me.
That's it.
We were defending a kick in,
Yeah.
but he was our deepest player, and he set the line. So he set the intent of the line.
Yeah.
So we forced them wide from the kick in, then forced them long up the line.
Yep.
We got the ball back. Wiedering blazed forward.
Yeah.
Collingwood took the intercept mark at half
Collingwood?
back. Collingwood took the intercept mark at half back
Are you talking
again.
about the Collingwood game?
Yeah.
Collingwood game. Talk about
Oh,
the Collingwood, and I'm going to get into the Saints
Oh,
game from
yeah,
here. So Murphy took the mark at half back, and when they get that intercept, Collingwood, that's when you know they're on.
They're going to go, yeah.
By hand.
Right.
Yeah, you'll see you later.
But Murphy had to step back because someone got up on the mark, delayed, and the kick was just a little bit short of the target, and Martin was right onto it.
Yeah.
He was right onto it. Put that ball kick under pressure, and they had to go short, Collingwood.
Yeah.
They went short, and then Martin, what he did was he was so smart, he sagged back to stop the run, but it wasn't a sag back, I'm scared that they're going to get the ball. It was an it was an intent.
Yeah, it's
There was an
positional.
intent. So, okay, I know that, all right, I'm going to run back here, I'm going to defend this line. Then Fogarty rolled up. We forced them to take a risky kick through the middle that was never on.
Then turn
Yeah.
right
Intercepted. Newman hit that little dart up
Yes.
kick to Hewitt. Hewitt to
Yeah.
Chera. Oh, he's
Chera,
out the
yeah.
back goal.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Now, that was what we were trying to do to St Kilda, and it was perfect. I thought,
Yeah.
this is exactly how we wanted to play out. So St Kilda, and credit to Pommy for looking up this as well, St Kilda used the ball the most out of their D50 possession-wise outside of West Coast.
Oh, yeah.
So they play out of the back half, which is that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
No.
But that's just the way they set up, I guess. So the Saints, 67% of the Saints' possessions were in their back half.
Yep.
Now that is also to do with us fueling that by our clearance game because we gained territory from clearances. That's understandable, right? But what I was impressed with was, again, with us, we didn't score a lot from front half turnovers, but it was the midfield line that was able to cause turnovers.
Yep.
Right, so we didn't let the ball get to St Kilda's half back line or anything like
Yep.
that, or deep inside 50. We kept the ball
Yeah.
in our half,
100%.
and we were defending higher up the pitch.
Yep.
When you defend higher up the pitch, opportunities arise, right?
Yep.
That's what the best clubs you see. Arsenal, Manchester City,
Yep.
they all defend high up
Of
the pitch.
course.
Right?
You're forcing the risky kick somewhere.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're forcing them
Yeah.
to take a risk and a high
And if
risk.
it doesn't work,
You're
they're
fucked.
stuffed.
And
Yeah.
what's
Because all the numbers are rolled up.
When you get the closer you are to goal,
Yeah.
the more likely you are to
repeat
score.
entries.
Obviously.
Because you know what's going to happen.
Correct.
The ball's going to go in. If they get it, it's going to come back out.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And Carlton,
Naturally.
so 54% of our possessions were from our defensive half,
Yeah,
and compared to Saints, 67%.
Yep.
And obviously 46% of our possessions were in our front half. So it's all...
It's a good
You
spread.
talk about like layers and how you want to win a game. So we can win a game from clearance numbers.
Yeah.
We can win a game
Oh, that's
from...
a big one.
From
for
the
us, yeah.
defensive
We
half.
can win a
Of the-
game from front half turnovers. We can win a game from... We can win a game from the back half as well. So we've got all these little layers now that we're implementing, and it's mate, we're going to be very hard to beat in the back end of the season. On to Voss.
Yep.
Now, we had this discussion just before we went on air. Michael Voss the player,
Yep.
Michael Voss the coach,
Yep.
right? As a player, no one can question him.
No.
You cannot question him.
No.
Three
As I
times
said, I got
Brownlow medalist.
Brownlow medalist, three-time premiership
Of course,
coach,
of course,
three-time
eight-time
premiership
All
Of
coach.
course,
Australian, whatever he
Kernahan's the
is.
best,
Yeah,
but
well,
Voss and Luke Hodge.
oh, greatest.
Still the best captains
Greatest, right? Greatest, right? So, what he was as a player, everything he did as a player is what you want to see in your players. Not everyone's going to be like him, but the characteristics that he showed in his career is relentless, tough.
And before you go
Clean.
on, I said to you, a coach always in their playing list, once you become a coach, you try to implement
your traits that
what
have.
you were like. Yeah. And there's always some, and I'm telling you tell me one coach out there that his team isn't playing or they're trying to play what kind of player he was.
Oh, that's his vision.
That's right.
Yeah. Right.
That's what he understands.
So we want... No, not everyone's going to be like Michael Voss.
No, you can't all be Michael Voss.
No one is Michael Voss. That's the thing. No one is Michael Voss.
I'm talking about the relentless attitude,
that's how he,
striving for perfection, being tough at the contest, being relentless.
That's what you're trying to put
all that kind of stuff, right?
Well, it's tougher now. Remember when we had...
Selfless as well.
Remember when we had that the midfield group of Murphy, Gibbs, we had Judd, and we had all that, but they weren't fucking tough. Ratton.
No, well, he's tough too.
Yeah, well,
but they weren't like, they didn't have that.
No,
this is what I want to get onto, right? So,
but they were a good side when Ratton was there, man.
It was our best side in this era.
Yeah,
but
anyway, so
we weren't enough to get to the next step. Yeah,
what I wanted to look
at now, dirty dogs.
We're starting to get there. We're starting to get there.
Trying to get the message through as a player in his mould. Right, trying to get that message. So Michael Voss trying to get that message through when he was playing for Brisbane, right, and trying to play with the characteristics that he showed. You trying to get that message across and embody that into 40-odd different people as a coach is harder to do than being that type of player because you're yourself, right? You've got a coach above you. Lee Matthews, he's been there, done it, knew the system, knew what he was doing. So Michael Voss, the coach, trying to manifest what he wants out of players is such a different thing.
Well, when they've had 4 different coaches,
that's the
their old habits. That's what I always say. The old habits die hard, so you revert back, but they're not reverting back to that.
What I'm thinking,
no. Well, it's less.
Kind of in that first half, but it's not for longer periods.
No, 100%. That's why they went back to it like it was perfect.
Manifesting those selfless attitude, the relentless nature, the high performance, being tough, being team orientated as a player, and manifesting that out of your playing group might be easier to do than you being a coach and trying to get that manifested through 40 to 50 players at any given time. Yep. That's what I'm looking at, and that's what I was looking at through that patch. And apparently, from what we saw, Michael Voss, when he asked the Kernos, I think he said he saw them like having a beer around a campfire or something, and Voss, he said to him, "Oh, why don't you get all the lads down?"
Yeah.
Yep.
And that must be the moment. We could look back at this Kerno camp and say, this was the moment that turned the club around.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, you're at camp, nature, you're in your most vulnerable state, there's nothing to protect you. So you have this perspective now. It's like, well, we're these little things, these little tiny things. So
who knows? And again, we won't know until
the season's done.
Well, not even. I reckon we won't know until someone gets interviewed and maybe...
You know when you'll know if you win the flag.
If you win the flag,
let something out that what was really said and that like they're going to keep everything under a little bit of wraps. They're mates, you know. They're not going to let everything out. But to me it was... I don't know what's happening.
But the thing is, I think they would let it out at the end of the season because they've become more vulnerable now.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I liken this to Arteta, the Arsenal coach. He at the end of this season, he did an interview just recently the other day. He said, "I don't know if I ever want to coach again after last season," because he felt like he failed, and he's like, "I don't know." That's what he said. His words. He felt like, "I don't want to coach again." In the summer,
am I the right person?
Yeah. Well, so maybe they question themselves like that. Am I the right coach? Are we the right captain? You have a good hard look at yourself in the mirror. And maybe this is what they all done. Maybe they've all been. Well, that's what you should do.
They should be doing.
You should do it every day.
They should be questioning.
But just a normal person every day, in the general public, you should look at yourself every day. Am I doing the right things? This is what I got to do. That's right.
So what about the names during that game? These are the names I wanted to raise, right? And the names that we're looking at are not Zach Fisher, Paddy Dow, Blake Acres.
Yep.
And the other two I wanted to mention were one of your favourites, Ollie Hollands, who, congratulations, has just got the Rising Star nomination.
Fuck, about time.
Whatever that
took
means.
20 rounds.
Whatever that
15
means.
games.
Whatever that
means. How many
means.
games you played?
20 odd now.
No, about 15.
Yeah, sorry, because he had
Because he
the
missed out a few
collarbone.
games,
Whatever. And Matty Cottrell.
Yeah, I like
He had a good
Matthew
game after
Cottrell.
last week. He came back nice and strong.
Running patterns,
playing
fine.
good role.
But he's the type of player where I expect 1 week you're not on, so someone else has got his back. It's like Fogarty,
Yeah, of course.
I'm not expecting A-grade talent. I know what I'm going to get from you. 1 week you're going to be off, but I know next week he
That's
might
all right.
play.
Not everyone can be best on ground every week. You
No,
know
I
what
don't
mean?
expect that.
That's right.
You can't expect that.
No, so you're going to expect low, but you're going to have
Somebody's
to
going to
expect
have a
someone
bad
has to
game.
step up on that.
Someone's going to have a bad game. I expect that, but
Of
it's
course.
the person next to him going, all right, fuck, I got
Do you
your
know-
back, bro.
You know what the game was?
And that's it.
And again, I don't want to look too far back, but it's nice to just have a comparison. The Adelaide game last year that we lost. And I kept asking. And I don't know if this is true. You take it with a grain of salt, but it seems everything's changed. Walsh and Cripps both had 40
41,
touches.
yeah. That's
right.
And Doherty had like 35.
That's right.
Your three best players.
Had nearly
Best.
100 touches, but 120, 110 touches.
So the
between
question had to be asked.
Yeah.
Don't praise those three. Say to those three,
What do you
you've had
do?
120 touches between you. How have we lost this game?
That's right. That's right.
And that was the problem. Don't praise those performances. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Cripps having 40 and 3. If it
No,
means that
no.
it's a selfless performance. But he shouldn't have to have 30 touches and kick 5 goals.
No.
Or have 40 touches and kick 3 goals. This, the floor for our football club in the last 7 weeks has gone that.
Yeah.
The ceiling
Close
is
up.
there.
Close
Yeah.
up.
We know what the ceiling is. We know they're good enough.
And when we're losing, but what happens is you do praise those performances, but everyone's looking
Yeah,
for
because they
something.
stand out.
And you're looking for something.
That's why I go the other way and I look at the other
Yeah.
people. What are you doing? What are the
and that's
leaders
the way you
doing
should
to
be done.
getting those players
This Cripps is
involved?
so much better. The facilitator, the provider, 11 clearances,
That's what you want.
But that's his game.
fishing off.
That's what you want.
That's the best
Weedering,
Cripps.
that's exactly what you want. Newman, my God.
And I'm
Hello,
sure when
Newman.
we get all
Hello,
those...
Newman.
The thing is, when
Hello,
we get
Jerry.
all those midfielders back, if we do, who knows, that he will go back up forward and he'll
Who's
play
that?
the Cripps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's when he's also his most dangerous, where he can go, he can take a mark and
Oh,
he can
yeah.
kick a goal.
Yeah.
So then he adds another layer to our game.
Yeah.
Where you go, all right, fuck, you don't have to just take him off,
Well,
put
the
him up
good thing
forward,
is
you know?
about with him in the midfield now, it's like, first of all, he's not in every.
He's not in the way anymore. He's not in the way.
And the other
he's not
thing
doing
is,
too
now
much.
we're getting Fogarty to go in there.
Yeah.
We're getting.
Well, the road,
Can't-
you know what? These forced rotations are actually providing a little bit more benefit to us
Of
because
course
the
it
best
is.
teams rotate 8-9 bodies
of
through
course
there.
it is. You have to.
Yeah, Melbourne does it. Collingwood does it.
Listen, and that's exactly right. Listen,
Geelong did it.
this is simple, man. The game now, right at this moment, and for the next year or whatever it is this, right? You have to have rotation through the middle, right? Of
course.
You have to move the ball quick.
Yep.
Right? You got to be quick. You know what I mean? You got to have that overlapping,
Zip.
running, zipping. This is the game, and if you can't do that, you're not winning it in the next couple of years. I don't know what's going to happen in 2 years' time when the game changes again.
Yeah.
But right at the moment, and you know what? We're doing it. We're doing exactly that.
Everyone tries to play a similar game style.
Of course they do.
it's just-
Until the new system comes out and they'll change it again. You know what I mean? But at the moment,
But I think we've always had it in us.
Yeah.
There's always been there. It's just
Yeah.
the confidence, the execution,
Mentality.
Yeah. We've always
Mentality's
said it,
changed.
though.
confidence.
We've
What they're
always said
saying-
it. How many times can you say it? The AFL footballers.
Well, not only
You're not
that-
in the AFL for no reason.
No. And
Like, yeah, there's the top players
Listen.
in everything in life. Yeah, there's the top
The
echelon.
Pareto
everything.
principle.
But it's just like
80% of the work's done by 20% of the people.
just hard work.
I think another thing they did, and it just shows, is I think it's as simple as let's play footy, man.
They look like they're enjoying it.
Let's
they're having
play
fun.
football, man. Like seriously, like let's play football. And again, like I'll take it back to me. I wasn't enjoying it.
No,
it
it was
was
garbage.
stressful to me.
It was shit.
Right? Imagine then.
Shit.
So now I'm enjoying it because they're enjoying it. You can see they're enjoying it out there. Play football, like it just play football, man. Like let's just play some football. Yeah, let's have structure. Let's play some football, man. Take it on. Like Motlop, he's a perfect example.
Back to basics and get the basics right.
Motlop runs around, gets the ball, kicks. That's just do it. I don't care. Just do it, man. Like Martin,
Yeah, I was
leap,
gonna say,
jump, mate, tackle, run. Just do that.
Maybe.
Kerno, have some fun, mate. Like, you know, go for that goal. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they seem to be doing. Wiedering's he's the general.
The pin-up boy.
He's the
With it all.
general. Like, he may take that mark, man. There's nobody. I'm going to fucking do
That's
exactly
Doherty, how high he gets up.
Reminds me a bit of Peter Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doherty does get
He
up.
gets so high. He has like 4 shots a game now. Like, that's what I've been wanting.
Yeah.
Is a half-back flanker that goes for goals. Because it adds another
And
layer.
Akers, you know, like Akers, the running he did, like, and it's exactly what he has to do. He's a wingman. You know, that's what you got to do.
But he can also roll into the midfield.
But he does.
Good hands as well.
Well, he was recruited as a midfielder at St Kilda.
He's got good hands.
He can do that.
Beautiful set of hands.
He can do
I
that.
know.
So it's versatility too. I think a lot of players have got versatility.
Yeah, you have to. You have to have that little bit of
because
versatility.
you can change it up.
And then you got your favourite, which has become everyone's favourite now, Holden.
I love
Mate, that kid there, and like seriously,
Tough as nails, isn't he?
and there was one where I think he
work
ran
rate
into
both
Marshall,
ways,
mate. I think they were going for the ball, man, and
He doesn't care. He goes both ways.
I thought he
all
was
day.
When I was watching it and I could see it about to happen, I thought the kid's gonna die.
Nah. The kid's gonna die when he stutter steps like Dacos.
No, I think he's gonna die. There, don't get me started.
When you stutter step, you die. But he
100%.
doesn't take a step
No,
back.
but I thought
And
that's it. He's too dumb that he's gonna kill himself.
I love him.
But he didn't
good,
take
yeah.
a backward step. man.
15.4 Ks again on the weekend.
But he'd be averaging 15
he does
Ks.
15, 16k a game. You go to every game, it's 16k. But it's just like the worker, and I think they some of those players feed off his they watch him.
100%. But you know, it's been those young kids, or not so much young, the newer people.
Yeah,
as we said, they
Ken.
got that.
They don't have the scar. Yeah.
Fucking
Chincotta's been awesome.
He's been awesome, man.
As I said, you're going to have
He's a
games
real
where you
footballer.
go down. You're going to be like
Distribution
this,
yesterday was a bit ick. Inside 50, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
As I said, you got.
There was that one where you got the 50.
Nothing's linear.
What the
Nothing
fuck's that?
goes linear
I
like
just said,
that.
what the? Come on, mate. What's that kick, mate?
It's one kick.
Like you waited and then you just did the
one
worst
kick.
kick. But
That's
so what?
But nothing's linear. It doesn't even. It goes like this.
Yes, Bolton.
If you go like that, but it isn't. But it's not.
No, you're right.
It's just a natural
You're right.
progression. He's not a fucking A grader.
Nah.
But he can become that. But it's just the little stuff he does. Like all of them,
We got it.
You just got to play to your strengths. That's what their strengths, and they are. Their players are.
Just do your job.
Like Fisher stopped doing the fucking bullshit kicks. Remember those little dinky mullet?
Oh, the ones where he'd throw like along the ground and
just
stuff,
like,
mate. Nah.
You know what?
He's got it in him, but just
playing from behind the way he did, you know, playing in the back and
In the Boyd role.
plays in front of you, the Boyd
Mate.
role. It seems
you
to
see the
suit
game.
him.
You can see the game. It's
And
easier
that
to
helps
see the
a
game.
lot of people, man. You never know. Like later
Some people
on, he can go
don't.
into
Some
the
people
middle.
can't play with their back towards goal. They got to be looking at the goal.
Yeah,
Some people they just can't play.
And you know
like that.
he is a good kick.
Yeah, I know
That's a
that
beautiful
he is.
kick.
He's
Well,
one of
ask
the-
him.
Yeah, he's
He's
one of the
probably
best kicks at the club. But he just needed confidence. And that game's like even that second quarter, he went into shit, right? But then the last, because he didn't have a touch for like 15, 20 minutes, because he started off with 11 touches, yeah?
Yeah. First quarter,
First quarter was huge.
Then he laid the smother and
That's
that
right.
ignited him again. It's just
That's
like
right.
little things like that. And
That's
I think
right.
Ange said it. Instead of bumping a player, smother.
He always said about the
yes,
smother.
he
And we
did,
did
he did.
something like a whole heap of smothers
We
on
did.
the weekend. Maybe they listened to the show.
Maybe.
So it was like 8 smothers, you know, like so. No, listen.
Well, Terry did say, and we kept saying, can't a man just be out of form?
Yeah.
he can.
Even the
He can
best
be
are
out
out
of
of form. What about Cripps? He was out of form for 2 years.
Yeah.
Players can be out of form. That's fine. And look, the whole team was out of form. Let's be
It happens,
honest. You know what I mean?
It happens. So
there's nothing. Look, man, I have to say something about this team. I'm so proud of them.
I'm proud of him too.
yeah,
I'm proud of
good,
him.
really good.
I'm proud of them. And I've got this calmness about me. I've got the 1995 calmness.
Relax it there.
No,
We're not.
No, you're not listening to me. I'm not saying we're going to win the premiership. I've got the calmness about me.
Yeah.
I'm confident
That you're
in-
going into games that we can win.
Exactly.
Like this week,
There's
you're
a
going to go
difference
like,
in- of course, we're not going to win
lose.
every game. Exactly, mate. Like this is my. Even at half time, I believe in them now. You know.
So
what I
you've
mean?
had that. We've been bred by losing. So you go in the games going, oh,
and you're still scarred, and I understand that.
Like, I didn't think the momentum. I thought, mate, it's going to be a tough game. I always thought it was going to be
tough.
The momentum is palpable.
But I didn't think it was going to be tough because I don't think St Kilda have been playing that great.
They played good in that game. I didn't think they were good for a half and a bit. But then
remember,
just our class took over.
But wait a sec, a lot of their goals come from our turnovers. It wasn't like they outplayed us. And before that, they almost lost to West Coast, North Melbourne. They haven't been.
But the AFL is a funny game.
Yeah,
it throws up those results. That's what people have to understand. It's not as simple as you were just going to turn up and we're going to win.
But I wasn't worried about them beating us. No. I was worried about us beating us.
Yeah. You don't know which Carlton's going to turn up.
I thought we were a better side than them. I was just worried that can we hold that?
Well, if you look for player in position, you probably got the better players.
We have.
We do.
We have. Do you know North Melbourne built a fucking premiership side around Carey?
Yeah.
Mate, Curnow is not Carey, of course, right?
Could be. You never know.
Could be better.
He could be, but at the moment, what I'm saying is he's as good
or close to it.
Well, he's probably the best player. He's as good as any forward.
Well, he's the best forward in the competition at this point in time.
What can we build around him? You know, and seriously, I know we've got a whole thing, but big forward, mate. Big forward.
Well, you need them. Well, they're the match winners.
Look at all your last premierships.
Got another one up there too. He's quietly making his way back.
He's alright too. We've forgotten about
McKay. No, I haven't forgot about him. We need him.
Yeah, no.
Because it frees up Curnow too. Remember that he does a lot of the hard yards for Curnow, but they both do for each other. No, he can't wait until they come back. Hopefully, they all do come back.
They've actually improved since they've separated, and then he started playing a little bit more.
Yeah, McKay's had to take a little bit more of a selfless role.
They have to. All of them do.
Yeah, I agree.
Cribs had to. All of them do. Even and we forgot one more person. Not that we forgot. We'll probably mention him in the votes. Fucking Newman.
We were talking about it at the start.
Jesus Christ, man! What a player, man!
How zippy is he? As soon as he gets the ball, boom, boom, boom. But it's the short, sharp kick.
At one stage he was going at 100%. Right?
It's the short, sharp.
Trusts his game though. That's what it is too. He just trusts himself.
The short,
but he always has.
The short, sharp, incisive kick opens up the ground.
He's probably always been the one, even when you're losing patches and last year as well. He's always been that one that you. Yeah.
He's got that lovely kick, like that 25-metre zip where he can cross it around his body.
Left footer.
He crosses his leg around his body. No, I can do that too.
Well, we're going to see soon. We're going to do that. All right, let's do some votes.
Yep.
Want me to go?
Yeah, go.
Newman for 5.
Of course.
Wiedering 4.
Yep. Of course.
Akers for 3.
Yeah.
Dow for 2. And I put Hewitt for 1.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Nice.
What about you?
5 to Newman, 4 to Akers, 3 to Fisher, 2 to Hewitt, 1 to Hollands. I probably should have put Wiedering in there, but there were...
Yeah, when Newman and Akers were definitely the 2 best. But I gave 3 to Dow. I thought Dow, in that last quarter, was instrumental, man. He was unbelievable. Yeah. And Wheat's taking marks everywhere. And Fisher, and again, you could have put Hollands in there because he got the thing. But Fisher, man, give him everything.
But that was last year's form.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we were 8-2 and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last year's
different role, but
yeah, I know. But that's what
influence and impact. Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at the leaderboard. And here we have it. We can see it. You got Chera on 133, Walsh on 98. They've been up there, and now Curnow's been 82. But Newman's crept up to 63.
5 or 3?
No, 63, and Cripper on 56. So that's good. Chera just has had an unbelievable year. So
yeah, he won't be back. He'll be back for last game. I think.
That's all right.
You reckon?
That's all.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah. Anyway, next week.
Not? Why?
No.
Next game.
Yeah, we'll look forward to this week. I don't reckon. You reckon you play in 2 weeks?
Who? Against
GWS? What is it,
GWS?
strain?
Yeah, it's a low-grade strain.
Okay.
Yeah. GWS, that's in 3 weeks.
That GWS is probably conservative.
2.5 weeks.
Wait, where are we?
We'll be playing Melbourne.
Oh, it's 24 rounds or 23.
Yeah.
All right, Gold Coast. Yeah,
so they're saying for that, and then listen, at the end... Well, it all depends on that game too. I mean, it's going to be a big game.
All right, so Melbourne. Let's talk about Melbourne because I don't look that far.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This week, Melbourne.
What time?
It's
7:20. 7:20?
12th of August, 7:25.
At the G.
NCG.
Is it our home game?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. We've got our seats there. All right.
This is going to be a tough game.
Well,
they're building into the season now.
You know what?
Oliver will be back, I'm thinking.
Yes, he is going to be back.
Since round 16.
We're the two informed teams.
Informed teams, yeah, both formed teams.
Yeah, I think we're the two most informed teams.
And then there was
alongside
GWS, but they lost last week.
But since round 16, every game means something now. Like the Hawthorn game meant something, Fremantle, and then the Port, and then the West Coast, we had to back it up, and then the Collingwood, now the St Kilda. Now the Melbourne is another step.
I'm gonna.
They've had some not too bad wins.
I don't usually bring it up, but the ladder now we can talk about the ladder, right? So we've got Collingwood on 64. They'll finish top 2.
Yeah, minor premiership. No, they'll win the minor premiership.
We got Melbourne on 56.
I don't think they will.
Collingwood. No, they win one more game for the rest of the year.
Yeah, they only need to
win one game.
Maybe the Essendon.
I don't think they'll lose to Geelong. But anyway, they could.
So we've got Melbourne on 56, who are second now. Yeah,
No,
don't worry about them. Who cares? Don't worry about them. Fuck them. Melbourne 50. Don't worry there. Relax there. Melbourne on 56 because it's a big game for them. If they win this, Collingwood lose this week. They're on 60.
It's on. Yeah, it's on.
We've got Brisbane on 56. Port Adelaide on 56.
Yep.
And then we go to 5th, which is us, 46. And then we've got Western Bulldogs 44, St Kilda 44, GWS 44. And then you got
close, man.
And then you got the Cats 42, and you got Sydney 42. And then you got fucking Adelaide on 40.
Yeah, it's so close. I think Adelaide will sneak into the 8.
Maybe, but I'm just saying this game is massive.
Huge for us.
Both teams.
Yeah, huge.
But every game's huge now.
Yeah.
It's just
Collingwood was huge. St Kilda was huge. Now Melbourne's huge, and then we beat Melbourne. Gold Coast are going to be huge.
Well, what is Melbourne won in a row? 6, 7,
5.
5 in a row, and we're 7 in a row, right? Fucking hell, man.
It's interesting. Has Melbourne's form been?
Yeah, but who but who we versed as well? We've versed Port Adelaide and St Kilda now. I'm just saying the last 3.
Oh yeah.
Right, with West Coast in there. But who are they versed? I'm asking.
I would say our form is better than theirs, just on paper.
No, it's definitely better.
Would you say that? I mean, they only got rolled by North on the weekend.
Yeah, I know, but then the gears, man. They were neutral, man. There's certain.
Yeah, but fuck, I don't.
Oh, wow, in usual, man. At one stage,
when I look back 3 weeks ago to Melbourne, I just thought they weren't going as good as they could be. I know Oliver's not playing, and they've got a few injuries, but
they're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Oliver back for them is enormous.
But there's no rest for us.
What about they had the comeback win against fucking the Brisbane Lions?
Yeah,
that was big.
The Adelaide when they were kind of in form.
Yeah. Adelaide dropped off.
Oh, they dropped
Adelaide
off.
dropped right off.
They beat, what's it called, Richmond?
Nah, listen.
It's a tough game. Melbourne deserve to go in slight favourite, I think. I don't know, actually. I don't know. As I said, Oliver back is huge to them, but they have a big out. Petty.
Yeah.
Who they were centering their forward line around. And we have completely different players in our team than we did last time.
I'd have it nearly $1.90 each or two, to be honest.
I think that's what it'll start.
I think that's about right.
It's a flip of the coin.
It is. Game. It's the flip of the coin.
Because both teams have got key players that are out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both informed teams in the competition.
So I'm just looking at
rock and roll. I'm telling you.
Both have probably got not similar game styles. You know, they probably got similar.
Well, you know, they're not going to take a backward step. They won't be trying to stifle us.
Well, they got their midfield.
They're one of the most dangerous. Who I think Martin might play him, or maybe like a Motlop is Salem. Is he playing?
They got Salem. What about Pickett?
Nah, but Salem off half back, he drives everything. He's a good player.
He's a very good player.
Underrated footballer
for them.
And what about Gorn?
Salem's playing. Yeah,
that's one of those players that you kind of have to stop. He stops the driver off half back.
Yeah, no, is
Hibbert playing? No, is he?
I think so. I think he'll be playing. I'm just looking back through the team for us last time.
A few things.
Walsh won't play this week, no.
Touch and go. I don't think he will.
Touch and go. Look,
I don't think there's no point.
If anyone can, he will. But maybe I don't think he'll play.
You know.
No.
Is Kennedy? Is he?
No. Forget about Kennedy.
Kennedy lucky to get back by week 1 of the finals.
So he's done for the year. So what we got is what we've got right now. I reckon they might play Curnow.
No.
You don't reckon they'll play a Kerno? No, okay.
They won't change it. There'll be no change.
I hope not. You don't need to.
There's a need to change. The only one, well, you got to keep Fisher in now. The only one would be Boyd.
Nah,
they won't bring him in because he played the Boyd role and played it better, I think. I think Boyd's better defensively one-on-one, obviously, but I think just getting the drive that we need off half-back.
Yeah, well, it'd just be silly to change it at the moment.
Maybe they will find a spot in for Boyd.
What a tough game this is going to be. Fuck.
I'm loving it.
I don't
Excited.
know.
I'm loving it.
Everyone's obviously
crowd factor's going to be huge.
I'm loving it. Nah, people are starting to hate us now. Well, I'm loving it, man. I am loving this, man. I'm loving coming up against this. Seriously, Melbourne. No respect for them, stuff them.
No, I do because I hate it. You know me, I can't stand Melbourne. I hate the shit supporters. They're fucking after they want a flag. They come out 55,000 people at the. Remember against Western Bulldogs?
They're a good team.
That they're a good team. They got the experience. They know how to win the big games.
No, they do.
They can always come back.
No, they do.
Fritsch is out, which is a big out. He always kills us.
Yeah, no, they do. But the thing is with Melbourne, I just look at the last two games they played. I know they've got us both times.
Look, right? we both match up well against each other.
Last year we should have beat them.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Then this year, that game there, Naskivetsa, when we played them last.
Bad.
When do we play?
We lost 61 to 44.
Man, it was
terrible.
just a shit, man.
That was the worst game I've ever watched. That was the worst game I've ever watched.
They really probably should have beaten them that day too. So I'm not really scared of them. It's not like...
No, it's not being scared. It's just...
No.
And now they're playing good football now. Like back then, they're kind of...
No, they're playing good football. I'm
they're
ready
starting
for
to come alive.
Did Newman not play last time we played against it? Oh, no, they did play Newman. They did play Newman.
Now they're second. They've just... they've switched into gear.
And they're a good side, mate.
Nick Newman didn't play last time we played Melbourne. Why didn't he play last time we played Melbourne?
Injured.
Was he injured, Newman?
Maybe he got injured for a few weeks.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play against them.
What do you reckon?
Okay.
Well, I'm going to say Carlton, but I just think Carlton will win, and it's going to be a close one. 9 points. 9 points to the Blues.
Go ahead. I'm just writing down some names here.
This is a genuine tip. I reckon it's going to be a draw.
Wow. It could be, man. I'm telling you.
Just a genuine tip. It's going to be goal for goal. Yeah. I hope we'll fucking smash them, but I feel like it's going to be goal for goal. Both teams will play to the occasion.
I would be surprised if this game at any stage gets out to double figure margin.
Yeah,
it'll probably get out to like 2-3 goals, but like 5-6. I can't see it. I reckon it's going to be tip for tat.
This could be a preview to the grand final, people.
You don't know. How do you know? You don't know. Could be.
I reckon it's going to be a tough game.
It's going to be tough. I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it.
No, but I fucking hate this team.
I just Gorn to me is fucking danger, man. That bloke there, man.
Petrarca, man.
And Petrarca, of course. Petrarca is going to
Paprika.
He's one of the Brownlow favourites.
That little, you just V-line picket. V-line picket. Straight through his sternum.
Who goes on picket?
Sard. Or Newman.
I don't reckon Sard.
They alternate, don't they? Anyway,
they will.
It's Tom McDonald playing.
No,
good. Hate him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nah, he's
there will be from the side that played Melbourne last time compared to this one. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, Dow was the sub. He'll probably start. There'll be 7 different players. So Hollands, Fogarty, Marchbank, Martin, Pitternet, Cunningham, Dow.
And
they will have Oliver back.
A few more weeks in here.
Yes.
What did they do? Hamstrings.
Same as Chera. Slight hamstring niggle. They will have I think the only players they'll have back from that game, Melbourne, are Clayton Oliver. But Fritsch will miss out. So Oliver will play this week.
And
it's a big in.
Huge. It's a massive in.
But his head's coming in off.
You know when they first up and they come and they block, and then that's
maybe not though.
Maybe, but he's Clayton Oliver.
Nah, he's a star.
He's a gun player.
I don't know.
It's going to be an interesting game. What do you reckon?
Oh God.
I don't know.
Here's one for you. What'd they beat us by last year?
It was 5 points. Nah, more.
2 points.
No,
5 points.
5 points?
Yeah, it was close, wasn't it?
5 points.
But it was a shit game.
Yeah, we play like
It was
fucking
shit, man. It was
dogs.
like
Down
last
the
year.
line.
No, this year.
No, not this
Oh,
year.
no,
Not
no,
this year.
no.
I'm not saying this year. I'm talking about last year.
Second last game.
When it
wasn't
really meant something.
5 points, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
5.
11,
Well, there was a
13.
kick in the last fucking
I know.
10 seconds, wasn't
I'm
it?
getting there. 11, 13, 79 to 10, 14, 74.
Doherty and I was always and all that
I'm
shit.
What was that
tipping.
kick?
On the wing, on the
I'm
outer.
tipping there to be a reversal
5
Five
points.
and the gods to be on our side this
Hopefully,
time.
I hope so.
I think one of our small forwards will kick a very, very, very late winner, and we will win by under a kick.
I hope so.
That's what I think is going to
I'll
happen.
take that.
I'd rather 50 points, but yeah.
There's a thing that I believe
I'll take
in.
that.
Well, not believe in, but there's a thing that goes around, and a gentleman that we know, or that Mars and I know very, very well, who can attest to this: humiliation before the great success.
Yeah.
What a
Could
game.
be. Well, they're going to have to, like, again, every game's a test.
You take the 210, Carlton.
I took 230.
You take the 210.
We're the team in form at the moment, you know what I mean? And that's a Kilda game meant a lot because we show that.
What a game!
But not bullshit wins. Not bullshit
Good
wins. Good wins. Good
And
good,
you know,
good
summed it up perfectly.
Since Gold Coast,
What a game.
that first quarter, I think we started bad, if I remember. And then since that point there, it's like every moment, every quarter, every game, we've gained this little bit of confidence. And it just kept the belief. We just kept on building.
Evidence-based
and
belief.
building and building. And this one here is another stepping stone for us. And who knows what's going to happen this year, but I think it's going to be very important for...
Fuck, if you can beat Melbourne.
There you go. That's who will kick your winner.
You try to say you're not...
I just found who's going to kick the winner.
One of the premiership
Nah,
favourites.
if you beat Melbourne,
Yeah. Jack Martin will kick the winning goal.
Wow,
Oh, God.
that'd be sick.
Oh,
and I
God.
can see him do it.
hips.
You know what's funny? Dylan, after the game, he went to Hungry Jack's and he wrote me a message and he goes, Dad, I'm not joking. They've run out of lids at Hungry Jack's. And he goes, I'm serious, there was no lids there. And I go, that's it, it's a side,
Who
mate.
was there? Was Joey there?
Yeah, well, that's it. He's
Fuck, his fan cams and his things have been his energy's been...
Yeah, no, why not, man? I'm telling you, we're fucking pumped out there,
If we
man.
can beat Melbourne,
Yeah.
Oh, it's on.
if
There will
the
be...
genuine there's 4 teams that can win the flag then.
Crowd
I'll say that.
predictions?
75,000.
Well, Melbourne, you know Melbourne don't show up.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we
the
will.
bandwagon's in full force now.
We will. So I'm going to say it's a Saturday night.
75. It has to be.
I reckon about 60.
That's shit crowd. If that's a shit crowd,
Saturday
60.
night, it's
But
a
that's
right
70
fault fight.
Carlton fans.
Yeah, I don't care. All the bandwagoners, I want them to join. Just join it. Because that's
They
what
should.
people
It's a Saturday
do.
night, man.
It's
What
fucking
else you got
Saturday. What
to
are you going to do?
Then go out after that. Beautiful.
That's it. We win. Yeah, but, yeah. Fuck. If
If
we
we
win
win.
that,
You working on that Saturday?
The night.
Yeah. Oh,
if we win
I was
that,
going to say we go out.
fuck.
If we win, we go out.
When? Oh, this Saturday? Oh, no, not on this Saturday.
Or if we win, we're all going out.
Get ham hocked.
Whatever.
We're all going out. We're going to do a bit of...
said I wasn't gonna
we're
drink
do a bit
again.
of Tomorrowland.
I said I wasn't going to drink again.
Nah, bullshit. We're drinking.
He's going to get us for copyright.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to copyright. It's over. It's done.
We're not going to earn our
Copyright.
We're not going to earn our $6.
I can't go on another trip, man,
Oh,
for
yeah,
3
because
months.
We did fund
I
the
don't-
other one.
Yeah, true.
All right. Well, there was no reserves game this week.
Again,
Nah, there's a bye.
wasn't there one? Was there one last? Oh no, we did it before.
Yeah. Well, we lost
Did they
against
lose?
Collingwood. Yeah. So they're on the precipice of the 8, but it's going to be tough to make it. It's going to be tough to make it.
Who
That's
they
also,
got next?
that there. That there is another. That's another key factor for me.
Oh, the
Yeah, the
reserves.
reserves. Yeah.
Hey.
So
No, but they've improved.
No, I know, but percentage
Yeah.
and your reserves, if they're high,
Yeah.
then you usually go on to do
100%,
some big things in the
100%.
AFL. Just little key factors that I look at.
We've got Casey this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday
Casey.
afternoon at
Well,
Icon.
Casey, of course, Melbourne, yes.
Yep.
I'll go down there just to slate whoever. I'll hopefully see May after we win.
When are they playing?
Just after midday, Sunday afternoon.
Oh, nah.
you work it
You'll be
there.
hungover.
We'll be
I'll be
doing
doing
this show.
this. No, we'll be fucking gassed. We'll be gacked there.
Nah, I'll be just getting home.
Getting home. What? It's like we're going to Revs.
I don't know, man. But
Go to Revs. We'll go Chapel Street. We'll go Revs.
It could be 3.
Fuck it. We'll go out until like 2 o'clock.
It could be 3 4 corpses on the show.
Yeah.
Because we've got a guest.
Oh, we've got a big
Go
guest.
watch Dom Dollar at Revs.
A big guest. Big guest.
The boss, apparently.
Alright, so we don't know that.
One of the bosses.
One of the bosses.
Yeah, we've got to be nice to
Well,
this person. She knows the boss.
we got this one. Sponsored by Top Dog Liquor.
Oh, yes.
What do you got to? I could rant and rave. 3, 2, 1.
Rocco's Rant!
That's it.
I've been
Rob,
waiting
yeah.
12 weeks to
I
do
know,
that.
that.
What is your rant
Because
this
everyone
week?
kept fucking it up. They weren't doing as good as you.
Well,
They were like pretending they were being
Yeah, but they haven't done this for 3 years, man. Old habits die hard, man. Kick down the line.
Well, we kind of like discussed it a bit before, right? I just want to say something, right?
Yes, sir.
It's about these people, supporters, right?
Yes.
Who are putting up these comments, and I know people have talked about it and that, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh, where are you people now? Bada bing,
Still
bada
here,
bong.
there. I come back.
Just making these comments and that, and I'm kind of getting sick of it because, and they haven't been really directed at me, and that's, I don't really care, you know. I know a couple were directed at you and that, but the thing is this with these people, you guys, you right there? You forgot how to drink.
Yeah. Nah. I need it. It needs to be beer.
You guys, you people,
Yous.
right, are worse. No, you're just underneath the vegans, right?
Shit.
And not all vegan, you know, the
Oh,
vegans,
boy.
the ones that have to tell you who they are. You're just as bad as them, because when you put up those comments, right, what's happening is, think about this, right? You don't give a fuck about the club. You don't give a fuck about the team. You don't give a fuck about the players. All you care about is yourself. Because that comment is about, look at me, look at me, look at me. That's what that comment is about, right? It's not helping anyone.
You create
right?
division.
It's exactly like when there's a disaster around the world and someone puts, my prayers are with you. In other words, you're doing nothing, right? That's what you've done. All you've done is made yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Right?
Denigrate the individual.
Just fishing for likes.
It's not. Yeah, denigrate the individual and try and put myself up above you to
it
make me
shits
look like a better person.
It should be a time now where we're all united, all going thing, and it's about me. Oh, look at me. Look at you. Look at me. Shut up. No one needs these comments. Why can't we just all be happy? You know what I mean? What, is everyone perfect? Is it all these people that are commenting? I love to follow your life and just berate you every time you do something wrong. You know what I mean? Or say something. You know how many things I've said wrong in my life? Sometimes I'm having a shower, right? And I think about like the stuff I did when I was like a kid.
Like 10 or something.
Like that bad.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to scream at the top of my lungs just to get that thought out of my head. It was that bad. I was such an idiot. We move on. Like, just stop it. The other thing I just want to say is, people. Right. So now we're having a good spell here.
That's fantastic, mate.
Fantastic, man. And I'm loving it more than anyone.
Winning solves everything.
It's the best, you know. There are some decisions to be made coming into the year, coming to the end of the year, coming into next year.
Yes.
And I already hear about Sayers and all that, and everyone's going, you know, there might stay an extra year. Is he doing a good job? And
I saw him.
Oh, you did too? You sent a
I
picture?
saw him. He didn't know what day it was.
No.
But anyway, keep going. Sorry.
All I'm saying is, at the moment, everything's going well. And I've been seeing comments like, oh yes, re-sign him, you know, make him stay for 10 years, re-sign the coach for 100 years, keep all the players and that. Fucking relax, everybody. Because the one thing you got to do is remember where you were. Right? Don't forget where you were. Just because you're at this stage now, don't forget where you were. And the only way we're going to move forward, right, is by us improving.
Yep.
I'll just stick to Sayers for the moment. I've got nothing against the bloke. You know I don't like the way he got elected and all that, but at the moment he's doing a good job. Should he stay on? Maybe. But let's go through the right process. Don't everyone go jumping ahead now. Right? The same, the coach is doing a great job. Fantastic. Should we be looking at coach, and I'm not talking about the senior coach here. No, should we be looking at coaches next year? Should we be looking at players next year? Should we be looking at getting better administration? Yes. Always look at what we can do better. Let's not now jump because everything's perfect. Or not, it's not perfect. Everything's going well now. Oh, that's it. It's all no. The reason we got into that problem is because we were taking shortcuts before. Let's make sure we don't take shortcuts going forward now.
Yeah.
Are these people right? They might be. But let's go through the right process.
Yeah. You've got to have appraisals, you've got to have performance reviews.
Let's not stop all that because all of a sudden things are going well. Because just the way things turned for good, trust me, man, the bad's just around the corner.
Can't
exactly.
get complacent. If you rest on your laurels,
you can't get.
So let's enjoy it now, but let's not just like far out. Everyone just relax, man, and make sure that we do the right.
No
process.
rash decisions in bad times. No rash decisions.
Hey, do we want to get better?
You don't have to be.
Well, what did Mark McClure say when we interviewed him? And I actually saw him during because he's calling for SEN now. I don't know if you saw on Twitter. There's because we have the commentary box vision, and he left. What was it? 3AW. He's with us now. Yeah, and he was like riding every bump, like he was doing the table slap and doing the.
He was also on the big screen at the.
So he was calling a game from one of our studios, one of our interstate games, and it was the switch over from his game into my overnights. And he was there and he came into the studio and I go, oh, Mark, you remember when we had the interview? He goes, yeah. He goes, I remember we had a good chat. He goes, mate, remember what he said?
Oh, which bit?
He said, you just got to improve.
Yeah.
Just keep improving. Just keep improving.
Always.
Mate, just keep finding that next level.
100%.
But everywhere. Off field,
100%. Always. Always keep improving. Because I'm telling you, if you stand still, you will get overtaken.
Yep.
You will get overtaken. We've always got to try to get better. At the moment, things are going well.
Good rant. Positive rant.
No,
strong rant.
It has to be. I've got nothing to rant about, like, as far as the... I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this. This is so good.
Also, don't get too far ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Voss is implying the mantra, one week, one game.
We got Melbourne this week now. It's not, we got Gold Coast in 2 weeks and don't worry about them.
We got Melbourne.
Melbourne is this week. That's all you need to look at this. That's it. You don't look at anything else other than Melbourne. Don't worry about the flag.
And I don't think they are too. And I know.
No, they aren't. They definitely aren't.
Some people are, of course.
No. I'm saying like the players and the club is looking at 1 week at a time.
They are looking, or maybe they're looking at it in blocks.
Maybe, but they're just looking at what's next week.
Because I know Andrew always is very.
Yeah.
And he made that bet with you, and he was right too.
Yeah, good on him. I'm glad I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm wrong.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm glad I'm wrong.
He's on his way.
Good.
But listen, I spoke to Ange. He's pumped, man.
Yeah.
He's pumped.
He's going to come to the games now, man.
He loves it, man. He loves it. He's having such a good time. So yeah. So anyway, all right, let's keep going.
Very happy.
Good rant.
Yeah, good rant. As I said, positive, strong, motivational rant.
100%, man. Stuff. I've got nothing to complain about, man. I'm loving the football.
On that, like the ones that kept the receipts.
Yeah, but they're all going to be like that.
This and you said this. And,
mate, well, I did say
you call it as you see it. And people that say, "Oh, you're not a true supporter."
Yeah. Right.
Trust me, when they're saying that, it's about themselves.
I know it is.
It's all about me. Because why would you say that? To show, oh, look at me. Look at you, and now look at me, and I'm a look at me. I pray for the world, and
it's I'm right. I'm right. I told you so.
That's shit. That is shit. That is shit. And I'm telling you, if we can't be united right at this moment, right? When can we be united?
7 wins in a row, yeah.
Mate, this is the best. You know who's always united?
Schnitz Northlands.
Schnitz.
The
With
Schnuggets.
Gokan. He's
Does anyone want that
Oh, he's
last
got
wrap? By the way?
Have it. Already had one.
Gokkan's he's been great. I saw him at the game.
Oh,
Was he there?
spoke to
Yeah,
today,
sick.
yeah, saw
Oh
him
yeah, he
after
got
the
back
game.
from where was he in Turkey?
Yeah, he got
I think
married.
he was in Turkey. Was he in Turkey?
Yeah, because he
he's
didn't
in
get
Turkey.
married.
Yeah, he got
and then
married.
there's his honeymoon, wasn't
It was
it?
his honeymoon.
If I'm right,
He's a good man, Gokkan.
if I remember.
Superb
We love him.
bloke.
Is he coming on the couch soon?
Yes.
He's coming on,
Yes.
yes. We said we're going to get him.
Poor bugger.
no, we're
Again,
gonna get
yeah,
him.
we had him at
I
the-
actually wanted to wait.
Well, until Homia.
Yeah, so we can all be on the couch, yeah. So, how about this first one? Make sure you get down there.
The Garden of Eden.
Who's that?
That was Charlie Curnow.
Still is, I
Yeah.
think.
That is his. He's the Garden of Eden.
No, that can't change.
Everything
It has
comes to
be,
life.
How looking, Charlie?
Look.
What about this one here?
This is Jesse Motlop.
Yeah,
Messi
yeah,
Jotlop.
Messi
I think,
Jotlop.
I think
SEJ Otlop, mate.
Nah.
Igpay Atnley.
He's,
You know what? Since he's been dropped,
Good. Yeah, he needed to be, though. Good.
he's
And he
come
went
back
back.
with a different intent.
Yeah, good. How many times can we say it, though? Fuck, you got to earn your stripes there and your stars and everything.
Gotta
Go
earn
back,
it,
learn your craft. Same as Dow. The best player at that, and he plays for Geelong, is Atkins. People were screaming for him for 2 years to play in the AFL, and they just bit that.
Bins
Jackson Binge,
leaving
good.
him.
He could
Learn.
be another one,
Leaving
you know.
him in the
Good,
reserves.
learn. Good. You know, it makes them like they're foaming at the mouth,
Yeah.
man. They're like, fuck, I want to play, man.
And not only him foaming, everyone above him.
Well, they got to perform better,
Oh man, but you got
You
this,
need competition
You got
for
this
spots.
bloke here ready to jump.
which is
on.
good. Which is, I'm hoping, was it Lemmy?
Yeah, he's
Is he
another.
still playing?
Hudson O'Keefe as well.
Yeah.
In the ruck too. But
When
they're still very young.
But I'm just saying, like, they're
You
forwards.
need it.
You need the next thing.
You
Who's
need,
coming
like you
through
were saying
next?
about the reserves, you need that strong competition underneath, man.
Well, all the
pushing
best,
it.
all the best teams that win the flag always do.
Yeah.
And then we got the
Yeah,
status
depth has been
quo.
tested, and we've
The status quo.
Hey.
Who's that? Well, now you got to forget about who's out. It's got to be now.
The status quo. You got to give it to. Oh, did I give it to Wiedering? I won't give that to Wiedering.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Oh,
Walsh.
Chris
Just Walsh.
Walsh. Yeah, but
No, but he's not playing.
Oh,
dead.
you want to give it to someone who's
Yeah,
still
of
playing?
course.
He's dead.
Anyway, it's
At
not
the
up to you.
moment.
It's up to him.
Oh, yeah,
Shut
sorry,
up.
yeah, it is.
Oh, you know what? You know who I'm going to give it to? I'm going to give it to Doherty.
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
week
yeah.
in, week out. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know what you're going to
He
get
does,
from
he
him, and
does,
he
he
gives
does.
that performance every
All
week.
right, Doherty's done it. All right. All right. You know who else is a status quo? Week in, week out.
Oh,
mate.
And look at him.
Listen to it, listen to it.
Oggi mettiamo una peduzza alle coine e non ticchiare pomodoro.
I love it.
Con la giuremo a così, numero 3, alle 123.
Qua gli ammucca.
Ragazzi.
Look at the fucking gorilla. Look at him. Fucking shit.
Panuzzo di casa e la mamma ti va.
He's the best. He is the best content creator on the internet right now.
For doing nothing. Not doing nothing
He just
special.
eats.
He just eats.
But the way he eats, I hate when people chew like that. I don't think like I allow it. Allow it.
Everything, allow it, fam. Everything he
He's a
does,
star,
mate.
If I can start.
I love when he goes.
And again,
"Squad
this is our show. It's about getting together, having. You were talking about the food.
Oh yeah.
Food, family, football.
It brings everyone together, man. Like it brings everyone together, and it just like it's so important, man. Like the food, man.
Yep.
Like it's just fantastic.
So
And look,
good.
it's so simple.
Yeah.
How good did they look?
He just
Bit
had
of
meat, tomatoes, and a panino. Panuzzo di casa e la mamma ti va.
oil.
mate. That's the best.
Less is more.
Yeah.
All right. This week, player profile and sponsored by
North
Seafood.
Bar
And grill.
And it's not Ange, it's Evangelist.
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 Correct.
Now, we have got... Now, first of all,
Yeah,
we have to say a big thanks to, like, Vindrans.
Yes, he's done a great
That
job.
bloke there, without this bloke, I mean, now he's
How is he? Is he good?
yeah, he's doing well, you know, he's a trooper, you know, Vince, man, he doesn't stop, man. So, thanks, mate, he brought me together with bloody Andrew McKay, one of my favourite of all
what a
time.
player.
He's a champion, I'm telling you, true fucking general in the back. This is the thing, man, we had a couple of generals there. Actually, we're more than a couple.
Yeah.
They were all generals, you know. Yeah. But anyway, let's have a look at some of these highlights here.
Look at Ange.
Just never stops, man.
I'm worried about pace on McKay. Is he going to be a good player for many years for Carlton, Andrew McKay?
Easy ever. Another South Australian lad. Give it a Ange.
Does his daughter play?
Yeah, Abby.
Carlton.
Yeah. Oh, did we get a wolf?
Abby's played there.
I agree with that, Drew. Maybe
Nice.
somewhere else in the back line.
On the back line, definitely.
He's just a good, like, he looked like an old-fashioned footballer.
Yeah.
I remember doing a party for him.
Oh yeah, you did. I remember. Yeah.
Fucking in like Turak or whatever. And yeah, man, I was speaking to him back then.
Oh,
He was probably about like 8-9 years ago.
Always
He's a good bloke.
Well, let's concentrate on the game.
The challenge bank footy there.
Oh mate, how good! You've still got the one at home.
Yeah, I got it. It's signed by Kilda and somebody else.
He didn't kick many goals.
Is he going to have a shot here? Here we go. Here you go, Andrew McKay.
McKay goes for
The wobbly kick. Oh, he knew it too. He knew it as well.
The ball drop was disgusting.
Jeez, that's courageous.
Lots of courage. Eyes on the football. Andrew McKay at halfback for the Blues.
How's the usage as well? Beautiful using the ball.
He just falls over himself. Look at him.
The number 2 pick, in fact, Robbo.
Nice kick, man.
God.
There's the pace off it. Look, footy really hasn't changed much when you look at it, does it?
Nah, it never does. It's,
The basics of it are still basic.
I mean, the skills get better, I think.
Fitness.
I think they're a bit more skillful. Fitness.
I don't know if skills got better.
I don't know. I think because of the fatigue as well that they go through. You know.
It's also camera angles and that now. It adds a lot to the game. Trust me, it does.
And of course, it changed now the way the ball, like
That's 50. It's 100.
McKay looking for the lead. Sween feints one. Over the top, McKay.
This is
Terrific defence by both sides.
Oh, look at this.
Shot.
That's a beautiful.
Piss off. The butcher's coat. All clear. Skill.
Oh, we need that. So there you go, mate. 244 games, 28 goals, Premiership player 95, of course, best and fairest in 203, All Australian 93, 99, 0001. Carlton Hall of Fame, and in 11 years, finished 8 times in the top 10 in the BNF. What else can you say? Before he come over, he came second in the McGarry. Is that the Adelaide McGarry?
McCary?
Oh, their version of the Brownlow sample.
Whatever it was.
Yeah. I'll tell you what it
second
was.
to Buckley.
Okay, hold on.
Come over.
That is Nathan.
Yeah,
not Jim Buckley.
No, and not Dylan.
And not Dylan.
Not Dylan Buckley. I think it's McGarry. I think it is. And anyway,
the McGarry medal.
Yeah, thought so.
Correct. Yeah.
Now this interview was huge, so it's in a 2-parter. So this is going to be part 1 because we went there and it went for like 2.5 hours.
Where'd you go?
To his offices in Turak.
Oh, nice.
So he's got, and so he's a vet. He's also, they're involved in. They sell like animal products, vitamins, and all that kind of.
You'll see Collingwood supporters there getting their breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So he goes through everything. So the first half is about just his beginnings coming to Carlton, playing. Well, and I think we go all the way.
Just
to the
well,
premiership.
listening to it before we started. Hey,
it was just.
He's a good get. He's a really good get.
I think it's amazing.
There's not many interviews with him.
No.
That's what I mean. These players, there's not
and
many.
then in the part 2, he goes all into when he was the administration at Carlton, and very in depth. I actually found a few things out that I couldn't believe. So. Anyway, let's have a look at this first little bit.
Candid, raw and honest.
Till I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery, I will fight, never weary, I wanna be legendary. Till I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery, I will fight, never weary, I wanna be legendary. Last place, that's all right. I don't
and here we have him. Andrew McKay, how are you, mate?
Oh, yeah, how are you, mate?
Macca?
Hey, Vince. How
Good to see you, and thanks again for making yourself available for us.
No problem.
Yeah, I was getting a bit confused there because now it's McKay. I always get pulled up. Now we've got the McKays, we've got the McKays.
Yeah.
Was it like, where's the name originally from?
It's a Scottish name.
So was there like a war between the McKays and the McKays?
Well, certainly the other side of the river, I think.
Was it?
You know what? It's actually interchangeable apparently. So in Scotland, the McKays are McKays, and there's also different spelling, M-A-C or M-C.
Yes.
I used to play for school, and we'd have have a tough game coming up, and Buglogs used to be the captain of the state, and Buglogs used to be this and that.
Yeah.
And I'd pants them, and then I sound a bit big-headed here, but I'd beat them.
Yeah.
I think they're not that good.
Yeah.
But just didn't think anything of it. And Noel Judkins, who was the main recruiter at Essendon at the time.
Is that right?
And so he rang Noel and said, "You've got to come and have a look at this kid McKay." While I was playing at Lucendale, and so he did.
Right.
And then I think, I can't remember whether I spoke to Sheeds or someone at Essendon, and they said, we're interested in you, and this is why I was at Lucendale. But it would have been a big call for them to pick me from Lucendale, this tiny little country town, playing country footy.
They probably thought that was a risk, even though you sounded like you were good.
Big risk, because I was still a sort of a big fish in a small pond at a country footy club.
It's not like you were playing in the SANFL.
No, exactly. I wasn't playing league at SANFL. And Sheeds to this day, still, every time he sees me, Sheeds said, "We could have had you, we could have had you." So he still remembers, which is quite funny.
Yes,
he's probably still bloody burning.
There's two players he's burning about, you and Craig Bradley. Because Essendon had him.
Yeah, right. And
they almost had him. They literally
could have picked
could have got him.
And I can't remember whether the draft was happening then or just after, but they could have picked me up with their last pick,
Yep.
And
picked up a 95 or something.
Yeah, 165, whatever. But 85 or 95 or something, because no one had ever heard of me. So, so Sheeds he's quite funny about it when I see him. Smashed us, and Bucks got best for Port. I probably did all right for us, but
also in the is it the McGarry medal?
The McGarry medal, so that was funny.
You're being very modest as usual.
Yeah,
Nathan Buckley won it that year.
Bucks won it by a long way.
And who came second?
Yeah, I ended up coming second.
You came second in basically the Brownlow medal of the SANFL.
Yeah, and that was a real surprise actually. I had no idea that was going to work out like that.
Yeah.
Probably because teams like Adelaide, one of the Adelaide recruiters came and spoke to me. He came up with his fancy sunglasses, and he was a piece of work he was. And he said to me, we don't mind you how we think you're an okay player. You wouldn't get in the team, but you might be around that 25, 26 mark on the list or something. You won't get the team, but
That's
I was sitting there thinking,
why would I want to go there then?
Why are you drafting me then? Why are you talking to me? I didn't say that. I thought, okay, no worries. So got out of that meeting. Wipe the crows, I'm not going there. The other memorable one was funnily enough, when Carlton came.
I was just going to say, who from Carlton was there?
So it was Walshy and Cole Kinnear.
Jeff Walsh.
Jeff Walsh and Cole Kinnear.
Two big names in football?
Big names. So they obviously were pretty keen, but I didn't know Walshy or Cole from Barrow Soap. And They came and we were pretty much. I don't think we're even in the lunchroom. I think we're just sitting on wool bales talking. Right. And we got snakes from time to time in the wool store, and we saw a snake. And
really?
Cole nearly jumped into my arms. But,
was it a poisonous black snake?
Yeah, I think it was a tiger or something like that, brown or tiger. So it was venomous, absolutely. And Cole tells a story that I got up and killed it, but I actually I can't say
I reckon you stick with that story.
One of my mates that was working at the time, he
would you kill it with
may
a shovel,
or may not have knocked it on the head, and it may not be alive still. But
right.
So, in my wisdom, I wrote 5 letters to 5 different clubs.
Oh, really?
Saying
that's interesting.
Out of respect to the club, don't worry about drafting me, because if you draft me, I won't be coming. So don't waste your pick on me.
The first one was Adelaide.
Yes. By the sounds of it. Yeah.
In fact, that one was private and confidential by registered mail.
Yeah, that was a different letter. So I sort of singled out the clubs that I thought weren't financially viable, and so because I didn't want to move state and end up at a club, and then this is my naivety that they can't pay me.
So in other words, one of them was Fitzroy.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so I was
probably Footscray.
It was Fitzroy in Brisbane.
Okay.
North Melbourne.
Footscray might have been one
Richmond.
of them.
Richmond on their knees.
Oh, Richmond,
then.
really?
Yep.
Yeah,
they were having a tough time.
They were on their knees. So it's 5 clubs, and I didn't hear back from them, and nothing happened. And then the morning got changed. Looked at my bag. Whoop, no mouthguard. Oh, shit.
What, you'd forgotten it at home?
I left it at home.
It's funny. How many times did you search that bag?
Yeah, I did.
Surely the club
went to
a mouthguard.
Went to the car, looked through the car. Jeez, no mouthguard, blah, blah, blah. I thought, Christ. So I was fully kitted up, boots and everything, and it was about 20 minutes before we ran out, or 15 minutes before we ran out. And I went out the race, onto the ground, up into the Heatley stand, found my partner, now wife, said, Sam, you've got to go home quickly and get my mouthguard and bring it. And so she left the ground, darted home. I still didn't have it. I ran out on the ground. She met me at the end of the race, handed me the mouthguard and put it in, away we went.
I love that. All right, there you go. And there's the first little bit. So I'm telling you, tomorrow night, this is a huge interview.
How are you going to split the...
Is it this week and next week, or is it this week and this week?
I don't think it'll work if we do 2 nights in a row. So we'll do it this week and then we'll wait for next week. And I'm telling you, it's a fascinating... And you saw that, like, he talks about how Essendon could have had him for nothing. But they couldn't take a chance on him, and how he took initiative and wrote to clubs and told them, I'm not coming over. And look, and he said, look, I was thinking about my future.
It's done Bailey Smith has done the Andrew McKay. Because they didn't want to go to Adelaide.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Well, Horn Francis now.
But he did it differently, because he said he was going to move. Yeah, he wrote a letter. He goes, it's never been done. He actually wrote to these clubs because he said, I was moving over from Adelaide.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I had to change my whole life, so I wasn't going to go somewhere, because he was writing to clubs that weren't financially stable.
Yeah.
And he was thinking to himself, I'm not going to go there, move my whole life.
And then I don't know what's going on.
So he wrote that.
I mean,
and he also, one particular letter went to Adelaide, because you'll hear in the interview that the Adelaide recruiter said to him, listen, we might recruit you, but you might be in the 28th player, not necessarily going to get a game. And he just looked at him and he goes, no. Then why are you recruiting me for? So Adelaide was out of the question. So anyway, fascinating interview. So
great
everyone
stuff.
Catch that tomorrow night on our channel at
Brilliant
8
stuff,
p.m.
Mate. It's a great get.
The bet.
This one.
Let's do this one.
Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs.
All right, banana of the week brought to you by Merino Brothers.
Grab a big banana.
Go and grab some bananas.
Or in Rocco's case, he's got a small banana in his hands right now.
Yeah.
What do you got? Fuck, I forgot about this segment actually. Because
All right,
Carlton, there's
I've
no more
got it.
bananas.
Well, all right, then I'll start with my one. This is my first one. Can we have a look at this picture?
Oh God, here we go. What have you done? Oh, it's the turncoat.
Oh yeah, because of the home games and shit. Yeah.
What's going on?
They change it.
She's the new Peter Laser.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what she is, right?
Come on, man.
Nah,
It's a
come
nice
on, man. I don't know if this goes to her or goes to Carlton. What, you can't get a full-on Carlton
No,
supporter?
but it's a St Kilda home game, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Oh yeah. Oh, you want a Carlton supporter when she does it? It wasn't Fangwin doing it.
Yeah, for a little while.
What is she doing, both of them? Like, and then she acts like she's a massive Carlton. No, we want... That's why...
Oh, does she do the names beforehand too?
Nah, she didn't.
She
No,
doesn't
that's
do
someone
names,
else.
but she does the whole of that. And then she went
No,
over
probably
to the
that.
killer.
You don't know what the situation was. Maybe they're desperate to
I
get
know what the
someone.
situation is.
What?
You can't. You get bloody Carlton people to do the fucking thing.
That's
Full
true.
stop.
It's like when
Full
you go to
stop.
Arsenal. That was just Arsenal.
well,
Full stop.
true,
And that's why there's no passion in there.
Right.
There's no passion. That's why we get annoyed, mate. Like, seriously, man. This
Little
might
things.
actually go, not to her, might go to Carlton.
Carlton. It's the little things.
Because they can decide who
Little
does
things.
it. Or is it someone by Marvel that said no?
I don't know. I
Club.
don't know.
It's club.
Well, if it's Marvel, then they can
club.
get stuff
It's club.
too.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
club. It is club.
I don't know.
It's
Can
the
I-
little things that.
Well, if St Kilda say, "Oh, you do a great job at Carlton. We also want you for the St
No,
Kilda
no,
games,"
and she
and
would
they
do it
pay her
because she
cash.
gets paid.
Oh, vero.
I understand. But as a Carlton,
You want exclusivity.
yes,
Fucking
I want
right.
a Carlton. I want full on Carlton. When you're a Carlton person, you do everything
It's
by
like
Carlton.
Daniele, you know the one from Napoli.
Napoli.
Yeah.
Decibel.
Yeah,
Decibel Daniele.
And you know what? I have to give a bit of a kudos to the bloody to the St Kilda one who done the names.
Say Caminiti properly. Caminiti.
No, he just did a lot better than what we've ever done.
It's a bloke. It's a bloke over there. Yeah, he was good. He was good.
He done a little bit of
Took a bit of a piss. Took the piss
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
and so that was a bit of fun.
They
Alright.
say an MC has to.
I got one
has
more.
to be a male.
I got one more.
Has to.
This is naturally. I was going to give this bloke one.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's have a listen.
Oh, no.
Who's got it?
Every free kick.
Now, you showed me some. There's some old. There's some old footage there, Rocco. Sorry to
Of
say,
what?
mate, but you've shown
Old
us some
footage
old
of
footage
what?
there, buddy. Some old footage. So, it's a
Old
bit
footage
sad
of what? Are you
of what
kidding
you
me?
showed there. That was old
Are you
footage,
kidding
mate.
me?
So,
Are you kidding me?
No, I just got the inside information.
Is that what you
Some
said?
of- some of
Let's
those
have a
old
look.
footage.
Let's have a look. That's this
I
week.
love him. He's the best.
He didn't know what to do. Like he came up with it. That's old
I've got some
footage. I
inside
showed him all the Kerno goals, and he goes, "That was old footage." You're a fucking banana, mate. I'm telling you, get ready tomorrow night because it's going to be all over, mate. I'll be lubing up because you'll be copping this, mate. But do you believe it? That was old footage. That's the best he could do. That was old footage, man.
I love Maddie.
He's like Ty.
He's a best.
He's like Ty.
Aren't they coming up with some excuses, Collingwood?
Bad.
Oh, mate.
No bad.
They've forgotten how to lose.
So bad.
Mine goes to Ryan Marshall for going the early crow on Blake Acres after he kicked the first goal, doing the...
Oh, you do that.
Come on, man.
Nah,
I get it. Like, you're trying to bit... Like, just...
Yeah, just relax.
Calmity, mate.
Yeah, right.
Calmity. Know your level.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That's
Braden
right.
Maynard trying to get in a motlop and
Yeah.
then Cripps comes across and says... and then he walks off. Know your level.
100%.
Know your level.
Cox looking at fucking...
And then getting subbed out and getting dropped the next week.
Out and getting
Know
dropped.
your level.
It's arrogance.
Know your level.
You got to be careful because you get burnt real
But it's
quick.
like a boxer and they talk.
Yeah,
you
you
got to
get knocked
talk.
out. You
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't
Comes
work.
back to bite in
You
the
got
arse.
one or you're not going to...
Actually, I got one. I got
okay.
for the one at Tomorrowland, a lady. So, remember when I walked through the crowd with all the cups?
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
2
Having a
hours.
bit of fun.
Yeah, 2 hours. I walked
Having a bit
through,
of fun.
got to the front,
Bit of
and
fun.
all I wanted to do was get to the front of this set, and to the front of the where the
I'm
fence
sure
was.
she's watching.
Yeah, man, all the way from like fucking Mexico or something. Anyway.
Well, we go around the world.
Yeah. So I get to the front, and then she pushes me. Meanwhile, I got 300 cups in my hand, like this, like, holding it like this, bro. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I've been here for 2 hours in a Mexican corazon voice, right? And I'm like, I just want to get to the front for like 30 seconds, please. I asked her, please, can I get to them? Before I did that, I'm like, I'm able to get to the front just for 30 seconds to a minute. It's like, I've been here for 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, but I just want to be here for 30 to a minute. He's like, no. I'm like, okay. Like the biggest bitch of the weekend, right? Biggest bitch, right?
Karen?
Huh?
Karen.
Oh, she was a Mexican Karen.
Yeah.
Carena. Yeah, Carena. So this bloke from Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
I told him, can you please get my phone and record me? So he recorded me of the thing, and I'm like, oh, you're from Trumpland, and
the Great South.
Yeah, right. And he's like, yeah, fuck these Mexicans like that. Right? Oh my god. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, alright. So he got him recording, and then he did it. I'm like, do a screen record of yourself and everything like that. Then there was these other Mexicans. They were full kitted out in Mexican soccer gear. I'm like, okay, fuck. So I get out. I got to the front, mind you, and because the lady, she would have been like 26, 27, right? She hit me again. So you know what I did with the bottom of my shoe, right?
Hot no.
Meanwhile, I got the cups in my hand. I smashed her on the side of the calf. I kicked her down the side of the calf. Right? And I said, "Fuck you." That's what I said to her, right? I'm like, I've got fucking cups in my hand, man. This is a fucking achievement. This is it was like 6 hours of collecting 320 cups around Tomorrowland, getting people to scull their drinks, right? And adding, right? So I'm like, no, fuck you, right? That's where I get one back on you, MFs, right? So I go, and then as I was leaving, the Mexican contingency there to these other Mexicans, they get into a two and throw.
Oh, you kidding me?
Two ladies.
Oh, it's on.
She tried to help me on the left. She's like, no, come to the front. You come here. Then I'm like, I'm just going to go after 32 a minute. And then they lost it at her. They flipped and they pumped. And then the security, it's in the set. I'm waiting for the set to be uploaded. But the security got to the front and it was all on. I was the catalyst. And I said, no. And I said to her, fuck you. I'm like, go back to your fucking country. You're straight to her face. She's looking at me like that. Like that. She had all fake shit and Botox. I'm like, you're a disgrace. I'm like, you're the worst person here. That's at Tomorrowland. Straight to her face. Straight to her face. Everyone else beautiful. The seas parted for Noah's Ark with the fucking cups, bro. I was going through and everything. I had to go through maybe 30,000, on my journey, maybe thousands of people, right?
That was the worst person.
The one, when you get to the front of somewhere and you go, yes, thank God, like that. And there's always one roadblock. She was St Kilda. But then I told her,
roadblock FC.
And I said, no, fuck you. You're not going to ruin our week, right? So I got it, and I got it to the front. So to that because she was a bitch. She was a fucking bitch, man. So, seriously.
If anyone knows that, can they please send this footage to her?
Fucking do. I would send it to her anyway. I got it on the thing anyway. I took the guy took a recording of her anyway. No, fuck that. But don't be like that. I just said I wanted to be there for 30. So I asked politely too. While I have the cups here, my arm the next day I was like this, man. No, I have to make it known, man. That was an achievement.
Razor Ray would have been all over that.
Yeah.
Pushing the back. Pushing the back.
I would have got 8 weeks for kicking and tripping and studying.
Too.
Yeah, but no. Anyway, she gets banana of the year there.
I like it.
Bitch, man. Sorry to all the women out there. But other than that, all the other women.
The majority of them would agree with you.
No, they were. No, the other Mexicans nearly bashed her.
Well, it wasn't just because she was a woman, because of what she did.
No, but she was an actual bitch. Yeah. But other than that, and then there was another
exchange. Filla de puta.
I said, shut up, you corazon. That's what I said to her. I'm like, piss off. And anyway, I went back out with the cups. And I got the cups. You know how long it was?
What happened with the cups at the end?
Yeah, what happened to the cups?
So we had it, and I lined them on the floor, put it on the floor, and I took a picture of it next to a person. Then I got the measuring up, 160 centimetres it was.
1.6 metres. Darren Hill size.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought it'd be longer than that.
And then I thought, I'm going to do it because I could just throw them into the crowd like that. But then I'm like, the responsible Mars fourth, and I'm like, I hit somebody. I'm like, I'm not here to do that, man. I'm here to have fun, man. So I'm not going to throw it. I'm going to lay it down. Whoever wants to pick him up can throw. I threw 3. I got a nice launched it. At the drop, I didn't launch 300 cups. There was about 10 of them. I threw them into the thing. Other than that, it was alright. But fuck that bitch.
That's interesting. Who was the first Karen? Because that's ruined the name.
Michelle Payne. Michelle Payne.
Jockey. He doesn't like
I don't know who was the first Karen, but
I don't know.
But seriously, like
you can't name your daughter Karen.
I was going to say, no one can ever use that name.
Now.
It's like you can't ever Adolf.
You can't.
You can't.
No, you can name Adolf.
Can you?
Yeah.
Would you name? No, you can't.
Oh, it's a
You've
tech
ruined
name.
it. And also, like, he's ruined that mustache for everybody for the rest. Because it used to be Charlie Chaplin. It used to be, someone fun. And then it went, like, you can't do that. So, and the Karen. Now, the question is, what's the male version? Are you just a male Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. What is the male version?
Don't know. Everyone can put that in the comments.
What is the male version of a Karen? The name?
But isn't it amazing, like, how that took off? Like, the word Karen.
And then it got global.
I've used it.
It got global.
It's
actually perfect.
It is. I've used it.
It's stuck.
I've had a blue and I go, yes, Karen. And they get
offended.
But you know what the word Karen is? It's the new word for CUNT.
Yeah, it is.
But it's the nice version.
Yeah. But we were smashing the CUNT words everywhere in Tomorrowland. People loving it. Americans come, yeah,
but the Australians do, well, like, you know, that CUNT.
But we use it as like it's not as you're going at somebody.
I just had to go at you. I wrote you a message and you go, yeah, and you wrote CUNT.
Oh, as in a good way, as in a friendly joke.
Yeah.
It was in a friendly way.
It's so weird. It's
anyway,
how it's used.
You know the other word that really changed overnight, which was amazing?
What?
Uber.
Oh, yeah. Not taxi anymore, it's Uber.
It used to be taxi. And then within months, it just went like, now, what do you say?
It's an Uber there.
Get an Uber. Wow, yeah. Or Google it.
Or Google it, the other one. But the taxi was always taxi. And then all of a sudden...
You know what? In Europe, they use taxi, though.
Do they?
They say taxi.
Yeah.
It's really weird. But you can get a taxi on the Uber app. They all use it. It's so weird. But
Serious, I'm telling you, they went... It's amazing how quick they grew. Just the word. To change someone's vocabulary completely.
And when the cabbies started protesting, they went on the West Coast.
But now they're all doing it.
All you got it.
No, well, there's stuff now.
They all use it. They all use it. Taxi drivers use Uber.
Yeah, I'm saying, but the ones who bought those licenses...
Oh, yeah, they're like 200 grand.
More, some of them. At the time, like, people would buy them as a retirement thing. People lost hundreds.
Yeah, and you can understand, but, you know, you adapt or die, don't you?
And now you can go and buy a taxi license for like $130, you know, like, it's unbelievable. All right, let's go to our favourite.
Ma di che cazzo stai a parlare? Ma di che cazzo stai a parlare a te? Che bello! Ma che cazzo sta a fare? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo ne so?
1, 2, 3.
Ma che cazzo! No one says it like us. Can I just show you this first one?
Well, you are going to show us.
Let's have a look at this one.
There it is, corny flakes.
Corny flakes, everyone, the corny flakes, mate. How good is that, mate? I love that, the corny flakes. Hey, that's how they used to call it.
Yeah, boy, kiss the cornflakes.
Kiss the cornflakes.
All cereal is cornflakes.
I love this. This one, the first one. This is, I don't know who he is. He must be some sort of sports. But I just called this one, Monkeys Never Cramp.
Monkeys never cramp.
So what happened to you?
It's baseball.
What happened?
Just crap.
Just a cramp?
Oh, just crap.
So you told me what can you eat to help you make you feel better?
Bananas.
Why bananas?
Monkeys never craps. Monkey never crap. Because a monkey every day bananas. 2.
So how many did you have today?
3. How about 3?
Oh yeah. So you no more cramp for you.
I need 3 banana because monkey never craps.
Perfect. Thank you.
Very much. Arigato.
Mate, he was determined.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've never seen a monkey cramp.
Might be right. He might be onto something. Maybe it's not pickle juice.
Hey,
maybe it's cramp banana.
There are Ford people. There are Holden people. Yeah.
Oh, Ford and Holden. Yeah. Wait, what are we? I'm Ford. I'm Ford.
Yeah, what are you?
You're not really. You're not one or the other. You're just a car. He's a car lover.
I love both.
But
Nah, I can't pick because from both generations, I love the cars. Like in the garage, they've got a VL Calais.
The funny
but
thing
then my dad's got fucking an F6.
Yeah.
So Ford. So it's like
our
non-law worked at Ford for like 40 years,
my dad
50
used to work at
years.
Ford too.
So it's I sway towards Ford, but I do like some Holdens.
So
the old
I
Holdens.
kind of sway towards Ford, but I always
are Ford. Greeks are Ford. Greeks are Ford. Italians are usually like Holden. Actual
80s,
Holden.
70s, 80s
all Holden.
VLs.
VNs.
What's your favourite?
Wow. Everyone goes like XY, but mine is a VH SS.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Group A.
My
Brocky.
My favourite is the
VH though, in a maroon red mullet.
My favourite is probably the
Ford.
I don't know. I really like the FGs that your dad had. Those Ford F6s, those modern ones. But if I had to probably pick the GT350 Ford
XY.
XY
GTHO.
Those.
One of my favourites, XW.
XW.
With the shaker on the side.
So the XW is not as, it was
but
never
the
the
XW is
XY.
fucking tech.
Yeah.
From a Holden perspective,
VL Turbo.
VL Turbo.
See, for me,
VL Turbo
nothing
for me
beats,
is
mate.
like, it's the epitome of...
You're driving your little fucking thing, man. I rock up in my XA coupe, mate.
XA. My dad had XA.
But coupe.
Yeah, he had
With
XA.
the fucking like...
His dad had a HQ. His dad had a HQ. SS.
Mate, I love that. But I'm also a Holden, man. I love the Brockies, man.
Yeah, Brockies.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know which
Yeah.
one that some people
Yeah.
don't like, but I like?
Which ones?
A Holden.
Walkinshaw?
The
Walkinshaw. That's the best, man.
Yeah, Walkinshaw.
Some people hate it because it's too...
You know who's a massive car guy who's got all these cars? Andrew Bogut.
Has he
He's got
really?
a fucking warehouse full of Brockies.
Oh, really?
Everything, yeah.
That's
And he's got a
Those
VR
Walkinshaws,
Walkinshaw. Everything.
what are they worth? About 200?
500? Nearly 500.
Yeah, a good one, yeah. You
There's
know
no
what?
mock-up
I
original.
wish, man, me and my mates, we always say, like when we were young, what we should have done was...
Yeah, but that's like everyone.
I know, but what we should have done was... we should have
Sorry,
bought a
man.
factory.
Ah,
Because
yeah.
first of all, you buy a factory.
One of my best
good
mates' dad
investment,
just got one.
and just fill it up with all those cars they were bringing to Sims Metal,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
Tiranas, all the things, just load them up.
XU1.
Mate, all of them.
SLR
Anything.
5000.
They even get like...
LJ.
the Tirana. Anyway.
You can
What's
go a fucking day.
your brother's doing up at Gemini at the moment?
Oh, the
The old rotaries, Mazda, RX1, RX2.
RX3, my favourite.
RX3.
My mate used to have an RX3, man. It was he went... It was the best, mate. It was the...
Such a unique sound.
Yeah, because there's no pistons, it's just a cam that goes.
So you reckon the Greeks love the Fords, huh?
Yeah.
Let's find out if they do.
Alright. Oh, really? Okay.
Never buy a fucking Ford. Never. Never in your lives buy a Ford. Even if they're gonna give it to you for free, just fucking get rid of it. Fucking Fords. Malakias.
Malakias. Oh, the pot. Oh, wow.
Look at this.
Stuck in.
Look.
Oh, the lock nut.
Oh, no. Oh, it's snapped.
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
Why? Why? Because the fucking Ford. Sto diavolo malaka.
Yalo malaka.
Stop yellow malaka. Like the devil. Fucking hell, man.
But the most important thing, whatever car you get, like if it's an old car, I just call this one here, there's nothing like the sound of a V8.
Oh, completely agree.
It is right, when you open up in third gear,
oh my God.
8 barrels, I don't care about your injector hat, mate. Don't tell me it sounds like this. This thing's like sucking in birds out of the sky. You know what I mean? It's a completely different animal. You know, it might not be as pedantic and that, or whatever, tuned, or might be losing some horsepower. But yeah, I reckon a carby's a carby. When those throttles open up, those butterflies, it's like, as the wogs say, camiseta.
Camiseta. That's my favourite Greek word.
There's nothing
as the wogs say, mate, camiseta.
I don't know where he lives, but I guarantee
Oh, fucking Oakley there. He's from Fairfield or something like that. 100%, man.
You'll find him at a cafe. You'll find him at a cafe.
They're the best. Like that. He still had a mullet.
Beautiful.
Fucking beautiful. Fucking
camiseta. The sky, mate, sucks the birds out. And he's right, mate. There's nothing like the big V8.
Oh, fuck. Fucking camiseta. What a dirty
Let's
gringo.
keep this WOG theme going, right?
Yeah, right, let's go.
And I was saying before, now what we're going to make all the Australians understand, right, is this, right? We're Italian, yeah, right? But I come from like Sicily.
Yeah.
Well, my mum was Abruzzese, but Sicily, you come
We got
from
Calabria, Tuscany. You got Sicily, Calabria, Tuscany. Yeah.
And then
different regions and towns and cities.
we don't understand each other.
Nope.
And when the dialect is strict, I told you my ex father-in-law, right? I didn't know what he said
He's
for
Neapolitan.
No, he was Veneto.
Oh, Veneto.
I couldn't understand him for the first 3 years. Like, I didn't know what he was saying to me for the first 3 years. He just completely... The dialect is funk. So, here's this bloke here. He explains a few different words.
All right, let's go. Let's have a look.
Ciao a tutti belli calabresi paesani del mondo. Today's term of the day in English, Italiano, è dialetto calabrese. In English, go get it. In Italiano, vai a prenderlo. E in dialetto calabrese, va pigliolo. In English, turn off the light. In Italiano, spegni la luce. E in dialetto calabrese, stuta la luce. In English, did you tell them? In Italiano, li hai detto. E in dialetto rigino calabrese, ci registi. In English, do it this way. In Italiano, farlo in questo modo. E in dialetto calabrese, fallo sta maniera. Faramalo.
It's
Like
fucked,
that one.
man. But it's even like in Australia, like the words we use, like in slang, different terms, like when,
Because even from going to a different state.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like we were because at Tomorrowland, and there's like so many Aussies, right? And they're saying something. Well, what did you say? Like they call certain like a togs or something like that. Like,
Oh, your bathers, your togs.
The bathers are the togs,
Yeah.
The hell? Like trackies? Are they?
So
they
we used to go, like in Reservoir, right, with me and my mates all my life, you know, like we use terms like I go to my mate and I go, mate, you look roached, you know.
Yeah. That means you look fucked.
Yeah. And people look at me like, what are you talking about?
Like a cockroach?
Yeah. You're roached, mate.
Yeah.
You know, so we just use these little words and people don't know.
It's like slang from like that groups like bring up and then they stick and then they go around the state.
Yep.
And then they're like it's in that state.
I'm telling you.
It is.
And that's the same with
It's
the
the same
dialects,
there.
but mate, I'm telling you, Italian dialect is
It's like artichoke in Italian. Like I know it as carciofi.
Yeah, carciofi,
But then in Sicilian, it's like it's coccocciole.
No, that's a coccocciole. I don't think that's Sicilian. I think.
No, it's Calabria.
Yeah, because I think carciofole is
Carciofi and then coccocciole. I'm like,
Coccocciole,
what?
yeah. I
There's
think that's-
the other one is when
No,
you
it's
say
from
like
Sicily because my nonna says it, and then my other nonna says. From Sicily is coccocciole, and then carciofi is what Nonna Marinella
correct.
says.
We
But
used
my
to
other
say
nonna says the
carciofi.
other one. I'm like,
the other one is when you say like this one, or that one or this one is like, so in normal Italian it's questo qua.
Yeah.
In Calabrian it's questo
questo
qua.
qua.
Questo qua, questo qua. Questo qua, viene Like in Abruzzese, well, my mum, like, come over here, viene
In Calabrese it's vena ca.
Yeah, see?
Fucked.
So it's completely different.
It's
there you go.
scattered.
And then Napoli, forget it.
no,
It's not
no,
even
no.
Italian. It's a completely different language.
I'm telling you.
Completely different language.
Hey, let's have a look at when Nonno used to come over, and I just called this one. It's all bloody dry.
It's all bloody dry. All right.
What's the problem? No.
Yes, shut up. Go back and see the car.
What's wrong?
Look, she turned up back and not meant the car. Look, all dry. Look, all dry. Go back and see the car.
No wonder why it's not growing.
No, shut up. Put a bloody water. Where's the water?
Here.
How's his get up? What's he got? He's got a Yankees hat on.
Yeah. But you know the Wogs, they should just wear anything. Like if you go in my
Yeah. Oh, it's LA. Oh
The
my
Dodgers. And then he's got like a pair of Asics on with the
pants
shirt.
with the shirt.
Beautiful. With
And-
like
and
they're trackies there.
and the nice polished shoes.
Yeah,
in the
beautiful.
shop. So, and that was exactly
So when
that
the
was
plants are
my
all
day.
dead, sono tutto seccato,
He used to come over, he
Tutto
used to go
seccato.
away. My dad used to come over and he used to smoke my way. He used to come over and he used to walk in there.
Have a look.
And then he used to walk outside.
They know when something's like not right in the
first
garden.
thing is to walk outside, go and look at the garden, mate, and complain, mate. Rovina tutto cosa, you know, like so. Hey, let's finish off with this one.
Okay.
Just be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, that's very true.
One last adjustment.
Deaf husband hears the wife
Got it.
voice for the first time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can you hear the sound of your own voice?
Yeah.
Stop me.
Oh, that's amazing.
Dustin, thank you so much. We're so excited. Thanksgiving's such days, and I can call you on your cell phone now, baby, and you can talk to my dad about his head
Whoa, are you okay? Is that too loud?
No, not too loud. The boy that's annoying. You don't hear that? I think forever. Oh, there we go again, Doc. You know why this guy's smiling? Because he's probably dead, but he can't hear his wife's voice. Doc, please take it off. Help me, please.
Relax. This is a celebration. Trust me, from one married man to another, you'll get used to it.
I don't believe any word that came out of your mouth.
He's not wrong.
There you go. All right, that was Bucket Katza for today.
It was a good bucket car.
It was a good
Fucking
one.
yummy set that.
You know whose voice we can't stop hearing? Schnitz.
No, Schnitz. Handcrafted schnitzels.
Absolutely. All right, listen. We usually don't give these two a name, right? But the first one is that's chickens. Who's this? Schnitzel.
Schnitzel chips and a
3-in-1. Who's a 3-in-1 at the club? I don't know. That's tough to say. I don't know.
Could it be 3 players?
Yeah, if we've got a 3-in-1 at the club.
A 3-in-1 does it.
Someone who can play each position on the ground.
Kemp.
Sauce.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, we got him. Yes.
We got him.
Well played.
Nah, he can't be that one.
Because he's not in that time.
No,
Right.
he can be this one. Sauce is the Mediterranean one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Chera.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
Chera. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A
Chera,
Mediterranean.
yeah,
So
we'll give him
Mediterranean.
Sauce, we'll give him
They got to be wogs for that one.
Yeah, you gotta be the wog.
No Aussies get those.
All right. I'm glad we found that. All right, we got this one.
We do.
Oh, we got a call.
We do, of course.
A horse is a horse, of course.
Look at the head.
Oh, it'd be a thing. Oh, there's a big goal. A Dow.
The 4 final quarter goals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, you got all 4. All right, I got them.
Get the replays up. I've just got to get my head into the right frame of mind.
All right, there we got them.
So, yeah.
In the highlights, you can see in there. Cunningham, Dow, Curnow, Akers.
Oh, these last ones.
Yeah. I just need to get myself in the right frame of mind here. I just need to visualise the goals.
You want to have a look at them?
I need to visualise the goals. No, I just need to, in my own head, I need to do the rash. Visualise it. I need to visualise every goal at the moment. I just need to see them through one time. You can see I'm doing the rash voice. I need to see them through one time. Cunningham snaps.
You don't need to see. You can't see it. Just fucking call it
If
today.
you were calling it on the day, how would you know it was about to happen?
Doesn't matter. I need to visualise and see the calls. This is a different call.
Visualise my fist.
Now the next goal for me,
next one,
please. I just need to see them again.
All right, everyone going to get a coffee while he gets ready.
So Doherty to Dow. Dow kicks the goal from 35 metres out, and Carlton is in front.
What is
High
this?
five,
What's
going on, mate?
This is his call there. Imagine if he goes, that's it.
Bumps Wood, collects the ball in the forward pocket, handballs to Charlie Curnow.
He's taking the piss.
And he snaps a goal from 20 out.
Is this what you're doing?
Next,
you sound like that bloody
he's
chick
roached.
that you sound like that lady.
He's
to
roached.
Ed
You're
Curnow,
roached, mate.
back to Akers. The C's part way,
He's on the
55
hard
out,
shit.
and bounces it through for a goal.
He's
And
on
Carlton's
Ketter.
going to win.
He's on Ketter.
And that's that. Okay.
You're roached.
All right. I'm not roached.
He's in a K-hole.
Are you ready?
All right.
You know what? He's going to be the time. He's going to, when he gets calling job, he's going to do it from the screen. He's going to watch it on TV.
Yeah, I'll watch it on TV.
Back in
There are people that do that.
Back in Reservoir.
There are people that do that. All right, ready?
All right, let's do it.
Paul's call.
2, 1. Come on. Sì. Il pallone dentro la 50 per Carlton. Cunningham, Motlop con le mani, always con le mani, e Cunningham con il tiro, rete, la messa come un banana così, un banana così da David Cunningham. Allora, il pallone con Always, con le mani, Doherty con le mani per un'altra volta, Deo l'ha messa dentro, Carlton in vantaggio da un gol, Dow l'ha messa, Carlton in vantaggio. Deo l'ha messa. Akers con il pallone in centrocampo per Charlie Kerner con le mani. Kerner con il tiro. Rete. Carlton in vantaggio da 2 gol. Da 2 gol per Carlton. E allora Akers con le mani da Ed Kerner, ritornato da Akers con la bomba! E la bomba l'ha messa sul Marvel Stadium! La bomba sul Marvel Stadium! E Carlton ha vinto! E andiamo in finale! Ragazzi! Andiamo in finale!
Bravo.
Actually, that was worth the wait there.
Very good,
Now I
very
understand
good.
why you were going for it. That's all.
I thought he was going to call it in
bit of
English.
Tiziano Crudelli.
I thought he was going to call it in English.
Bit of Crudelli, bit of Fabio Caressa, bit of Pisa Bestiani.
Yeah. You know, I think that the best part there was the banana.
Yeah.
banana.
What else have we got? That's a good Paul's call.
That was a good pause call.
That's a big bomber from Akers.
Just remember, everyone, Instagram, TikTok, like, share, sub.
Yes.
If you're still here, do all that. And just remember that if you do any of that,
yes,
it helps us immensely.
It does help us immensely. It
helps
immensely. Everybody
even just
immensely.
the like, just push the like. Schnitz, Merino Bros, Top Dog, North Seafood, we thank you all. You are a big part of this show. Become a member if you like.
Yep.
If you don't, it's up to you, you tight asses. But anyway, if you do, you might be able to get it seriously for $3. $4.
Yeah, 4.
You don't become a member.
Thank you to all our listeners and viewers. And
look, if you become a member, I can go away for 3 months again. Don't have to sell drugs again.
I don't get why you're not a member now. Really.
I subscribe so I can get the money back.
Me too.
Yeah. But I have to split it 3 ways like a dickhead.
So it actually costs me more. But if you become a member, you get your 25% off. Schnitz Northland, and check out our merch. That's one thing we haven't been.
Merch, yeah, God, we've got to pump the merch up actually. Got to revamp a few things, I think.
I'm back now.
We're back.
I got a fresh frame of mind.
Make sure you get onto like the TikTok and that have been going.
Yeah, the TikToks, we're starting to get the TikToks back up and about.
Instagram is becoming big.
I'm gonna redo the Instagram.
Yeah, the Instagram.
I
think you've got it. Now that Mars is back, I think the TikToks are gonna explode.
Yeah. Just give me like, give me like a couple days. Let me get back. Let me get settled. Give me a couple of days.
Fruiterer, by the way, what's he doing? Is he not with Merino Bros anymore?
No, he's dead.
Con the Fruiterer.
No, well, we moved to
Baldassarre.
We can't have everyone. I remember the first year we had Franco
Cozzo.
Yeah, that's true.
We had him. We're going to move on.
That's true.
Like I was saying before,
everyone's replaceable. Everyone's
always going to get better.
Baldassarre.
And listen, Baldassarre, don't think you just rest on your morals there.
No, mate.
I don't even know if you're going to make it next year.
Mate.
Like, you're already starting to drop a little bit, so maybe next year.
The fact he started singing Panuzzo di Casa, he's gone to another level. But he's sung it softly.
Yeah, he's adding strokes to his game.
Legend of the Jumper Punch, 8. Remember, 8
Great episode this week.
This is going to be a big one. Make sure you get on there and watch it. Forever Rivals. Trust me, this one you will not want to miss, because I saw Manny today and he was trying to soften it all up.
Nah.
You're trying to soften it. It's not going to work, man. You're done.
He's crying.
You're done. No, seriously.
He's trying to pray. His mother is praying, man.
Right, this is my aim, and I do love him. But my aim is that I want him to not come on the show anymore.
Like suffer.
You want to mentally afflict him.
Yeah, I want to hurt him.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
No.
That's psychotic.
I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to hurt him. I'm not going to go.
What happened to you, man?
No, when it comes, I'm telling you, like...
Why'd you ask Swoop Luke to come on for a week?
Yeah, can you get him? No, get him and just drill him.
No.
Oh, come on, man.
Why?
No.
Why not?
You know why.
Just get him there.
Nah, we won't talk about it, but...
Okay.
No, we got...
Did you know that if Carlton had have kicked 2 goals instead of 4 goals in the last quarter against Collingwood, and Collingwood had to kick 6 goals...
They would have won.
They would have won.
Is that what he said? Come on, man.
A deal.
Fuck off.
They are the worst. I'm telling you, they are sucking. And there's another bloke on TikTok. Mate, I'm telling you, don't even, if you just saw him, you know he's a Collingwood supporter straight away, right? He is the biggest sook. And then we've got the Carlton supporter, that Mazza. He's another.
I don't know. See, I stay
on
all
TikTok.
this shit.
I think he's got a hearing impairment.
Yeah. So him and this, so they have it. So anyway, look, Collingwood. Seriously, I've been saying it. Collingwood, probably, they could be the worst top of the ladder side I've ever seen in my life. Seriously.
Supporter base or team? Nah.
Yeah.
You reckon?
You look at their last.
What about Richmond when they?
But you look at their last 8 or 10 weeks, mate.
Yeah, I know.
You know they've only played 2 top 8 sides, and they lost to one, and just barely bet the other one.
You can only play who you're playing, I guess.
And Dacos probably since was a Woden who won a.
And he smashed his Woden broke his knee.
Woden won a
Who won the Brownlow?
Woden.
Yeah, and he broke his knee.
I reckon that Dacos could probably be the softest Brownlow favourite since Woden.
He's not Brownlow favourite anymore.
Nah, you can take the $6. It's worth a bet.
At this stage, you don't know. He could run away. He might not play for the rest of the year.
I don't think he will.
That's a serious thing, mate. Hairline fracture in your knee. You can't mess around with that, mate. You can't mess around with that.
He loves a stutter step, doesn't he?
It's what happens when you flinch.
No, you get stutters.
Well, you get it. You know what? And a mate of mine raised this.
You got to go
raised
straight
this to me
through
perfectly. He said,
he won't.
You know, with Collingwood,
That's how you hurt yourself.
Yeah, when you stutter step.
You get a 2 for 1 with them. When you go after one brother, the other one gets
Yeah,
involved.
he always gets involved.
Collingwood played that so stupidly. The moment they went physical against Hawthorn, forget about it. One thing you know about a Hawthorn team,
tough.
Captained by Sam Mitchell and coached by Sam Mitchell, you know they're going to be tough.
100%.
And Sicily's
what we were saying before about your coach. You're trying to, you're trying to make your team the kind of player you were.
Characteristics. Yeah.
And I'll give you one more thing, right? Sam Walsh has been tagged for 3 years and still consistently.
Oh, he outworks the opponent.
Yeah.
Nick Dacos can do it, but now it's mental. Yeah. He's let it get to him. But anyway.
He's still a young
He's a good player. He's a very good player.
He's only young.
He's a very good
player.
player.
Man. No, he's a great good premiership.
Fuck him.
Well done. Anyway, Blue Sunday.
Yes.
Make sure you catch Blue Sunday with the host of Bangkok Joe, and let's have a look at his second part of the Phuket trip.
Fuck it.
Hello, Jumper Punch viewers. This is Bangkok Joe coming to you from Bangkok. Hey, last week we went on part 1 of our adventure through the south of Thailand. Here is part 2.
We make the journey from Khao Sok to one of my favorite places on earth and my home island, Koh Samui. We take the ferry over and we get there just before sunset, and you're gonna get to the hotel and check in and then go to the funnest local Thai restaurant that you've ever been to. It's Mr. Ung's. You have to experience it to believe it. It's my local spot. I'm not going to say too much about it because really you got to meet Mr. Ung and his alter ego, Lisa.
Lisa, come back now.
And then on day 6, you get to sleep in a little. I mean, hell, you've earned it. And then just after lunch, we're going to go to my buddy Bung's house. Bung's my best Thai friend in the whole world, and you're going to get to know him real well. He's an enigma wrapped in a riddle. He's a guru, and he's going to be serving up beers and gin. He might roll a couple if for those of you out there who want to partake in that sort of thing. He'll let you putt on his indoor putting green in his house. At 1, 2, 3, we say golf with Bung. 1, 2, 3. Golf with And after Bungs, it's a wild night out in Chawang. Yeah, this is Samui's most touristy area, but it's quite the party. So you can hit the Arc Bar, you can hit the Green Mango, the Black Club, all kinds of stuff. Just be prepared for a really, really fun night. Day 7, we head to my good buddy Nigel's house where 2 things are going to happen. First, disc golf. And second, a barbecue. Here's Chef Nigel.
Hello, hey guys.
Look at, what do you got behind us here?
Oh, we've got a few chickens in here. Let me show you.
Oh my God, look at this.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
Some beer can chickens.
I see pro disc golfers behind us here. Look at this, look at this.
It's a big disc golf event.
Well, maybe she's the next pro. Maybe we got the next world champ. Then we're gonna leave now.
All right, that was the second part, man. I love poo.
We got comments.
So let's go straight to the comments. First one.
Yep.
Sorry.
Rockomoro, imagine having Matty Allen as our ruck now. He was the best in the comp back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Imagine having the 99.
Very well spoken.
Would you liken or gone to him?
Different players.
Oh, look, Gorm would have to be
better.
He's one of the best we've ever seen. I mean,
but
like
similar.
The product, like kind of a mould. Well,
Similar.
Jim Steins was, I guess.
Yeah, similar.
I mean,
and he could kick a goal. You know what I mean? He was very
good player on the run.
It's a good player. Good player.
Kick goals
It's
on
a
the
good player.
run for a ruckman. Oh, you know who was like him? Like maybe like a Tim English.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. He's a good player, Alan.
He was a good player. Yeah.
Chen 70. Manny, we pumped you blokes. We took the pedal off. That's the only disappointment of the night. We took your game plan and flushed it in the toilet up the baggers.
Yeah.
Double cobras too from Chance.
Double cobras, yeah.
Only Chance. Blue Bagger, I've never laughed so hard. Love this stream. Blue Bagger 1987.
Last week, I'm telling you, was our biggest viewing audience. It was just huge.
Good, fantastic. Jimmy Raptus called in a priest. Manny just got buried, and now the Hawks are circling the plot.
Oh,
And
well,
did they ever?
They
Did they ever?
You read it early.
Did they ever? Did they ever? Mantis Man 82. That would be fitting that we burst their bubble in 2023 the same way they did to us in 2022. Reckon we've broken Collingwood flag, isn't theirs this year? We'll find out.
It was all Collingwood fucking.
We'll find out. Billy Aspros, who always comments, cracking show, lads. I think there was a fire drill in the fourth quarter. Not too sure where all those collywobbles were heading. The collywobbles are starting to be mentioned now. Oz Twanger, Angie's being modest. He was as courageous as they come, and he could take a grab.
Yeah. Remember, Ange goes, I wasn't courageous.
He was a fucking good player, mate. I don't care what anyone says. He was a good player.
And there was one more.
Adrian Sal. I love it when ex-players say, us, you're a legend. And I think that's Adrian Salerno. He's a listener to Overnights as well. Great man.
Well,
Great to hear from him. So well done, guys. Thank you very much for all the comments.
Yeah, no, we love
We
the comments.
appreciate them.
As I said, just keep sending in the comments, man. And
good, bad, indifferent, whatever.
No, that's good. And if you give a shit comment, we're going to beg you. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I'll call you out and come to my front door. I'm happy to go.
Who did I see at the game again? Stav Binos. After the game,
Who?
sorry, Stav Binos.
Nice
guy.
I was saying
Nice guy.
I had about 10 or 15 people come up on the game. Now, the first person I had was in the train.
Matula.
Matula.
We love Matula.
She travelled.
Isn't she
all
just
the way.
so sweet?
Oh, she was
It was a good hers was a good show too.
Yeah,
I try to watch all of them.
And then saw on the way in there was heaps at the game. People screaming out from the things. Everyone was just pumped in that last quarter, and then on the way back. So listen, I can't remember everybody's name.
Yeah,
but
I had a gentleman
thanks,
on the
everyone.
way in. I was walking around the concourse and said, "Oh, I love the show." I was on the phone. I don't know whoever it was.
No,
just leave a comment
Mate,
or something.
come
So I
over,
can say
man.
hello.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Yes,
Hey, if someone sees us or whatever, like it's not.
No, I love
come
it.
up, say hello.
I love it,
going to bite your head
and
off.
we always talk a little bit about the game, you know.
There was a kid that I saw at. So I was in Greece.
Oh yeah. Oh, what about the guy at Tomorrowland?
Yes, that was Janev. What was his first name?
What saw you and
So the
recognised
guy
her?
at Tomorrowland, he saw me. We took a photo together. Shit. I know his last name.
Did you put it on the inbox?
Yeah, it's on the.
And he recognised you?
Janev. I know his last name's Janev. Oliver.
There it is.
Oliver Janev.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And he recognised you?
Yeah.
Sick.
He's like, I'll watch you. I'm like, huh? Oh my god.
That is the best.
He said, sick CUNT Mars. I'm like, and then I'm like, mad CUNT, bro.
That
Tell your
is
mate, don't be
fantastic.
having those Toby Green nightmares tonight because his mate was a Bulldog supporter.
Oh, really?
And then he's like, fuck the dogs. And then there was another guy that I met at Club Carvo in Greece.
And recognised you?
Yeah, and he's like, I know you, bro. And I'm like, you don't know me. And he's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, hey, are you on the Jumper Punch? I'm like, yeah.
That is.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
fucked. I was in
Europe,
Greece, bro. I was in Greece there.
In Europe.
Oh, I need his
unbelievable.
name. Oh, I feel so bad when I don't know their name.
I
Anyway, he was from, I think he was from Caulfield. Like, he had, like,
That is
Caulfield
unreal.
teacher with him.
Oh,
And nice sort, good sort, you know, this and that. But yeah, no, it was fucking, it's crazy. You're like across the world.
Nah, man,
a lot of Aussies travelling abroad.
Oh, yeah.
At this time, yeah, summer and winter here, summer there.
Mate, whenever I go overseas, man, sometimes you feel like you're in Australia.
Bloody oath.
There's that many Aussies, you know what I mean?
Tomorrowland, there was over 3,000 or 4,000.
Here you go.
We definitely got to do it.
Final big shout out to
Yep.
my lovely and dearest sister.
Yes.
Who just got engaged to her lovely partner, Luis.
Yeah.
They had a big weekend last
Yes,
week.
you
when
had a
we
big weekend.
Yeah, so Collingwood Carlton into my sister's surprise engagement, which she had
Yes,
absolutely
it was
no
surprise.
idea about.
It was
and
surprise.
she told me, and this is why I've raised this, right? Not because she got engaged, it's because it's to do with the footy. No, I would have raised that anyway. But when Carlton actually was, so we rocked up and she said, she goes, Paul, yeah, we watched the game last night. And she's not like,
Not
you know,
sick.
follows Carlton, like they will follow,
Sick.
but not like just a casual watcher or whatever. But she goes, I couldn't believe it. She goes, we played so well. She goes, because Luis, her partner's Collingwood, but not. The dad's a bit more, you know, but they're not like crazy. And she's like, yeah. She goes, it was so good, so good. Mum's getting involved properly now. Nonna's getting involved. Dad's got his strut back.
I went to Nonna's and she was like,
yeah. Everyone's happy, you know.
I'm telling you, the world's a better place when...
I reckon we've got another little sick supporter in our family as well, our little cousin Sophia. She's hardcore, mate. She's hardcore.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so her mum gets the footy, the dad no idea, and like they're not really a footy.
Nah.
You wouldn't say
How
they're
old
a
is
hell-bent footy. She's 11.
They're not footy orientated.
Nah, but she just loves it.
Yeah.
She loves it.
This is the guy. I fucking knew I'd find him. Sorry, man. His name is Jamie Musek.
Jamie Musek.
Yeah.
Shout
this
out to
kid on
Jamie.
the left.
Just another sick puppy.
Yeah, we took a photo at. I don't think he sent it anyway, but we took a photo at. See, look, it was Carlton.
Guys, he's got his Carlton jersey on. Sick puppy. I love it.
In Greece, yeah. My brother wore it like nearly every day.
I saw that. I saw that, and that's acceptable because you're overseas.
Yeah,
but
I didn't wear one, but yeah. But yeah, anyway.
Good on everyone.
And breathe.
For joining.
What a show.
It's a bit of a different show today. It was we a bit of a travel show.
Getaway, then
a getaway
review, and
but look, we had a lot of catching up to do, and it's
did we ever?
It's good to see the Blues.
Yeah.
Travelling well. Everyone's up and about. And
on to Melbourne.
All I say to everyone is, get on, enjoy the ride.
Yes.
Because if you don't,
doesn't last forever.
Well, you might miss it.
Yeah.
Because I heard a statement. Depression is when you think about the past.
Yep.
Anxiety is when you think about the future.
Too far ahead. Yep.
Bliss is when you live the moment.
Yeah. I like that.
And let's just live the moment, mate. Just forget about what happened. Don't worry about what's going to happen. Let's just live the moment.
Voss, keeps saying, keep your eyes down at your feet for the time being, and one week at a time. One training session at a time.
One day at a time.
One recovery session at a time.
In Europe, bro, it's one day at a time. You don't know what's going to happen in 3 weeks.
No.
Like, obviously, you know your trip, but like you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
The best thing the club can do this week is go out. All right, how can we make training better than it was yesterday?
Yep.
How can we make the recovery session better than it was today? All right, and then
Look, I got a good feeling, man. I got a good feeling about this week. I
do too.
And
God, the crowd's going to be electric.
It's going to be huge, man. I'm telling you, it's like everyone goes, Collingwood, they're cool. I'm telling you, but the sound of Carlton.
Nah. Go back and listen to the Raw for the Dowan Acres goals and the Curnow goal.
And you know what else it is? I mean, we have been in the doldrums for that long. I mean, you're just letting everything out.
It's kind of like, this is like that first season where Richmond did it. Remember when they came back in that season? And they hadn't done anything for 30 years either. So it's kind of that mould.
What
did taking that journey, that path.
They come up against Geelong in their first.
What did they win? What did they win? Or it was like out of their last 16, they won something stupid.
Yeah,
it's like 13 games or something like that.
My dad messaged me at Sunday 6:04 p.m. right after the game. I think this is a nice note to end it on. Just the first few words can be taken wrong, but They came hard. That was the first 3 words. I'll go. This was the text. He said, they came hard, fast and deadly and crushed them. The giant has awoken.
I love it. The giant has awoken.
And the time of recording, this is 3:30 a.m.
It is.
So don't you dare question me as a supporter, him as a supporter.
I kept them waiting. I was until like 8 o'clock. Everything died.
No, mate. Don't. That's what I can't stand. Oh, you as a supporter, you said this and said that, mate. We're there every week. We do this every week because we love our club. And if you truly love something, you'll give it a clip when it needs to be clipped. And you'll give them a hug when they need a hug.
And trust me, we'll be hugging. I've got a good feeling about this year, man. The one more thing I'm going to say, listen, it's not one more win.
No.
Exactly. It's 3 more wins.
Keep winning.
What? In the complexity
7 more wins.
Of course.
Maybe 6 if we're good enough. But
said that to Terry, actually. Terry on a little inbox, we got a little thing with Fab. And a couple of other comments I've been seeing on Twitter. It's just 2 more wins.
No. That's what we did last year.
This is what I messaged him. I said, I replied. You know, you can do reply on. Well, you would know now. Reply on the iPhone. I said 2022 mentality, and I just said 4 wins. Dot
100%.
1995 mentality.
Like that.
All you've done is once you say there's 1 win, you've just capped it. Like it's done.
It's like, you know, when you go to the gym, and it's like, I've got to push out 1 more. As soon as you think that, you go, it's the hardest push you're going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't even think it. Just keep going. And go until you can't go anymore.
Who was? I can't remember which interview I did. He goes, when you're doing your sprints, it might have been Rod Austin. He goes, you know, you're doing the 100-metre sprints. It's 110 metres.
Yeah. Because 100 metres,
you're not stopping at 100. You're going to stop at you're going to go all the way to 110. You know, and this is the same. Not stopping at 1 win, mate. I want top 4 now. I want at least a chance to go top 4 now. Why not?
Don't stop winning.
So
you can't win forever, but you can make it
a few
feel
people
like
convinced
big,
we won't
proud.
we won't lose for the rest of the regular season, and there's
hopefully not.
We'll go in 50-50 against Melbourne. We'll be favourite against Suns, and we'll be favourite against the Giants.
And then we're favourites in week 1, favourite in week 2, we're favourite in the thing. No, that's it. Everyone enjoyed. All right, guys, let's finish this off.
3, 2, 1,
go Blues!
You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something.
Failure has made me who I am today. Failure gives you 2 choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up and I am fired up because I have figured it out.
You don't start things and not finish them. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish.
A real loser is somebody that's so afraid of not winning, they don't even try.
We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're gonna do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
Always keep going. Always, no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you wanna make sure that you're ready.